Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to anybody that's in here early. And also to the people that's going to replay the show today. Music is played for about the first 10 minutes of the show. And then we go ahead and get started with everything. Appreciate everybody that's in here so far. We're going to rock it out with a little bit of Aaliyah real quick. A little Aaliyah real quick. Maybe you don't know what you do to me. Man, a million. You give me a pretty good feeling.
What's that now, man? This is the one blind, man. Hey, Pat, I want you to think about those dogs, man. And you tell about mine, dog. No, that's a man, and I'm a girl. I'll show you my
I beat it for my dog. Black was good. Justin was good. Whoa. No, I paid for it. My mama bad. She already know it. Good morning to everybody. She went for it.
First time I called her, she didn't know how to throw a fight. Now she an animal.
I gotta think game right.
I thought I had to talk to me while she take pipe and open up and show her what a real nigga like. I told her you to do this, don't fuck on the first night. Cause after I beat you, baby, I'm not gonna fuck up your own life. I got a train now, she stuck me with ice. I call her the budget bitch because he keep it tight. Whenever I tell her the bus, they ain't got to tell it twice. Whatever I want to get on, she know how to keep me right. Love, I'm not your man, and I'm a call you my I've been treated like I'm feeling bad for my heart. And we ain't doing nothing that we ain't supposed to do. We'll give you my baby girl, you know I feel oh, keep me on the ringtone.
Oh, this is the last song, y'all. And it's promise to you. So why would we let this thing go?
Baby, promise that it's you. Don't let nobody tell you it ain't so.
Baby, I promise
that I will never leave and everything will be alright. I promise these things to you.
girl,
Just believe.
I promise.
Should I know the things you say been right? Forever such a very long time. We never even had a fight. Don't let nothing change your mind. They don't know how much I care. They don't think we share a last day, babe. But since the night, how can they say that I'm not true? Oh, sweet. I gotta love you. They can't take that. They'll see the moment that you need.
Why would we let this thing go?
Stay true, let nobody say that I'll never leave, and everything will be alright. I promise these things to you. Girl, just believe. I promise. Think of all the times I say.
All right. That is good for the music today. Good morning, everybody that's in here. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling blessed. I hope you all are too. Amazing workout this morning. And after I went to the gym, I went to Aldi and they had my protein waffles. Where I'm telling you, bro, like when I was living on the other side, they had the waffles all the time. I come to where I am now, these waffles be out of stock like it's nothing. So uh, I loaded up on them. Got like 4 boxes of these protein waffles. Would not catch me without them again. Probably for the next month. So yeah, had a cool breakfast, great workout, great breakfast, and now we're here to talk sports. Pretty much all day. Tourney play starts in the SEC, and I think ACC as well today. So tap into those games. Basketball literally starts in like 15 minutes. I think the first game is like 15 minutes. And then you got Iowa State and Cincinnati at 2:30. You got Arkansas and South Carolina at 1:00. So this is a college basketball early day. Yeah. Davidson and Richmond, nobody's watching that. Virginia and Georgia Tech, 12:00. Not really much to tap into. But Iowa State and Cincinnati at 12:30 and Arkansas and South Carolina at 1:00. So, and then following those games, you got North Carolina and Notre Dame at 2:30. So today is definitely a college basketball day. Even Texas and Vanderbilt at 3:30 is going to be good. So that's what I'll be tapped into. Yesterday, shout out to the folks that was watching Paradise with me in playback. Started that yesterday, got up to episode 3. I did watch episode 4 last night, but I did not finish it. So make sure y'all tap into episode 4, 5, whatever the case may be. And at the end of the day, good morning, everybody that's in here. Welcome to the best show in the world, Facts and Stats, hosted / held Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. If you are in here, do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you are in here, do not forget to like the video. We'll greatly appreciate that. Comment throughout the show. Share it out with one person today. I'm pretty sure if you share it out with one person, they'll more than likely come back another day. I'll greatly appreciate that. And last but not least, like I said, just make sure you all subscribe. Road to 1,000 subscribers. We'll greatly appreciate the ones that want to extend their support when it comes to subscribing. Speaking of extending support, would love for everybody to become a member that is not a member. Becoming a member gives you the ability to send different emotes in the chat. Also get the Fact and Stats logo badge next to your name. I changed the color of the badge by the months. So you see Jordan Woods, Agent, Chan, Black, Justin. They're all orange now. So yeah, that's something that I changed last night as well when I was working behind the scenes. But yeah, we'd love for you all to become a member that's not members already. There's 3 different levels you can join as. J-Dub out indefinitely. Ooh, that hip injury. Ooh. Okay. I mean, okay. Thankfully, Aaron Wiggins is good at basketball, but damn. No time for J-Dub. That hip injury that could linger. And it's already March. You want him healthy for the playoffs. That start next month. So damn. Yeah, in fact, that's exactly what I just said. As long as he back by the playoffs, because that's yeah. You don't want that hip injury. But yeah, make sure y'all become a member that's not members already. How can you become a member? The link is in the description on this video. 3 different levels you can join as. You can become a member for as low as $5. We'd love for you all to extend your support. Also, you can send super chats and super stickers at any time. Chats are mainly for the questions. Stickers are for whatever you want to do. Hey, here's $5. Here's $10. Here's $3. All extended support is appreciated. Fact and Stats on other platforms. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is all at Fact and Stats _. Make sure you all tap into Fact and Stats on those platforms as well. Again, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is all Fact and Stats _. Make sure you all tap into those platforms as well. One of the most important things for Fact and Stats, are probably one of the most fun things / times, is the playback room. The show was hosted or held on playback on Fridays at 11 a.m. But we're there every single day and night, especially tonight. Bad news for OKC. J-Dub was out of the timetable for return. But good news, we get to see SGA versus Tatum. So OKC versus Boston tonight in a doubleheader. After that doubleheader, we get Minnesota versus Denver. We know what the smoke is with that. So I can't wait for these 2 games personally. One could be a finals preview. The other can be a first round matchup. So, we really don't know. And we know what Minnesota did to Denver last year. And I think they played this year. And I can't remember how that game went. But either way, both games I'll be definitely tuned into on top of watching college basketball. Again, this is a college basketball day. literally starting in about 40 minutes. The first game starts in 12 though, so make sure you all tap into some of these games today. You don't gotta watch all some of the better games tomorrow, but I think some of these games today will be really good. But all in all, sign up, join the playback room. The link is in the description as well. It says live nightly watch party. Will be in there tonight watching these games together. I feel like I'm talking stupid fast, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit. We'll be in there watching these games together. Fact and Stats apparel for the website, or the website for apparel is factandstats.us. Everything is sold out not right now at the moment. Yeah, facts, Chan. I think that's at like 10 p.m. If you see anything on the website that you may want, let me know and I'll personally order it for you. I don't plan on stocking up on everything that I had already, but if you just see anything that you want, whether it's a regular Fact and Stats shirt or whatever the case may be, please let me know. And in the time being, I am working behind the scenes to get a new design made for spring summer drop. Gambling Discord, all my folks that gamble, Discord link is on this page as well. And if you're in here, do not forget to like the video. The Discord link is on the page as well. For some reason, if that Discord link is not working, just DM me on TikTok. I was about to say TikTok. I'm thinking how would I be saying when I'm gaming? Just DM me or message me on any platform, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and I'll send you the Discord link. And then now to get started, we're gonna start it off with the Who Sold Your Parlay segment. I did not gamble yesterday. I didn't do anything yesterday, so nothing for me. I just chilled. I should have, to be honest, but yeah, I didn't. So it really didn't matter for me. I was chilling. Now today, though, yes, I will be gambling on college basketball. Today, I definitely be gambling on college basketball, and I definitely will be gambling on OKC in Boston and Denver and Minnesota. So yes, I will be gambling today. 1000%. Ain't no shame in my game. But if anybody got sold last night, please feel free to type it into the chat. If not, we're gonna go ahead and move into what will be discussed. Speaking of gambling, BJ just sent me a parlay.
K Cunningham triple double, bruh.
What he fell 2 rebounds short, I think. Don't sound too good. Don't sound too good. All right.
It's all good though. I encourage y'all to stop gambling on this dirty ass sport. For real. Stop.
How you encouraging people? Stop. How you encouraging people to stop doing something that you can't stop doing?
What you mean?
Don't you gotta lead by example? You believe in that?
Brother, I don't bet on the NBA every day.
Sorry.
Well,
brother.
never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
maybe one straight bet or two, but that's it. All the extra shit, the 8-9 legs. Oh no, that shit is dead. I ain't gonna lie, that shit is dead.
It's a boost out there. Chan sent me some. Chan said it's a money line day. I'm looking at this right now. Arkansas, Iowa State, North Carolina, Mississippi State plus 30% boost right there.
Yeah, he sent me that. He told me that. It's crazy. He told me that shit this morning.
But he got Texas and Baylor and Georgia.
Yeah, he like Texas and Baylor. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
I played the Jones. He said I don't even like betting on North Carolina, but it ain't no way they lose today.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do my 4-leg. I think I'm gonna take that 4-leg right there.
I'm about to say that this Jones I sent you, that should be. I mean,
hold on.
Like,
I hear. Oh, they don't respect OKC.
OKC about to get on tonight.
Brian Windhorst said teams don't respect OKC out west. They fine with being on Notre Dame pulling it through Timothy.
Why would they? Like realistically, like no funny, like all trolls aside, why should I respect OKC?
Yeah,
like fair. Okay, congratulations, shout out SGA, but after that, it's like what respectable players do you have?
Hey,
I'm just saying. My last thing on this, like, go look at all the championship teams, what respectable players they had versus what respectable players this OKC team had. Example: Denver without Jokic, you got Jamal Murray, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, 3 respectable solid guys. Boston without Tatum, you got Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Derek White, 3 respectable guys. You got no respectable guys with OKC. Just saying.
What I was about to say. Process, man. I never felt worse leaving the gym today. Like, usually when if you leave the gym, you feel good. Your mind is in a good space or whatever the case may be. I leave the gym. I pick up my phone to a mention. I get a mention from Process, and this is just brief. I get a mention from Process, and Process like, yo, I'm like, what's up? He goes, I got a question. I'm like, all right, what's up? So say the Sixers get a top 3 pick in the draft. Are you trading Dylan or Ace with PG for KD? I'm like, no, I'm not. I, I, I think it's too many uncertainties around the whole Joel Embiid situation, which he agrees with. He said we don't know if Embiid ever gonna play basketball again. I'm like, well, Process. If we both feel like that, or you feel like that, why would you trade the third pick in the draft and Paul George just to try to get KD and then be left with KD, who's gonna get more money than Paul George this offseason anyway, and not even know if Embiid is gonna be able to play basketball? Why not just get the young talent? Which I was just telling y'all yesterday in playback. Why not just get the young talent and then Dylan or Ace and then go that route? He's
What's
like,
what's the trade again? My bad. What's the trade again?
say pick 2 or 3 with Paul George, and you trying to get KD. Now, obviously, it's more picks. There's more picks with that, but this first round pick is
So
included.
basically the main road of the trade, let's say fucking Ace Bailey and Paul George for Kevin.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
No.
And I'm like, dude, you have no young talent on your team. You don't know if Embiid's going to play basketball. That's what he said. So why would you do that? We're getting off Paul George. I'm like, well, I don't think it's that deep, dude. Like if you get Dylan Harper, this was exactly what I said. So if you get Dylan Harper, you let that Paul George shit play out if a trade don't surface. Ideally, you want to trade him, but if a trade don't surface, you just let it rock out and try to trade him when he's an expiring contract in 2 more seasons. And believe it or not, that's what I said. Believe it or not, Maxey and Paul George make the game easier for Harper. Like they'll make the game easier for him. Like Paul George is Andrew, welcome. Boom, 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 boom. Welcome. Now is Paul George. Appreciate that, bro. I ain't get a new member in a little minute, man. Andrew can't be the last one today. If you are not a member on the Facts and Stats community on YouTube, man, make sure y'all become a member, man. The link is in the description on this video. Shout out to Andrew. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it, brother. Shout out to the ones that sent the boom. But yeah, man, Process, man, like he thinking like Daryl. Oh, he thinking like Daryl Morey. Yeah, man, Process was on some bullshit, bro. I'm like, you take the young talent. You hope you trade Embiid or Paul George. If you can't, so be it. But he was like, Embiid has no value. I'm like, I think somebody will still trade for Embiid, like right now. I think Embiid can still be traded. Now, is it 3 or 4 first round? Probably not. But I think Embiid can probably be traded. But he was so banking on continuing to build a winning team around Embiid. I'm like, well, nigga, I wouldn't even be thinking about that. Like, that's out the picture for me. So y'all gonna hear Process coming here. I'm just giving y'all a little rundown of what happened. Y'all gonna hear Process coming to playback at some time tonight or today, and he's gonna bring this back up and say, "So, Ev, remember what I was telling you earlier? Like, yeah, you want to talk about you want to talk about that now?" And I'm gonna say, "Yeah, sure, Process. I just disagree." So, that's what's gonna happen. I'm giving y'all a heads up. That's what happened this morning, and it sort of kind of threw me off this morning. I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown. Not even quick. Belt to ass, beware my Vikings. Belt to ass, beware my Vikings. Beware my Vikings.
I ain't mad. Look. I ain't mad. I'm not mad at him, but it's like, nah, bruh. So then now, after 2 years, what is this? We in 2025, 2027, going to 28. Shit.
Your mic is
What else do you
cooked,
have? You
bro.
don't have shit.
Your mic was cooked, brother.
Hell
I missed what
nah.
you said. Your mic was cooked. I missed what you said, bro. All right, cool.
You can hear me now?
Yes, brother.
Now? Oh. I don't agree with it because it's like in 2 years, once Durant leave, all you got is McCain and Maxey and nobody else. Versus you having
Yeah,
McCain, Maxey, Ace Bailey, McCain, Maxey, Dylan Harper. You got a trio to build around instead of trying to build around a duo, and who knows if you're gonna have them first round picks.
yep. That's what I was trying to explain to him. So be on the lookout today. Be on the heads up. Be on the lookout. Let me just say that for process coming in here today, whether it's YouTube or whether it's playback. I think it'll be playback when he's more free tonight. And you know we're gonna be in there for watching the games. Again, make sure y'all pull up playback.tv/facts and stats. We are watching OKC and Boston potential finals preview tonight. And then we'll also be watching Denver versus Minnesota. Potential first playoff series, I'll say tonight. Stay away from the money line. Okay, TJ said stay away from the money line. The Vikings killing free agency. The Vikings are having a good free agency. Bro, but I want the Vikings to be good. I just hope JJ McCarthy is going to be good.
See, the thing about Minnesota, they lost Cam Bynum. Cam Bynum, he was pretty solid for them. But they picked up John Allen. That was big time, and they picked up fucking somebody else for him. I can't remember who. But they picked up John Allen, somebody else. That was two good grabs for them. Help their run defense.
Wait, UNC money line is insane, Keys? Is that Keys the Celtics fan?
Brody, that bitch is like minus 500, bro. Them niggas
I know. Y'all sure that's you think that's not a good bet?
brother. I mean, you think I'm listening to that nigga over my fucking thoughts? Fuck out of here.
Bro, UNC is beating Notre Dame, bro. I think I'm okay with UNC.
You acting like niggas acting like Notre Dame like fucking Pittsburgh or something.
Yeah, I think I'm
okay. That Notre Dame and Pittsburgh, but that Notre Dame and Pittsburgh went down to the wire into a janky ending. Like what the hell? Pittsburgh was supposed to win that game. I had like Notre Dame over Pittsburgh yesterday anyway.
Yeah, I know ND plus 450. I think UNC wins today though. But here and over there. We're gonna get into some of the NFL news real quick that took place. Whether it was this week or overall, whether it was yesterday, probably some things that I missed. One of the I guess I'll say one of the biggest things that happened yesterday was Joey Bosa, who many or most thought, including myself, he was gonna end up in the 49ers and playing alongside his brother. He inked a 1 year, $12.6 million deal with the Bills. This is coming after they had released Von Miller a couple of days ago. Excuse me. This is coming after they released Von Miller a couple of days ago. Hold on. A couple of days ago. I'm sorry. Joey Bosa is a 5-time Pro Bowl defensive end. And he made 4 Pro Bowls in his first 6 seasons. But after that, he's been dealing with injuries for the time being. He'll immediately become a starter on the Bills defensive line, joining Greg, who signed a 4-year extension Saturday, who's a hell of a player as well. But then when they released Von Miller, they saved $8.4 million in cap space, and they also restructured defensive tackle Ed Oliver's contract as well. Bosa will be turning 30 when the season begins, and yeah, man, I think this is a good grab for them. I like the move, and what the Bills done so far this offseason is getting Joey Bosa, extending Khalil Shakir, extending Terrell Bernard, and also obviously one of the biggest contract with extending Josh Allen. So. And also they got Joshua Palmer. I'm sorry, how I forget that. And they got Joshua Palmer. So, yeah, man, I'm fine with it. I like it. Whenever you can beef up your front, and I guess you can get sort of kind of more younger than Von Miller. I think that's a good move for them. We'll see what the effect that he has for their defensive line and just their defense in general up front and everything like that.
Keyword for them, he gotta be healthy. He gotta be healthy. Yep. He's gonna cause a little bit more havoc than Vaughn, but at the end of the day, it's about being healthy, bro. That nigga can't finish the season. They doing the right things too. Buffalo doing the right things too. Got Palmer. Palmer's a nice man beating wide receiver, so that helps him out a little bit. And like you said, they locked up Rosario too. And bye, James Cook. See you soon.
Yeah, I think he about to get up out of there. He won't get paid.
It's no point.
James.
It's no point to draft James Cook where you can find somebody in this draft right here coming up.
Yeah, James Cook won't get paid.
Be fine.
Next, DeAndre Hopkins. This was sort of kind of like a long overdue thing, I mean, ideally, you'll want to get him when he was leaving Arizona, or you'll want to get him probably like maybe even more so 2 years ago, I say. in DeAndre Hopkins, but it's good to see that when the season starts, he'll be 33. So I guess we can, what he did this year. This could be his last most effective year. I'll put it like that. Not saying he can't be effective at age 34 or 35 or whatever the case may be, but I think this is the only time they will probably get the best out of him if there's anything left in the tank. Last year, he displayed some of those things in Kansas City. In 10 games, he had 41 catches, 437 yards with 4 touchdowns. So that's not bad. I only can imagine if he played more games with his. I'm sorry, he played some games in Tennessee last year. So overall, last season he had like 600 yards, something like that, like 600 yards in 16 games played. But that's just his stats for what he did in Kansas City. But DeAndre Hopkins in Baltimore now, to speak to that, I think this is a guy that can be a reliable pass catcher for us. I think this is a guy that Lamar can bank on in certain situations, whether it's a third and short, whatever the case may be, and he's working underneath. DeAndre Hopkins obviously still a good route runner, still has good hands, and I think we can rely on him. I think he's going to be a good wide receiver 3 for us, a cool wide receiver 3. Nothing that we're like, whoa, and nothing going crazy. We're not going crazy over DeAndre Hopkins. We just envisioning what his role would be as the wide receiver 3. We going from whenever you can go from Nelson Aguilar to DeAndre Hopkins, it's an upgrade. No matter how you toss, turn it, flip it, spin it, whatever, it's an upgrade. When you go from Nelson Aguilar as your wide receiver 3 the last 2 seasons to now DeAndre Hopkins at this age, at this level, it is still an upgrade. He's just simply better. And so I like it. He's not coming in being wide receiver 1 or 2. That'd be an issue for me. But we have Zay and Rashad, who both had good stellar seasons last year, in my opinion. We're also still having Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews. It's still a plus for us regardless. So I'm fine with the move. And who we lost so far? Malik Harrison went to the Steelers. Don't care about him no more. He's officially an op. Wasn't special for us anyway. And then we also lost Brandon Stevens to the Jets. So shout out to the Jets, man. I think he got 36 over 3 years. So yeah, Stevens and Sauls as your outside corners is going to be something to watch for sure. Hopefully Sauls bounce back this year. But that's my quick little thoughts on DeAndre Hopkins coming to Baltimore. I'm glad. I'm excited. And I'm not jumping for joy. I'm not going crazy. I learned after that Deontay Johnson shit, I learned to chill. I ain't going crazy. After the Deontay Johnson shit, I learned to chill. No more Deontay's, ain't Rashad, ain't no Hopkins, nope. I'm chilling. So that's my quick little 1-2. What else? What else I would have said? DeMar Hamlin returned to the Bills on a 1-year deal. And let me see what else I have to say about anything that took place. No, you did not. You did not miss the exercise. I'm keep trying to read the room and things of that nature. Let's see if some folks will want to come to the stage. Is there anybody interested in coming to the stage in regards to this exercise to talk about some teams that are winners, quote unquote, or losers, quote unquote, of the free agency draft? I said free agency draft. The free agency so far. Free agency so far. And Justin, you probably can't say that. Porzingis might play tonight. Porzingis was present at shoot around, by the way. Porzingis might play tonight. If there's folks that come up here and say they're interested in doing it, we can do it. If not, I'm gonna continue to move it backwards by a day. What else took place? Do. I'm trying to see. Oh, Chiefs, Mahomes and Chris Jones restructured their contracts. That created like $49 million or something like that in cap space, and that's to sign Moore and Fulton and anybody else they may be targeting in free agency as well. Kenneth Gainwell went to the Steelers after losing Najee Harris to the Chargers. As far as our agent, as far as Najee going to the Chargers, that's a team that likes to run the ball. Obviously, with Greg Roman over there, you obviously have Justin Herbert as your quarterback, and they still need a wide receiver. Like, damn, you all have thought that the Chargers would have landed a wide receiver by now. I don't think they even landed a wide receiver. DK went to Pittsburgh. They was in on those sweepstakes. They was also in on the Devontae Adams sweepstakes. And he ended up going to the Rams. So the Chargers. All right, I think I'm good. The Chargers still need a wide receiver, but Yeah, they landed Najee Harris. I don't know how much of an upgrade that is over Gus and even what JK was doing for them last year when he was healthy. So I don't really know. But hey, whatever. Shout out to Najee Harris. He's one of the only running backs that have like 1,000+ rushing yards in every season he played in the NFL so far. So that's a kudos to him. Um, Spoke to briefly DeMar Hamlin going to the Bills. Spoke briefly just now on Mahomes and Chris Jones restructuring the contract, giving the Chiefs more cap space. And then spoke also briefly on Joey Bosa going to the Bills. What else we have here? Also, it's not really. I feel like it's some moves that be happening, but it's like not really much to say. Leonard Floyd to the Falcons was the last thing that probably wasn't shouted out or spoke to. He got cut from the 49ers the other day. And this is after the Falcons actually cut Grady Jarrett. They cut Grady Jarrett after like 10 seasons or something like that. And now they land Leonard Floyd, who actually had a solid year last year for the 49ers, racking up 8.5 sacks in the game that he played. He was going to be a 1-year, $10 million contract. What else I want to say? He's currently 32. He had 8.5 sacks every season since 2020. So that showed that he's consistent when it comes to the pass rusher perspective and getting to the quarterback in the backfield. 8.5 sacks every season for the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years. That's impressive to me. Really impressive to me. The Falcons have not had a player with that many sacks in a single season since Adrian Claiborne in 2017. The Falcons have not had a player with 8.5 or 9 sacks in 8. That is wicked. I didn't even know that. That's why sometimes reading matters. The Falcons have not had a player with that many sacks in a single season since Adrian Claiborne 9 in 2017.
And y'all be thinking I be trolling when I be talking to y'all. No, I don't be trolling. Them niggas are some shit. They pass rush been some shit. It's always gonna be some shit. It's never gonna improve. They got Matt Judon niggas. All their whole fan base went crazy just for Matt Judon and not do a damn thing. And like, bruh, niggas suck. They're the worst franchise, bruh.
That's a little
Like
wild.
outside of Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, and Justin Simmons, you can't even name a nigga on their defense. And Justin Simmons don't even play for them no more.
Yeah, that's a little wild. No funny. That's more than a little wild. Low keep getting dropped. I don't know what's going on with Low. Yeah, that's wild. But a pass rusher was, as usual, a priority for the Falcons offseason. Atlanta finished second to last in the league with 31 sacks and quarterback pressure percentage of 28.1% last year. My goodness. So, yeah, good for them. And Floyd also is a Georgia guy as well. He went to the University of Georgia. So that's a blessing for him. But, yeah, man, that's that. That's that. They also got Diablo on a 2-year, $14 million contract. Gang, I'm only reading this link, gang. Y'all bringing back cornerback Mike Hughes as well. And y'all just got cornerback Mike Ford from the Browns on a $4 million, 2-year, $4 million deal as well. So the Falcons, I guess, fake cooking up some things, man. They trying to at least. And they full season starter Michael Penix. Kirk Cousins is still currently, as of right now, on the roster. But yeah, man, that's some things going around in Atlanta. That whole NFC South situation, just a real laughable division. You know, just a division you gotta laugh at. You know what I'm saying? Ravens, Cowboys, Dolphins each get 4 compensatory draft picks. Draft picks. Which, in my opinion, I like for the Ravens. We lead the league in that since this became a thing. I think that they said like 20 years ago it became a thing. We lead the league in that. This gave us like I want to say like 4. We got picks in the 4th and 5th round and 2 6th rounds after losing Jadeveon Clowney, Darby, Duvernay, Gus, Patrick Queen, John Simpson, Gino, and Kevin Zeeler. We received a league high 60 comp picks through free agency since the program started in 1994. Ideally, for me, I want to use a couple of the 4th and 5th and try to trade up into getting 2 picks in one of the first 3 rounds. We only have 1 first, 1 second, 1 third. But either way, it gives us flexibility to draft some hidden gems in these later rounds as well. whether it's a guy via the offensive line, whether it's a pass rusher, which we obviously still need always, and whether it's a cornerback that can probably pan out. So yeah, we got 11 picks this year in the draft, and in my opinion, we got to trade up and get somebody that we really, really, truly, truly want, and that's not. We took freaking Jordan stuff. I don't even want to get back to that, but yeah, that's my little brief little 1-2. Let me see what else. Niners made a move in a pop. What? Niners made a move that was not a subtracting move. Let me just say that they released a lot of guys. They let a lot of guys go. They lost a lot of guys. DeMarcus is the guy that played in Baltimore like 3 seasons ago. And he played for the Rams. He even played for the Chiefs. So he's been a solid
You
wide
don't have to
receiver.
force this.
No, I'm not forcing it. He's been a solid wide
This is
receiver.
a force.
What's a force? What are you talking about?
Nobody cares about them signing DeMarcus Robinson.
I'm just going down the notification. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Nothing except that they've lost 8 starters.
Yeah, they lost 8 starters, and they added DeMarcus Robinson. 2-year, $9.5 million deal. And yeah, man, it is what it is. The 49ers are going to be a funny situation this year coming up. So I can't wait to watch it, and I can't wait to hear what Goods got to say, or even tweeting during these games. So that's my little 1-2. Shout out Goods if Goods in the building. I know he's gonna be in playback later. I think that's everything that took place for the most part. You know, I probably got some small solid moves. Goods probably here. You obviously got some small solid moves that probably took place that are not here in this NFL free agency track or anything like that. But for the most part, yeah, that's everything.
The next big move will be where Rodgers goes. That's going to be the next big thing.
And I seen a tweet just now, like 10 minutes ago, that Steelers could be in a tough spot if you don't choose to go there, because they feel like they strained their relationship with Russell Wilson now. So it's like,
what? Oh, that they're treating him kind of like a
side piece real quick,
like
while trying to get
get
A-Rod.
Man,
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because if this is just disgusting. Like, I wouldn't even want to have A-Rod if I'm the Giants and or Steelers.
If you're the Giants, you for sure shouldn't do it, because you still have that 3rd pick. Like, you just have way more flexibility. The Steelers are kind of in like a different position because they don't pick high and they need a quarterback. And like you said, they're worried about, their relationship with Russ.
Yeah, but Russ, that shit shouldn't matter though. Like, if he feeling the type of way, so be it. It's just gonna come down to losing him or not. You know what I'm saying? And I think that what matters most.
Yeah.
When it come down to losing him or not. So,
but where is he gonna go though? That's the only thing where I'm just kind of like, maybe they shouldn't be worried, because it's not like,
come on, Russ, right?
Yeah, like if he wants to be a starter, like,
I think Russ being a starter in the league is cooked, because I was looking at nowhere in the AFC East, nowhere in the AFC East, nowhere in the AFC North. The Browns got who? Then they get I'm gonna hold up on the Browns.
They don't have they didn't. It was just the backup. They traded for Kenny Pickett.
Okay, so let me hold on. Nobody in the AFC East, nobody in NFC, nobody in NFC North, nobody in NFC South, nobody in the NFC West, nobody in the AFC West. And then no Texans, no Jags, no Colts. Titans questionable, Browns questionable, and then nobody here, and then Giants questionable. There's 3 teams.
And guess what? That's pick 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, that's pick 1, 2. Oh, damn.
Titans 1, Browns 2, Giants 3.
Yeah,
picks 1, 2, and 3.
I mean, that's crazy. That's actually a freaking coincidence. I didn't even realize that while I was doing that. And if I'm these teams, I'm not even taking Russ or A-Rod. I know they're not. I know they're not franchise changing quarterback to some, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just going to get Shador or Cam and just go with that route
and just rock out.
Yeah, especially from the Titans.
Are you? Yeah, I'm about to
especially from the
say.
Titans.
Are you only talking about the top 3 teams at that point? Because let's say a team somewhere further down probably won't get a chance at them guys.
Well, here's the thing: those teams further down have done what they've done. Like, think about it. The Raiders, they went and got Gino. Seahawks got Sam.
Yeah,
The Jets got Justin. What the fuck else am I missing? I mean, you could possibly say the Colts, but they just signed Daniel Jones and said that it was going to be an open competition between him and AR.
yeah. So that's not happening.
Um, so like the teams below that we would be thinking about went ahead and made moves to get a quarterback already. You know, unless
Yep,
there's like a mystery team. Like the only other team below that's without a quarterback is the Steelers, which is why I think it's just really up to them
yep.
personally.
That's facts.
Unless, let me look. Damn, this is small. I'm trying, or my eyes are bad. I don't know. Let me look at the. Oh shit! I was looking at the list of teams.
Nah, I'm putting it back up. I had to
Oh,
zoom in a little bit.
thanks, because it was tiny.
Well, so you
Uh,
could just put a draft order for.
no, I
I
just
just
needed to
can't.
see all the teams like at once. This is actually really helpful.
It's really nobody.
It's
Like it's dead
nobody.
Yeah,
nobody.
it's probably just the Steelers, honestly.
Because I don't even think, bro. Don't think nobody want Russell Wilson. I don't think nobody really truly wants. Russ will
I
have to
think.
accept the backup role. He have to accept the backup role, and if he's
I
willing to
mean,
accept
the
the backup
only
role,
one
Nah,
that
you
I
think
think
so?
would take him would
yeah.
be as a. Well, here's the thing. I kind of like what Black said. I think Russ could be a short-term starter in Tennessee and then transition into backup like week 4 or something like that. Just like as a like a to kind of slow roll their rookie in if they take a rookie quarterback. Um, there's one
But
team I
Russ don't
just
want to
saw
be a
him and I was
starter
like
though.
possibly. Well, he's gonna have to
Russ don't want to
accept
be
that that
signed
shit
as
is
a starter.
cooked.
But he don't
Like,
believe that though. He don't believe that.
well,
Russ,
if you don't believe it, you're not gonna be on nobody's team. He ain't got no choice. If he has to accept that it is chopped
Yeah, I'm with Ari on
outside
that.
of Pittsburgh
His
for him
best
to
bet
be a
is to
starter.
be a mentor to Shador Sanders or Cam Ward. Just
Yeah.
go ahead. Basically, what we did with Jacoby Brissett and Drake May. Just let him come in. Yeah, you might start a couple games. Cool, I guess, whatever. But you ain't gonna end the season starting. We promise you that. Like,
No, I will say Cleveland is an interesting situation solely because we know Deshaun is not coming back this season. You know, he retore his Achilles like a month or so ago. So he won't be back this season, most likely. So, you know, I think the only quarterback they have, because Jameis is a free agent, I think the only quarterback they really have on their roster outside of like a practice squad guy is Kenny Pickett.
oh yeah, they did trade for Kenny Pickett.
And so I do think that could possibly, if they don't go quarterback at 2, I think that could possibly
But
be a situation. But
then you
that
look
would
at the
be like a
situation.
1-year type deal.
But then you look at the situation, be like, why trade for Kenny and lose a draft pick in that just to get Russ?
They didn't lose a draft pick. I think they just,
They,
wasn't it like a face up trade, Kenny for Dorian Thompson?
I swear, a pick was involved in that. Um, Let me
Any
check.
GM that allowed a pick to be thrown into that should be fired.
I could be
That's
wrong, by
fact.
the way. I could be wrong. Let me try to fact check, but I could have sworn the Browns attached a 5th-round pick with that. I think. Hold on.
A 5th?
I could be wrong. Let me try to find it. Hold on. Kenny.
Yeah, I thought you was going to say a 7.
Oh, it was a 6. Oh, so Black said it was a 6. Okay, so they attached a 6 with it. All
A
right, well, whatever.
6th?
Um, yeah, they traded Kenny Pickett to the Browns for Dorian Finney.
Thompson.
Yeah, so
He
Dorian
said, I
Thompson
think. He
no,
Robinson.
don't
it says
even
a
know either.
it says a 5th.
Bro
Yeah,
said, bro about to say
the Eagles
Dorian
got a
Finney
fifth
Smith.
round pick in that. They got a 5th-round pick, DTR and a 5th. Like that's
A
insane. Like how
I'm
you gonna
5th?
confused. Yeah, what? Wait, so DTR in the
Nigga,
fifth for
what?
Kenny in the sixth?
No, it was just Eagles traded Kenny Pickett for DTR and a 5th.
What?
What? This
So
don't even make
Bro,
sense
what
to
the
to
me,
fuck are
me,
they
to
dog.
me
doing?
that don't make sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
don't,
don't make no sense. I'm
That
confused
makes
as hell.
no sense. For
when you
Kenneth?
do a trade like this, this is the only thing that can make sense. When you do a trade like this, you want him to be the starter. and you want them to be asked because you want another top pick in the draft coming up to probably get another quarterback if you don't get a
Yeah.
quarterback in this draft. So right now, what I'm thinking, hey, let's go with let's go with Abdul, pair him with Miles. We already gave Miles a big contract. We get Kenny Pickett basically to be asked, and then we come back in this draft, which more GMs or whatever, scouts, whatever, like next year's quarterback class compared to this quarterback class, and they'll probably just pan out or try to get a
But
quarterback
think of
as we
it
go
this
forward.
way, right? I'm still stuck on the fact that they gave up a fifth. So that means they do want him. But
Exactly. Yeah.
again, you're gonna want more than just Kenny Pickett. Because he's not good enough. Here's the thing, he's also not good enough to be a starter. And I'm for real, Russ probably won't win them too many more games than Kenny Pickett's going, and maybe two. I might be a little dripping. Russ maybe will get them to win two more games next year. I mean, this upcoming season than probably Kenny Pickett. So it's not like getting Russ means you're just not gonna be one of those teams that could potentially draft high again. I don't think that's the case. I think,
Yeah.
it might be a little 1 year. I forget what like a little minimum is for a quarterback, but 1 year, whatever the fuck kind of contract. Just to add one, like at least if Kenny does get hurt, you do have like a solid ish backup quarterback,
Yeah. I'm with you.
I don't know, but Russ' best hope is the Steelers, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just don't see him really going anywhere else. It wouldn't really make too much
It wouldn't
sense
make
to go
no
anywhere
sense.
else.
No.
Because the Cleveland problem is that they still have Deshaun on the books, so they can't.
Yeah.
They really don't have no. That's why I'm kind of confused, Ari, a little bit, because it's like Cleveland really don't have no choice but to get a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
But if they go Abdul, like you said, and just to say fuck it, we'll be asked this year and just rock out until whoever we could get next year. I mean, I guess that could make some sense, but mm, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not really a college football fan. I'm not, and I don't really see who next year is just supposed to be. I mean, of course Archie, right? People say Archie. Um,
Yeah,
I
Arch.
heard people say Drew Alar. I don't think that's the answer. I've seen him play. I've heard people say Nico. I guess I've seen him. I mean, he's cool. I don't know if that's the answer, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe people just. Maybe I just haven't really been informed on next year's quarterback class enough to really make that
I
assessment. But I
mean,
don't know. It just don't make sense to me personally.
well, what I've seen, some people are high on it. Some people say it's actually not as deep as you think it is. Um, so I don't know. I mean, I can't really remember who it is, but you know how it is in college football. I think what's the other person? That quarterback from
Which one?
Tennessee,
That's Nico.
Nico. Yeah, that was like the name. Nico, Drew,
Yeah, I think Drew. I
and
forgot where Drew
Arch,
played at.
Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State. That's the game. That's the team.
Yeah, Arch. And then obviously he will have no choice, so probably Carson Beck, because I don't think he has another year.
So you don't got no choice.
He'll have to go in the draft that year. They can't even
Hopefully he
come
has a
out
good
for
season in
two.
Florida.
Hopefully, I mean, shit,
He
Not
might be
he
Florida,
talking about
Miami.
Nico.
revitalized some of
He might
that
be talking about Nico
stock.
with the 2 years.
Who?
You said what if?
I said he might be talking about Nico. I think Fred might be talking about Nico. I feel like Nico can still do 2 more years. I think
Oh,
yeah, Drew Carson and Archie definitely can come out if I'm not
Drew.
mistaken this year.
Okay, so
Um,
Nico got 2 more years. You said.
I think Nico can do two. I think Nico got to do 2 more. I don't know. This is off the top of my head, but I think he got to do 2 more.
I'm looking at it. Hold up.
I thought he was already a sophomore.
That's what I thought.
Who you
Yeah, it
talking about,
is
Fredo?
Nico. I'm not tripping. I know it wasn't stupid. It's Arch, Nico, Drew, Sellers. That's who I was like. I'm forgetting somebody. Sellers from
Some of
South
the South Carolina.
Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah, South Carolina. Yeah.
Nussmeyer. I forgot he was still due. Cade Klubnik
Kate
Klubnik.
Klubnik,
Yeah.
Clemson,
at
Clemson.
Clemson. The quarterback out of Arizona State, Sam
Yeah,
Levitt.
yeah,
I mean, have
they
those
right because I
guys really
think
shown they got more potential than Cam Ward though?
I don't
they right because
know,
they
but I'm just saying these are names.
Yeah,
Nico still got to do two more because he was just a freshman his last year. I think he redshirted his first year. If I'm
Nico.
not
Oh, he
mistaken.
redshirted his first year.
Yeah, so
They
but
have
technically
him
he.
as a draft
They,
prospect on the thing.
I know I'm not tripping, bro. Hold on, let me pull up. Let
look
me
at.
pull
I
up.
was say pull it up. I swear, because
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
pull
was
up.
seeing Nico name in some mocks too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Nico should be a freshman. I mean, a sophomore coming into the season right here. Um, mm, mm,
This
mm,
his last name crazy. What is that? Lama Lavia?
EMI,
Oh, that's an I.
some I saw him.
Iamaliava.
yeah, so
Emaleva.
so he was a freshman. So
Oh, he
next year
was.
he's gonna be a sophomore. Yeah, he's gonna be a sophomore.
Damn, he
Um,
was a
Oh,
freshman. Damn.
man. So not Nico.
Why?
So
Yeah. Why did he play?
why they got him
Wait.
at Mox then?
He.
It's kind of
It
confusing.
says he has stats from 2023 though.
Yeah. How many games did he play in 2023?
He only had 28 completions, so he ain't had that many.
It
But
probably wasn't nothing crazy.
okay, I don't know. Well, he's about to. How old is he?
Because it's also an age
he's
thing.
played
It's 3 years or an age.
played 5 games.
Play
He
five
played 5 games
games.
in 23. Then he played
Yeah.
last year.
So he can come out. So JT saying he can come out though because he red. So he did red shirt, or he also can play two more. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know.
So
I think it's because of
he
his
has two
age.
more
How
years of
old is he?
eligibility available, but he can come out this year if he wants to. Okay. Well, next year if he wants to. Yeah. I think that's what he's saying. That makes sense.
I know in the NFL, it's typically like a year. It's a year thing, but they also have an age thing. Like if you're X age, X amount of years
Mhm.
old, you can. I'm trying to look it up on my phone.
I try to find his age just now, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, boy, I'm trying to find his age over here. Damn, he's 6'6".
Yeah, he
Okay,
tough.
Nico. Maybe that's why people want him. He's 20. He was born 2004.
Okay, yes. So it says to declare for the NFL, a player needs to be 3 years removed from high school graduation, regardless of whether they play college football, and they must have finished their when they can. So it's a 3-year rule. So prospective NFL draftees must have graduated high school at least 3 years prior to the draft. Players must have finished their college eligibility. Uh, and there isn't an age requirement. So there isn't a specific age requirement, but
God damn, Will Howard 23.
yeah, you must essentially it's a graduation rule. So you have to be at least 3 years removed from your high school
Okay,
graduation.
so
I think
okay,
that's
so
why he can.
it's not about actually playing. You just have to have been
Yeah.
graduated from high school for 3 years, I believe he would have been after next year. So yeah, he can. He'll be eligible for the draft. Okay, cool. We got down to that. Got down to the bottom of it.
This year,
This
right here, we
man,
eligible
Will
this year.
Howard really turned 24 this year. What the hell?
You say he's gonna be eligible this year?
Yeah, not this year. After that next coming college football season, yeah, Nico will be eligible. He'll be able to join the draft. Right? He'll be the next draft combine.
Yeah. But yeah, those were the names. Nussmeyer, Nico question mark. Drew Allard, Lenoris, Kay Klubnik, Sam Leavitt, Jackson Arnold, Miller Moss, Carson, the quarterback from Georgia Tech, Haynes King, and quarterback from A&M.
I just
At
don't get
least
why he
right
did.
now, that's where they are. But I don't know. Again, none of these names sound outside of Arch really. Sound really like, oh yeah, that guy. Um, but that's why you have the college football season. We will definitely see which one of these guys, because we know it happens every season. There's a guy that we don't think that nobody think about before the season that pops up. There's a guy that everybody's high on that drops, and there's a guy that just like slowly but surely makes his way up to the ranks and becomes, one
How
of those guys.
How? What's the talk around? Because I've seen this guy's been getting a little bit of I'm gonna call it, for lack of better words, jazz. What are the talks around Jackson Dart? Because I'm starting to see he's like third on people's draft boards in terms of
Yeah.
quarterback.
I think he's a mid to late second rounder at the earliest.
Yeah,
Uh
right.
Possibly a third rounder. It's mixed because he's had some like bad games. Like he's had some for sure bad games, but he also has traits. Like I know Tez is kind of high on him. I think, don't quote me that, but I think he was kind of high on Jackson Dart. I know Z Farm's been high on him, and I know a lot of people just are looking and at his attributes. Um, and I think it's his mechanics that kind of have people moving him up a bit higher. I also think because it's not a deep QB draft, that people are like, well, he's better than Quinn, allegedly. Um, so
I'm reading a
who is
little
the guy?
breakdown right now. Bro, they compared this man to Brock Purdy, bro. I'm good, bro.
That's why I said second round at the earliest. At the
Yeah, I'm with you.
earliest.
Yeah, but back to the main thing. We kind of tailed off
Yeah.
for a little minute, but yeah, I don't see why the Browns, like, I really don't see why the Browns wouldn't just go ahead and take a quarterback, bro. Like, and I'm a Patriots
This year I
fan.
don't
Don't
either.
get me wrong. I'm hoping they do. I want to do. Don't get me wrong. Like, you feel me? I'll be honest with you. It's a little. I'm being a little biased on this my damn self, but I just don't. I like it just doesn't make sense to me, bro. Why not take the quote unquote, I don't even want to say generational. Why not take the quote unquote? They call him they call him generational quarterback. I guess. Well, I don't call him generational. They just call him good. Let me just say that. Why not take the good quarterback while you can get him? I don't see why. Take your chance with these guys that we just talked about. You don't ain't, no none of them even have like a real stigma about him besides Archie. That's because of his name, realistically. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know. It wouldn't make sense to me.
Yeah, as far
Yeah.
as Dart, not really high on the kid. Cool, I guess. A lot of people favorite quarterback. A lot of people favorite quarterback in this draft. Uh, if I'm if I'm the Browns, I don't get why you attach a pick to the Kenny Pickett thing, whatever. But I wouldn't even
Yeah.
want Russ either. I would just take one of them guys. If I don't take one of them guys, then I'm taking up. Somebody said Travis. OJB said Travis. That's cool too. Travis or Abdul. If Abdul don't get one, who's rumored to go one, as of right now. But they saying Ward is also a lock for one too. So uh yeah, man, I agree,
Oh,
right?
Cam, yeah.
I do think Cam Ward is the best quarterback. So yeah, man, we're gonna see what happens. Cam Ward to the Titans. Um where the Browns at? The Browns are three. What the
Two.
Patriots three? So the Browns are two.
Two.
Nah, the Patriots are at 4.
Not
Giants,
Patriots are
four.
4, Giants are
Titans
3.
1, Browns 2, Giants 3, Patriots 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've got
Yeah,
that shit
Browns
memorized.
two.
Damn, I'm fucked up out here.
Yeah, bro. They should just go back to back, bro. I'll just make it simple, bro. Just go back to back. And just honestly, just go back to back. Just make it simple. Just go Cam
Then what do
Shador.
you
And if
think
they
the
don't want
Giants
Shador,
do?
the Giants are just going to go. They're going to go the A route or Russell Wilson route, and then they're going to get Abdul or Travis, and it'll probably be Abdul.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it'll
they're
be
going to go
Abdul
Abdul or
too.
Travis. I think
Unfortunately,
Abdul will get drafted before Travis Hunter this year.
Best QB in the Giant. Perfect timing. Who the hell is he talking about?
that's Shador.
Oh.
That's why he's showing. That's a watch emoji. Perfect. They call it perfect timing,
Oh.
bro. They call it perfect timing because of the watch.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks for catching me up on the YM speak. YM speak.
He
He
Appreciate
not
it.
better than.
said the
He
Giants is
not better
gonna get a
than.
black quarterback. Funny guy. He
Yeah,
not
I thought
better
the
than.
Giants were going. I thought the Giants were going to pick one in the draft. That's why I said that. Then the Giants,
Yeah.
and then the Giants,
Honestly,
the
That's
Giants did
also
what
the
the Giants did what the freaking I already said the Raiders did. They won like
the
a game
Raiders
or two.
did.
They
Hmm.
shouldn't. They won like a game or two. They just shouldn't have won down the stretch of that season. And They ended up falling to pick 3. So hey,
Mhm.
I'm saying
I
that's the same thing
completely
we
agree,
did. We tried to
Rye.
put Joe Milton
Dion
out
is
there to
burning the
lose.
league down if he goes to the Browns. I
But
agree.
that's what happened to us. If we had the number 1 pick, we thought Joe Milton in the last game, thinking he gonna go out there and lose. This dude start showing his ass
Mm,
figuratively.
well, yeah, we know
Dude
not
start
Why,
literally.
cooking up.
like,
And
why
then
wouldn't the
he got
Browns
on
have tried
Instagram
to
talking about
trade for Joe
something. I
Milton
don't
or
get
something?
no PT. If y'all ever thought I was gonna go out there and put out bad film, you
What you
crazy
guys
as
say
hell.
was?
I said, why wouldn't the Browns have tried to trade for Joe Milton or something? He's on the market. They're trying to get him to a team where he could,
He could
potentially
get
have a
some
future.
burn facts.
Yeah, like I don't get this Kenny Pickett stuff.
I don't know,
You
but the
you
moment I
traded for
found out that there
Kenny
was a
Pickett when
fifth
Joe
round
Milton
pick
available.
attached to that, I'm completely off. You trading a player and a pick for Kenny Pickett,
And
a
then
fifth
even
round nonetheless. You're
the Patriots
stupid.
probably was gonna ask you for a pick too. Don't get me wrong, but at least you would have had a better player. I ain't gonna hold you. At least you would have had a slight a better return on your investment.
I don't know. I don't 1,000% agree with you, Jordan Woods. I think if the Giants are the number 1 pick in the draft, they would definitely take Cam Orchard over the quarterback. I don't agree 1,000% with that. And you said they can still get one, maybe so. Like maybe Fredo can be right. Fredo said if they don't get Aaron Rodgers, they're gonna trade it for Ward. Maybe Fredo is right. Maybe you right. We're gonna find out next month. So I don't know.
We're gonna find out next month.
Oh,
Or we can
and your
find out this week.
defensive tackle Michael Pierce announced his retirement.
Yeah, I'm hip. Shout out to Michael Pierce, man. Um,
Hey, have
uh,
you talked about your team yet, bro?
yeah, Hopkins,
I
yeah.
missed it.
Yeah, just brief, cool wide receiver 3. He had a solid season last year for Kansas City and I guess in Tennessee. He'll be a guy that we can rely on in certain situations, certain downs. Better than Nelson Aguilar, that's a plus, and he still is a reliable pass catcher as well. So still got good hands. That's what matters most. He's still a good route runner. The level of separation he creates is not the same, but at the end of the day, he's still better than Nelson Aguilar. That's what it comes down to. Isaiah Rashad at the forefront, all the wide receivers. DeAndre Hopkins working in the slot. And also sometimes on the outside as well as wide receiver 3 on the underneath things. Doing a lot of that Rashad Bateman do as well. Rashad is just at this level, a guy that we can bank on more at this age, that we can bank on more than DeAndre Hopkins going to be turning 33. And
I was actually gonna say, like, Rashad played really good last year,
no,
especially
1,000%.
as a deep threat. Like that nigga,
Yep.
I think he was like top of the
Now
league in like
Rashad
deep
did show up
targets and
last
shit.
year. He did.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a really
All the
good deep
jokes,
threat,
but
but
you know.
I don't think Hop play as much in the slot as Av saying. I think that's gonna be exclusively Zay. I think Hop and Rashad is purely X and Z, and Zay just gonna feast in the slot and like on gadget shit. I think that's the route y'all gonna go.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's fine too.
Like if this was like 3 years ago, this would be a crazy deal. But like 3 years too late, man. That shit crazy.
That's bro. When they signed that nigga, bro, Twitter was so funny, bro. That shit was hilarious, bro.
It's like Baltimore always get like the cold niggas at the really back end of their career, like Dez, Odell. Now this nigga, yeah.
I think it'll be okay.
Do y'all
I
think
think
y'all
it'd be cool
end up
too.
trading Mark Andrews though?
That's what everybody want. That's bro.
Um,
No funny. The whole day yesterday, while the shit was going on, I'm watching all the Eagles fans on my timeline talking about some why is Mark Andrews. They call this man Mark No Andrews. Why is he still on the team?
for me, ideally, it doesn't make 2 cents to really have,
3 tight
in my
ends.
opinion, 2 tight ends. Where Charlie, shout out to Charlie too, but 2 tight ends that are really that good. I think Isaiah and Mark are both good tight ends in this league, and I would just trade Mark because I think Isaiah is also younger, and I think he's better, and I think he's also more reliable. At this point.
And on top of that, this is a good tight end class. So it's like, why not get off of a nigga when they're about to be 30? Get some sort of pick and just take a nigga you like in like the third or fourth round. Harold Fanion would be cool with y'all. Elijah Arroyo, Mason Graham. Not Mason Taylor. If you want like a more pass catching guy, but I mean, I think it's the right decision to move on for Mark if y'all can get something for him. I mean, if the market ain't there, then just fuck it, ride out with the nigga. But if you can get something.
Yeah.
What's up, Rob?
I was gonna say, what is his mark to get though? Are they trying to get a pick?
You're trying to get a 4th round pick. You might get a 4th. And it's cap relief too. I mean, if you could fuck around and get a 4th and like not have to pay the rest of his contract, then I'd do it.
Is likely a good run blocker though.
I think he's
Like
good. He's
like
good
he's solid
enough
all
in the
around.
aspects of like
Yeah.
maybe like getting like light edges and like linebacker is not that big, but Kolar is a good run blocker though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like on play,
yeah.
and Kolar is decent at catching too. So you can do the same things like schematically with Kolar. I mean, he's not as good as of a pass catcher as Andrews, but blocking wise is good. And like if y'all go get Arroyo, like if y'all want to get Arroyo in like round 2, round 3, like that nigga's really good. So
Yeah. I agree with pretty much everything that you said. I'm open to it. I will welcome it. Because at the point, likely he's just better, and I'll just leave it at that. Better hands, better route runner, more elusive. It's overall just all around just a better tight end in the market at the moment. So
cheaper.
Yeah, cheaper. So yeah, I'm open to it. I'll welcome it. I don't got a problem with it at all. And like I said, Hopkins it's an upgrade at the wide receiver 3 position. So that's what it comes down to. Because granted, we still scored on the drive, but we didn't have no shot out there in that Bills game on that last drive, and Nose Flowers already for the whole entire game. That you saw freaking Aguilar and Wallace and shit like that out there. Now we're gonna be featuring out Zay and a lot of 3 wide receiver sets with Zay, Rashad, and Hopkins, and I think that's a plus. With Isaiah Likely or even Mark in the middle, and also Derrick Henry in the back of it with Lamar Jackson. So it's still a plus regardless. It's a solid, cool move for us. Nothing that I'm jumping for joy about or going crazy about, but it's still DeAndre Hopkins. So.
I mean, I think
back in his career.
Hey man, hey, look, A, my Discord is finally back. They unbanned me.
This nigga, man.
And B, brother, you should be happy, brother. You should be happy.
I am happy. I ain't jumping for joy, but I'm happy.
So what? You
Good
got
move.
3. You got 3 top 25 receivers now?
Not responding to trolls, bro.
I mean, the real thing is we should be happy Brandon Stevens gone. Like that nigga stinks.
Shout out to the Jets, man.
I hope y'all get Jair though. I hope your front office making a move, making a call to get Jair.
I forgot that nigga's on the market.
Yeah, if we get Jair, then I'm happy.
They'll let him.
It's
They'll let him
crazy
go.
that
They'll
he
let him
still
go for a
hasn't been
good price.
signed yet.
Like that? No, they haven't cut him yet. They're in talks.
Oh, they haven't.
Yeah, they're saying that he's gonna be cut before June, but they want to trade him if they can.
Bro, I'm not. I ain't. No, bro.
But that nigga he's only played like 5 games in the last like 2 years. Like
yeah, and he don't play.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if the nigga was healthy, he'd be getting back at least a second. Like that nigga's still good when he plays. He's good. He just hasn't played in 2 years.
It's all right. They don't need him. They play so much without him. They don't need him.
I didn't know Eric Stokes was a release. I thought he was still on the Packers.
Yeah, bum. Bye.
I mean, I thought he played decently like 2 years ago, but I thought he was still on the Packers. He was just hurt. I'm like, who the fuck are they calling?
Where Eric Stokes at?
He went to the Jags or some shit. He signed like a 1-year deal with somebody.
That was this
or the Raiders.
That was this year?
Yeah, they just signed yesterday. He signed a 1-year deal with somebody. I'm like, when the fuck did he get released?
So who their corners now?
I have no idea who playing corner for them niggas.
Oh, okay.
So them niggas might be going corner in the first round then.
Yeah, they definitely they gotta replace both of them guys because they picked
the niggas might just go.
Eric,
they might take Max.
Didn't Eric go around 1 or 2?
Eric, he was a second round pick.
Yeah.
Oh no, he might have been a first round pick actually. No,
I might say he was. Yeah, probably was the first to be honest.
Yeah, I remember he went to Georgia. He was either a first or second round pick. I'm like, man, but it's like besides the last couple of years, besides Jair, they haven't hit on they corners at all. Kevin King wasn't good. Eric Stokes was injured. Yeah, them niggas they gotta fix their cornerback room.
Yep. Everybody got anything to say about anything else NFL free agency related? Did y'all want to dive into some teams that we feel like are winners or losers so far in the NFL free agency period? Or
Chargers are definitely losers. I mean, that's not even a discussion.
Let me pull up that list.
It's up to you, honestly. I don't care.
Hold on.
Either way. I feel like unless it's something crazy, NFL talks aren't going to really be like how they were Monday. So you might as well just kind of get it out the way.
Monday was peak for sure. Yeah, but I do want to. I do, but wherever A-Rod goes, let me just get it out the way. Wherever A-Rod goes, he goes. Whatever.
Yeah, and that can just be its own conversation.
You think he's gonna be a what?
I think he's gonna be a Steeler. I think the Giants are bending over backwards for that nigga, but I don't think he wants to go there with only Malik as a weapon and a mid offensive line. I think at least Pittsburgh has two niggas you can throw to and a better
You
defense.
know
So.
what? I just thought about something. The Giants aren't guaranteed to get a quarterback in the draft because the Browns could take one and the Titans could take one,
My
which
only thing,
means that Russ could be a Giant.
I don't think the Titans take a quarterback, bro.
And what's gonna
Well,
happen
that would be interesting.
is
I think they're locked. Like every report that I've seen and like the niggas I've like listened to, them niggas are locked in on Abdul. Like they
yes,
want either the
Abdul
Giants or
Carter.
Browns to trade
Abdul
up
Carter's going number
to
one.
one.
He's
No,
going. He's
Well, I
going
mean,
number
I
one.
think if no one does it, then I think Abdul's probably gonna go one. But I think they wanna trade down and just take Abdul.
And the Giants getting Travis Hunter. Boom. And then now they're in a fight. Both of them are in a fight for Arch Manning. Boom. Just like that. No
I don't
reason, no
think
reason to geek out and trash out and crash out for two quarterbacks or try to go get Cam Ward or Shador when you got Arch Manning and you think Arch Manning is better. Boom. So why not go grab the best player available or a position that you need and you start from there.
the
All right,
thing
this
is
can be
like
what?
oh no, I'm like the thing with the Giants is like them niggas are like their front office is pretty much this their last shot if they don't get a quarterback. So I think they're gonna do whatever they can if they can't get Rodgers to go trade up for a fucking Cam Ward.
They
So
are
I think
they already hit on everything around them. They with the signing. They got Holland. That's good signing. Good
they still need
sign.
receivers. I mean,
Yeah,
you only have Malik.
yeah. You go.
And their
You
line
you
is
can
still
you can
like
draft that.
their
You
line
can
isn't
draft
that
that
good either.
along, and they bring back Derek. They paid Darius Slayton for a reason. You bring
He's
him back,
okay.
and
That's not gonna be a reason for Aaron Rodgers to be like,
like
yeah,
I
I want
said,
this
like I
New
said
York.
before that, they go get a receiver, and they bring back Darius, and they brought back Darius Slayton.
I mean, who would they get a receiver though? Ain't nobody really available right now. Like all the big name receivers are gone. Like you're not getting Godwin, you're not getting
Godwin
what's
wasn't a big name. Well, great.
well, free agency wise, he was the best free agent receiver. Well, that's not T Higgins. T Stanford.
Brother, it's something. It is something called the NFL draft. I don't care about none of them regular ass receivers and free agency.
Oh, you want to do like a rankings type shit?
No, it's not a ranking. It's just putting them in the proper slots, the winners or losers.
Oh,
NFL free
okay.
agency so far. Yeah, this can be. It's not that much. It's not what it is. A long
I
activity.
keep seeing
If
somebody
anybody
here and then leaving.
it was right that dropped and came back.
Yeah.
Oh,
If anybody want to join the stage for this activity, feel free to do so. And if it's a team that's easy to be slotted, we can just start really from going left to right all the way on down. San Francisco 49ers,
Broncos.
not left to right, like 49ers.
Yes.
Why do you say
Oh, that
Broncos?
way. Okay.
Yeah. What?
Losers.
Where are the Broncos at? I'm confused.
Definitely losers.
Right there, next to the
They like
Bills.
those.
Oh, how you missed? How you skip here?
I was saying it as you were saying it.
Oh, um, before we start, should neutral be a category?
Yeah. Because some
Yeah.
teams haven't done
Neutral
shit.
should be a category because it's early in free agency, so like some niggas could just
Yeah.
eventually end up losers or winners. So right now they could be neutral.
All right. So San Francisco 49, I think we all gonna put them as losers.
Yep.
Bears, we're gonna put them as winners. Wait,
Bears,
somebody say,
yeah.
wait,
Oh,
I think
what,
they're
Bears
winners.
are
what is it to
easily
think
winners.
about? Yeah, what is it to think about with the Bears? Is that
Think
Rod doing
about
that?
who's saying
That's
and then
just
move it.
hate, bro.
And then keep it
Come
moving.
on, G.
Yeah, the Bears are
No,
easily
it's
winners.
actually it's not no divisional shit. It's just I mean, in one of the like deepest DT drafts, you overpay for Grady Jarrett.
They got. I mean,
Which,
but you have cap. It's
but
no like you
he's
have.
30 though.
I mean,
You
they're
could
still gonna
draft
probably
one.
go draft
You
more.
could draft
It's
one
like
though.
at 9 they can go BPA. Like you going into the draft without having to have to take a position.
They also added 3 guys to the offensive line.
I was just about to say
No,
I'm more so
Jonah
focused on
Jackson
their
is not
offensive
good,
line
bro.
than
Don't
the
Jonah
one
Jackson.
Grady Jarrett had, quite frankly.
I mean, getting a center, you didn't have a center. You got the best center available.
They got that for sure. I'm just talking about just Grady Jarrett, and then Jonah Jackson isn't really much really
I mean,
good.
it's an upgrade from what they had. They only had Javon Dexter.
I'm gonna let T come here and tell you about Jonah Jackson. That nigga's no. But I mean, it's cool. Shout out to the Bears.
I mean, but he got hurt last year, and the year he
They've
returned
won
to the
for
Lions, he
what
was with
they did
the big
and
pay
for
coach.
what
So.
they needed. I think we can
They
I
had a
think they're
cool
winners.
free
keep it
agency.
going.
I don't think there's no way they're neutral or losers. They got to be winners.
Yeah.
Bengals.
I mean, I
Mm.
want to say losers because them niggas they let DK sign and now they gonna have to pay even more money for
You
fucking.
wanted them to pay for DK? Oh,
No,
I
no, I'm
just got
saying
what you
like
were saying.
DK's contract gonna make T want more money and Jamar. So you pretty much lose in that situation. Like you niggas was already money strapped. Now you got to pay more money to two niggas, and you still have a whole defense to roster.
Do anybody know off the top of their head anything that they've done so far?
They re-signed BJ Hill, I think.
They did that at the time, like some cornerback or some shit.
They've done some stuff because I've seen their name.
What are you talking about?
The
The
thing
Shaggy,
that
welcome
Bengals.
back.
not Mike
Welcome back.
They traded Trey to the Lions.
that's not gonna happen.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
But
boom,
that's
boom, boom,
not.
boom,
But
boom,
it's not
boom.
going.
My bad. Sound call. Bro, just
you
don't
sound
give
cooked.
me
Stop with
today.
what you're
That's all
doing.
I'm saying. I'm
Bro,
gonna
you're
fucking beat
cooked,
your ass.
BJ. You're cooked.
Y'all keep going.
You're cooked. BJ, you're cooked, dude.
They re-signed Marco Wilson. I'm looking at it. They re-signed Marco Wilson and they re-signed Mike Gesicki. They re-signed Cody Ford, Tanner
Cody Ford. Oh my
Hudson.
god.
They've done some re-signings. They franchised T. Sam Hubbard's gone. Alex Capo was released. Sheldon Rankins was released, and they haven't done anything with any of their unrestricted free agents, like outside of BJ Hill. And for me, why they're losers is because they agreed to let Trey Henderson find a trade partner, and that's why you're a loser.
Can't wait.
Didn't Sam Hubbard retire too as well?
Yep, that
Yeah,
nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, at this moment so far, they are losers.
Letters and
With that,
cards and surprise them.
Yeah, there's no way around that.
Impact.
so
And
somebody got
Jermaine Pratt,
they got
Jermaine Pratt,
somebody got a
Jermaine Pratt.
background. Somebody got something going on
I
in their
think that's
background.
Jordan. Jordan mute.
That's me.
Buffalo Bills,
I always say, I mean,
Joey
I'm fine with
Bosa,
neutral.
extended Khalil, extended Josh
Oh
Allen,
well,
Damar Hamlin back,
because
three
of the
back
extent. Wait,
extended.
DeMar came
You
back.
saying DeMar Hamlin back is crazy?
Oh, that nigga came back for real.
Shaggy just gifted 5 memberships. Shaggy got
DeMar Hamlin back.
money.
Oh shit.
Shaggy
I did
got
not want that nigga back, bro.
Oh
money.
shit.
Shaggy hit the
Shaggy with the 5 gift.
lotto. Shaggy with the 5 gifted in the chat. Shaggy with the 5 gifted in the chat. Ooh.
How do
Let's
you do
go. Shout
that?
out to Shaggy. Um, good question, Shaggy. How do you do that? Boom. Shout out to Shaggy.
Oh, this shit
I'm
really like.
mad. I'm mad. Goods got it though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
Turn
mad.
to
Goods
Twitch
got it.
now.
I'm mad. Goods got it.
You
No
probably got to
funny.
do it off the desktop though.
Who dropped
I've never
100
seen you be able to do
games?
it on the phone.
Shout out to Shaggy, dog.
Do that
I
on the phone.
5 gifted memberships. That's crazy.
The Bills.
I mean, we got, but none of the niggas we brought in free agency are like game changers. So I'm fine with neutral. Like Joey, if healthy, will be cool. I think Michael Hoyt's a scheme fit. I like Jordan Palmer, but they're not like amazing things. I think the best things we did was
Joshua Palmer.
re-sign our niggas for like not crazy deals. So I mean, if it's tiered, then like end of winners I take with, or neutral is fine with me.
I have them as neutral,
I
personally.
like neutral for the Bills.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be with
Bills
you.
are neutral.
Mhm.
Okay. Broncos for me, they're winners.
That's not even
Clear.
Hands
Yeah.
down.
They might be
Yeah,
the
bro.
winners of
Why?
free agency.
Why?
Period.
Why are we losers?
Is that the
Oh.
actual question, Joe? Like, come on, my nigga. Why wouldn't y'all be losers? Explain that to me.
Don't feed it. Don't feed it. Don't
Bro,
feed
why
it.
are you asking questions? Just let him say what he
Don't.
say.
Don't feed it. Don't feed
Why y'all not
I,
losers, Joe?
I feel like we're at neutral because we added our coach. We added back Asala. So I think even though we're removing players that were
This is
aging,
about free agency,
we're
not coaching
can
signings.
the
We've
biggest
never
can
problem.
done
I
that for any of
speak?
Free
these
I don't
agency.
know.
teams.
I just came in here to chip in as
it.
to why I think that we're not losers. Yeah. So we gain, even though we're losing players that are older, and some of them have also injury issues. I think a huge aspect coming into this draft is that we made Salah one of the highest paid defensive coordinators, and I feel like him back at the regime is going to help us in terms of the person. He was
He
a
cut out.
reason why we
Okay.
drafted some of those guys early on, and as years passed, and as you can see, the result was going to the Super Bowl with him when he was a coordinator. So to me, that neutralizes us losing our defense. Now, obviously, our offense has a lot of question marks because Debo wasn't himself last year, and offensive lines have a issue to address. But so far, we have 11 or 12 picks. I think this is a hit or miss draft for us. I can't say we're definitively losers at the moment where I see the vision of the upcoming year or plan ahead, which puts me at a neutral standpoint.
Okay. This is the activity for free agency so far. Free agency slash trades. So free agency signings or trades in the within the last week or so. So that's what this activity is for. This activity nothing to do with coaching. This activity has nothing to do what can happen in the draft because we cannot predict what. That's why Miles this happened. Chad do this after the draft. But I'm sorry, this is an activity that's being done at the moment for what took place in the last week. So at that moment, with you guys trading Debo and cutting an array of guys, and not signing anybody that's going to cause a big difference to your team at this very moment. I think the biggest signing that you guys made, or one of the signings you guys made, is DeMarcus Robinson. That's probably at the forefront. That's not at that point. Y'all are losers. There's not nothing neutral about releasing 5 guys and losing all these starters: Shadarius Ward, Hufanga, Dre Greenlaw, Debo Samuel, Kyle Juszczyk. The list goes on, and then I'm going to put you on a neutral. I just can't do that. That just doesn't make sense. So
I mean,
that's
but
why.
coming before the season and coming to the business side of aspect, you kind of saw where things were heading about all season long.
That don't
Where
make
we
it
were
good.
losing, those were the conversations where, well, what's going to happen with
Okay,
the
but what
Niners?
does
They're going
this
to have
have
to
to do
pay
with
guys.
the
They're going to have to release
exercise?
guys. So this is something that we were expecting to happen.
Yeah, we
This is
saw the
But
nothing.
what
bad
does this
happen.
have to
We
do with
saw
the
the bad coming
exercise,
down the
though?
pike. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
At the end of the
No,
day, even if you saw it or other 49ers fans saw it or even I saw it, for this activity that we're doing at the moment, though, with me listing out all these guys that were starting on your teams and now going elsewhere, and you guys did not do anything to replace them at this moment as of March 12th, then that therefore you guys will have to be losers. Now, can things happen for the rest of this offseason and or draft and we redo this activity sometime, say, for example, June or July, and y'all can probably say, how was the 49ers offseason and we rank the offseason? It can probably change from losers to winners. So, but at this moment, you guys have to be losers. Now, granted, I don't think y'all gonna do anything that's going to change that, but yeah, at this moment, you have to be losers.
Like their best case is to be in neutral, and that's at the best.
They're not. No, their best
that's why I
case
No,
is to
said
be
it's
in
for
losers,
me
which is where they
personally.
are. I
Neutral
don't
No, I
is
know
mean
where
being
you're
after
like
free
having
He
agency,
was
redundant
saying
like
after. He was
conversations.
saying after everything, Joe. Like after the draft, after all the, after
after
everything.
everything, they
Not
best
right
case is
now.
neutral. They
Yeah,
losers
not right
for
now.
as
sure.
of right now, you guys are losers. Like you
Yeah.
lost a lot. You lost a lot. You
But
The
lost
these
a
are
lot.
things that
Browns.
were expected, though. These were things that are like
That
kind of
doesn't
we were
change the
Joe,
It
that
fact.
doesn't
expecting.
matter
doesn't
though.
have
Joe,
anything
you
to do with
doing
the
too
fact
much. Like
that you are
like
losers.
projecting.
If you expected it or not, cool. We
I
get
don't
it. This is a
understand how
part
you
of your
can.
process.
I don't understand how
The
you can not be.
exercise is, are you a winner in free agency? Are you a loser in free agency? Or are you neutral in free agency? Right now, you're losers. That's okay.
I mean, literally, all you did was lose. So like, I don't even. I don't know, bro. Like it's right there in the title. Like I don't. You didn't really add anybody. I'm not even counting Demarcus Robinson, to be honest. Like you didn't add shit. So
He signed that nigga.
Yeah, they signed a 2-year deal. But yeah, I mean, and Joe, by the way,
That's what I'm
scrolling on the
saying,
bottom of the
right?
screen, scrolling on the bottom of the screen in parentheses, it says early. So this is early. I know we're doing it early, but as
Bro,
of right
what
now,
is
March 12th, you
Thanks.
guys technically will be losers.
Marcus Robinson?
Um, we get to the Cleveland Browns though. The Cleveland Browns. Anybody want to shout
Losers.
anything for them?
They got it.
Losers.
They
What
had to
Everything
what
they
makes
cut.
do
them
is
losers?
losers.
They
So
had to cut Dalvin Tomlinson. Like them niggas going. I mean, you still got. I mean, there's just not. There's no way they could be neutral or winners. So they kind of just have to
Bro,
be
they
losers.
bro, they losers. Lost.
but I
Well,
mean,
you keep Miles
they are
Garrett.
kind
You
of neutral
extend
because
Miles.
they haven't really done shit.
Yeah, I think they're
No,
neutral. I mean, what?
no,
Why are
they're
yeah,
they
me
neutral
too.
losers
though?
because they gave up a fifth round pick to get Kenny Pickett.
And they
They're
had to
losers.
cut their starting interior D tackle to make money work. Like
They kept Miles. They was gonna keep Miles regardless. So I
Yeah,
don't.
Yeah, I think they're
I
neutral. I
don't
mean, they weren't really realistically. They weren't trying to even do
do
shit.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
they
suck.
was
They're gonna
baiting
suck
niggas.
again this year, and I think that's kind of the plan or the expectation.
That's true.
Yeah, they're neutral for me as well. And again, big shout out to Shaggy for refixing his membership and also gifting 5 memberships. If anybody's ever interested in becoming a member of the Fact and Stats community on YouTube, the link is in the description on this video to become a member. I would love for everybody to extend a support and become a member as well. And if anybody ever wants to gift, I know Miles and Jordan said, how do you do that? You have to be on a computer to do that. So shout out to Shaggy.
Gotcha.
I agree with Jordan Woods. I think the Browns are neutral. I know we got some losers in here, but I think they're neutral. Like, what? They didn't do no wrong. They didn't do anything to win. So it's like, well, I'm
That's
not going to
fine.
do no wrong. I don't agree with trading a 5th round pick and DTR for Kenny Pickett, but I don't think that's enough for them to say they're losers, though.
But they were
At
able to
this
trade
moment.
DTR. Matter of fact, change that.
Oh, they got DTR
Yeah,
was in
got
that
rid of
deal.
DTR. So yeah,
Yeah.
change that. Yeah,
Winner, 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 winner.
winners for sure, for sure, winners.
All right, so a neutral is cool then, or I'm not saying winner. They're not winners for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
No, I
would have
was
said
just
that.
yeah, yeah. No,
All
I'm
right,
just
so
joking. Neutral.
Tampa Bay Bucks, Godwin back.
I mean, you kept Godwin, you kept your guard, you got
They added
Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I think
sorry.
neutral was fine. I think neutral
Winners
was
are
fine.
neutral.
Yeah, if you want to go low winner, neutral is fine. Yeah.
Did they lose anything?
They lost the center, but I think I think he lost his job to Graham Barton anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Text me that, Miles, so I don't forget.
I say they're
Hold on.
neutral.
I'll say neutral.
I'm about to text you right now. Hold on.
Cool with
'Cause
neutral.
I got mine off rep. That's what I would do if I were you. Just going off rep. El Gato
They kept
860.
everybody. They essentially kept everybody they needed to keep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'll
like
still be neutral.
Go to offer. I got mine on offer up, or you can do the best buy route. Whatever. D60.
Excuse you.
D60. All right. So I said Bucks neutral. Cardinals. I think this is
They signed
neutral.
Josh Sweat.
Yeah, they didn't.
No, I think that's about it.
really
They signed Josh. Well, they
happen with the
re-signed
Cardinals, right?
they re-signed Baron Browning for a good deal, and then they kept. I mean, they got Josh Sweat. They were supposed to get Milton too, but I think Milton just went to the Patriots because of money. So I mean, I think neutral is fine. They didn't really lose nobody.
Yeah. Chargers to me.
Did you move the
Yeah,
Bucks?
Tampa didn't get moved.
Tampa neutral.
Tampa did get moved. What are you talking about?
No,
It's
your
not
screen
moved
is
on
on the
my
bottom.
shit.
I probably got refreshed. I don't know.
I'll do that later.
On my screen, they are neutral. Did I just move the Cardinals? Did y'all see the Cardinals moved?
No, it's still
No, but I'm not
still-
tripping about
Small
it. I don't
black
care.
circle.
Let me refresh my screen on YouTube. Hold on. Damn, it don't show it's moved. That's weird. Let me stop sharing my screen and share my screen back. Is it better now?
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Chargers,
Losers.
Najee Harris. That's
Losers.
it. But I'll say losers. Yeah.
Losers. Them niggas
Yeah.
fucking blew free agency, man.
How did they lose?
I mean, they had like one of the most cap space in the league, and all them. I mean, bringing Khalil back, cool. Najee, I don't really care about, but it's like
But they
some
got
of
a
the
corner
signings-
too. Who's the
So
corner? They got a
why
corner.
Dante Jackson? Why aren't they
Yeah,
neutral
Dante
though?
Jackson.
That nigga, Dante Jackson isn't good. That's not a nigga that's enough to make you a winner. And then
Oh,
on
They
top
didn't
of
address
that,
I
their.
didn't
They
say they
didn't.
were a winner. I said they were neutral. Why are they
I
losers?
mean, but like you had a terrible interior line, and you brought back the same niggas for more money when you could have just
But
went out and
okay,
signed.
see, here's the thing. When it comes to the interior O line, what interior O linemen were really out there for people to get? It's not like this is one. It's not like there's a good free agent market for interior O linemen this year. There's also not that good of a draft for interior O linemen this year. So why reach? Just because you have the money to spend doesn't mean you should just overpay for somebody just because you need something. I don't think they're winners by any means, but they got rid of Joshua Palmer, who just like wasn't doing anything for them for the most part. I mean, he had his moments, but he wasn't doing anything for them in the most part. Yeah, they let J.K. Watt walk, and do I think Najee is a huge improvement? No, but I think they're pretty neutral at the running back position, similar and maybe even a little bit better than they were last year. They got a corner, regardless of how you feel about it. You know, he's not the greatest, but they got a corner. I don't think they've really done enough or lost enough or lost anyone for me to be like, oh yeah, they're a loser. Look at what they had. They're pretty much in the same position that they were coming into free agency.
I think we should look at this like what a team
Yeah, and
does relative to what they could have done and what's out
I hear
there.
you. Good points. Only reason why I'm saying loser because I feel like you didn't address one of, if not your biggest need. You missed out on key names at the wide receiver position that you
Like
needed.
even the
DK,
Drew Dalman
Devontae,
shit, like
and
you have
and,
the money
and
to get that nigga. Like they had the
deep.
money to be able to pay him, and it's like I know you saying like yeah you have cap, but you don't have to use it. But when you're in the window of your franchise quarterback and you actually have cap space, you not using it to actually get one of the bigger name free agents when you have cap space is that's not a good thing either though.
What's the name that you said, Fredo?
The nigga that went to the Bears, the center, they need a center
Okay.
badly. Like, and they had the money to pay it more, the same or if not more than what the Bears did.
You gotta try again, Jordan Woods.
Wasn't that the
Yeah,
same?
man. That too, and I just think that missing not getting one of these wide receivers out here, I think that's just bad. But you make good points though. They're in the same
But like,
position.
what wide
But is them being in
receivers?
this
DK, who needed to be traded, and Devontae.
better than what they got?
What
Devontae is
wide
one of them
receivers
niggas
are we
like
really talking about though?
I mean you could have you could have paid Chris Godwin too. Like
Chris Godwin
Or
coming off of a broken leg again
it's
was that
still
made
better
no
than what
sense.
you have though.
But
Like
my
you
thing
like
is if let's be for real. Let's keep it fucking for real, and like let's not try and do the oh well it's kind of whatever. Let's be for real. If the Chargers had paid Chris Godwin, who has routinely had lower leg issues for the past 4 years in his career, he's over 30 years old. He's coming off of either a broken leg or a torn ACL or something like that, another season-ending injury where it wasn't even early in the season. I think it was a little bit toward the middle of the season, and they paid an aging plus 30-year-old receiver who has consistent lower leg injuries. And we think about what are the issues with Chargers wide receivers already. They can't stay healthy. Oh yeah, go pay him though. Like, let's be for real.
Yeah, I think you gotta judge it like what resources you have relative to your needs, and then like all your needs, like in totality, and like how you allocate those resources. So, yeah, I think they're pretty neutral. Because I don't think there was. I hear you on the center. That could tip the scale a little bit towards lower level losers, but I don't. What would have been the contract, Fredo?
I gotta go look at how much he made.
And like did that so they still have the money?
Yeah, they haven't. They still have cap. They haven't. They really only signed that one dude. I mean, they really only signed with DK and brought Khalil back for 18 million. They still
Okay.
have
Not
cap.
DK.
Yeah,
Not you.
I could
I
see.
mean not DK. What's that nigga? The running back. They got him and the cornerback. But
In the contract he got, it's not an overpay that the center got. I don't know. I can remember the name he
I'm
said that they
pulling up
got.
the contract. Give
let
me
me
two
go see.
seconds.
Yeah, if that wasn't an overpay and they could have paid him slightly more, and they didn't do that, and
I
they and
mean,
they're
he got
they,
3 years, 42 million with 28 guaranteed.
uh,
I think he makes him like the top four at the center position. I think.
yeah, I'm
He's the
50-50
second
on that.
highest paid
Oh,
center.
you second? Okay, yeah. So second highest. That
I'm
is a lot
50
of money, but it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
like. But
50-50.
that's a big need. Like they had one of the worst interiors in the league, and you have the
Yeah,
cap space. It's
yeah,
not like you against the cap either. That's my point.
yeah. No, I can see that. I'm 50-50 on that in that case. 'Cause if you still have the money and you're not going to spend it really elsewhere, really, like you don't really have to. What you would lose by paying him a little bit more, you're not necessarily going to lose on a bigger position of need. But that's a big position of need. Then I can see some difference.
Yeah, and
So I'm
like
50-50.
listening to Ari argument. You right with the Chris Godwin thing. You right. I think Devontae is more of a loss, but he probably just was like, man, I'd
He
rather go
chose to
to
go to Stafford.
but yeah. So receiver wise, I gotta take a L on that. But the center wise, like, yeah, you might have to overpay. But again, like, all your core nigga. Well, you really only have what like one core nigga in Herbert right now.
Hmm.
He's already signed up, locked up. So it's not like you need the cap for that shit. Like, I would say like go out and actually try and upgrade your interior with the center.
Look, I'm with you on the center position. I mean, I'm still not crazy high on Drew Dolman, but like, okay, I get it. Cool, go get it. It's a need. If he's better than what you have, even marginally better, go ahead and do it. Right? Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, I still don't think that tips them into losers because, like I said, they're pretty much in the exact same position that they were coming into free agency.
Wes, what's your thoughts on that, Wes?
On what?
You active, Wes? You active?
You didn't
I
hear
said
him?
on what? I didn't hear what
Oh
she
Oh,
no,
said.
on the so like pretty much
oh, no, I didn't hear you,
me and
Wes. I can
Ari
hear
were
you
talking
now.
about the Chargers being
He
neutral at
wasn't up here,
losers.
Fredo. You're gonna have to repeat it.
Nah, he was up here. I dropped him, put him back up here
Oh
real quick.
no, you said what?
I still can't hear him. He talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wes talking. I can hear Wes.
I removed you
Yeah,
from the studio,
Oh
Wes. Try to come
damn,
back again.
damn.
Try
yeah.
to come back again, Wes.
The app is kind of tripping because before I was talking, he couldn't hear me. That's why I had to drop before. So
Okay.
it's kind of tweaking a little bit.
All
All
right,
right.
yeah. I think the Chargers should be neutral. I lean with Ari. I think that ideally, if moves can be made, sure, but they still have to make sense. I think that um that the only thing that I could like penalize them for is not signing Devontae. But again, like Devontae's old. He's still really good, but he's old. And it's like maybe they feel it's best to, continue to try to build through the draft with wide receivers. And they hit on that, like they absolutely hit on that.
Oh,
It
for
was
sure.
such a home run. Maybe they feel like, we trust our scouting department to continue to go make the right moves. And then on top of that, like I get what Fredo's saying with the center, like, and I don't think he's making a bad point. I think also though, for the Chargers, maybe again, it's a situation where they feel like, we have our eyes on other things. And again, it could be through the draft. I think a lot of teams, even given money and free agency, if it's a home run, I think some organizations are like, yes. I think when it's not that, they try to, ease off the pedal. And I think the Chargers may be learning from what they have messed up on in the past. Because they did that with Herbo when he was on his rookie contract. They went and spent a lot of money, just threw money at guys, and it didn't pan out. So I don't know. I think it's neutral. And when we get past the draft, I think when we do this experiment again, we'll have a better, scope on, hey, how did they actually do? Where did they end up landing? Whether that's loser, winner, or if they stay neutral. But yeah, it's too early for me to call them a loser.
And with the hardball point, I think the scouting point in this case is especially good because we know with Harbaugh with the O line, he's going to trust his eyes and like his assessment in the draft with that because that's how he constructs a team and that's how he prides himself for constructing a team. That's how it's been in the trenches on both sides of the ball. So he probably will be more apt. That probably is their approach to be more apt to say, hey, in the draft or a guy for less money, not a splashy move. This is how we're going to
Oh,
address
hold
that
on, y'all.
position.
No, that's fair because this is a good interior O line class, so I can see that. But then my whole thing is like also trying to get to the draft to the point where you can just take BPA and not have to be locked into one position. Because right now they have a lot of holes. Like you need a receiver, you
Yeah.
need another edge, you need a interior offensive lineman now, you need DT too. So it's like, well, we got Puna back, but you could also use another DT and a corner, like your starting corner and Fulton's gone. So
But them having a lot of holes just means that regardless of what they did in free agency and the draft, they're still probably gonna need another year. Like no team solves all of their problems in one off season. So like I definitely think it's a lot. It'll be better for them. I think we'll have a better idea of them after the draft than like
right
right
now,
now.
okay, no, that's fair. Yeah, okay, neutral's good then. Yeah, yeah, y'all, y'all convinced me. Yeah, neutral's good.
Ev walked away. He said, "Hold on a second. If y'all would like to talk about Kansas City while he's gone,
Neutral. I would put them in neutral. I mean, they
they ain't really did shit.
they got
Oh
it. They got
no, they
the
re-signed Hollywood.
tackle. Like Hollywood, they re-signed Hollywood. They got a tackle from the Niners, but that nigga wasn't even a full-time starter. So I don't really know how you can grade that. And then they got Kristen Fulton, who's pretty solid. So like cornerback wise, but other than that,
Yeah, they
and they're
lost
losing
what
Tooney.
Reed. They lost
Tooney and Reed.
Reed. They traded Tooney.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think neutral. I don't think they lost. I don't think they did anything to make them, oh my god, winners either. But yeah. But I seen a comment that is Denver's in a bidding war with the Chargers to get Evan Ingram.
Oh, really?
Evan Ingram with the Broncos
The
will be. They
Broncos
need
would
a
be
tight end.
nice.
They need a tight end. Like he was hurt last year, so I can't even really grade him off of last season. And the season before that, he was a Pro Bowler. Like the nigga was amazing that season before. So
I heard a lot of good points on both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and side with the neutral as well for the Chargers for the time being. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they are. Did they do anything to make them winners? Did they do anything to make them losers? If not, they'll be neutrals.
they're definitely neutral.
They retained Trey Smith, retained Nick Bolton, retained
I forgot they
Hollywood,
signed Nick Bosa back. Yeah,
signed Christian Fulton, signed Jalen Moore, the offensive tackle, signed Elijah Mitchell. I forgot about that. Um,
was that the running back
so
for the
yeah,
Niners?
Yeah.
yeah,
Damn, I didn't even know they signed Elijah Mitchell.
That
P Ryan
nigga,
lost P
that
that was on
nigga
Ryan.
is
Monday.
hurt. That nigga is hurt. Like
Lost P
Yeah, he'll
Ryan,
never
yeah,
play.
lost
P
He'll
hurt.
never
Ryan
play
lost
football.
Hopkins.
yeah. Sadly, lost Justin Reed. But they
Which
they
I
got
mean,
Fulton, so I don't think they really
and
care.
even safety. Well, they have three good safeties. Like Brian Cook,
Yeah,
Shamari Connor, and it's one more nigga I'm forgetting. Hicks. Like they got good safety, so that's fine.
yeah. I don't think they care about that
But
Yeah, I
either.
these
think
moves that Ari is listing, as far as keeping or getting and losing P Ryan, Hopkins, Reed, did they do that enough to make them winners,
no, they're
or
neutral.
they just be neutral?
No, they're neutral.
This is
They're
neutral.
Neutral.
neutral to me.
This is neutral, Ev.
Okay,
Yeah.
neutral.
Yeah.
We got the Indianapolis Colts next.
What moves did they
They
What
make?
did they do?
signed
I know they signed.
Ashton.
They signed
They
a
signed
couple
Ashton
defensive
Doolin.
players.
They signed. Well, they retained Ashton Doolin, retained their right tackle,
Hmm.
retained their center, signed Cam Bynum,
I thought they
signed
lost their center.
no Wesley French.
Oh wait, Ryan Kelly wasn't starting.
I don't know. I'm just reading off of their moves.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but signed. It says retained, so he was on the team. I don't know if he
Okay.
was a starter or not. But signed Cam Bynum, signed Charvarius Ward, and signed Daniel Jones.
Neutral. I would probably lean. Well, they lost their center and their guard though, so maybe I think neutral's fine. I don't think they did enough to lose or win. I think getting Ward and getting Bynum was good because they needed help in the secondary. But
Yeah,
losing both your interior offensive linemen isn't good either. So I think it offsets
Yeah, wait, way to
yeah,
put it. Commanders are winners for
winners.
me.
Commanders
yeah.
winners. Yeah.
Yeah,
Winners.
getting Tunsil for what they gave up is a win.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Cowboys.
Automatic losers.
Yeah.
You don't even got to do nothing.
Said
Just put them
automatic
in no lose.
losers.
Just put
Miami
that shit
Dolphins.
Ooh,
neutral.
No
neutral. I think.
Holland
They haven't done
gone.
nothing. I mean, well,
Hold
they got
up.
Nick
No,
Westbrook
I
and
think they
Keenan.
might
I
be
like that.
losers, low key.
What are they at?
They added Nick Westbrook and Keenan. He was on the
Oh,
Titans. The only
Oh yeah,
good
they
receiver.
did.
Yeah, the
And
most
they
Mhm.
finally got
nondescript
a.
wide receiver in the league.
They
They
also
finally got
added
a
Zach
solid
Wilson.
receiver.
They added Ashton Davis. They added Zach Wilson. They added
wait. Let's
two O
circle back. Let's circle
linemen.
back. Let's circle back. How are the Cowboys losers though?
They don't do nothing.
I mean, on
With the
top
But
of
money
the
they
that,
got, they don't
but
do
on
nothing.
top of that, he
Let
they
me
lost.
didn't
look at
lose.
their
What did they lose?
moves.
They didn't
Let's
lose
start. Let's start
nothing.
with what. Well, yeah, I was gonna say like what you said. What they lose, and then also what their holes in their roster. That's a good place to start. Then we could like
Yeah,
maybe
because
work
I
from
mean,
there.
Yeah.
this is similar to in my opinion, not the same exact similarities, but Ari was saying, well, the Chargers didn't. They got the same problem that they had going into free agency. They still have the same now. Don't the Cowboys got
Yeah.
the same problems? And they also added. I think they added a couple of guys on the defensive line, if I'm not mistaken.
They
They added to the defensive
well, they
line.
added Solomon Thomas, and if you want to consider Peyton Turner an ad, you can.
Even with that, like you, I mean, I know it's
They
not a free
signed two
agency,
defensive
but
linemen though, not just one, not just Peyton. There was somebody else too, if I'm
I
not
said
mistaken.
Solomon Thomas.
Oh yeah, and then Peyton, the guy from New Orleans, and then Javante Williams instead of
They
Rico.
signed Javante, who I actually think
Yeah,
could be good for them if he's
I don't think
healthy.
Devontae is good at all. But
If he's
I
healthy, I think he
guess
could be good for them.
yeah. Obviously, D-Mac in the parentheses, you see early. It's early. This is an early activity.
I'm
Last
just
assignment.
fucking with y'all.
No,
They
I know you
re-signed
trolling.
Kavontae Turpin.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
just not. How are they
That's
losers?
cool.
I don't think they did anything to make them losers.
I
I
mean,
think
but
they're neutral.
does losing Zach
Oh,
Martin and
the
retiring him
Cowboys are
matter
for
to you?
sure losers. You know why? Because Miles Garrett got $40 million.
I mean, yeah, the fact
The
that,
price of
but
Micah
that's
Parsons went up
after this year.
astronomically. That
That's
alone
after
makes them
this
lose.
year.
I mean, it's the same thing for the Bengals. The Bengals have now said that they wanted to make Jamar Chase
Yeah.
the highest paid non-quarterback. That number now starts at 40 instead of maybe being 40.
Yeah, he's getting 40 plus. No question.
He is. He
Yeah, and
has to.
Micah gonna
Easy,
want if
And
not
easy.
the
Micah wants
same,
more than
more.
that.
Oh yeah, he wants more than 40.
One of those
Yeah,
players
Micah
deserves 40.
want
The other
more.
one
I'm
does
like,
not.
if the Bengals are losers, the Cowboys have to be losers too. Because if not, they both have to be neutral then.
Okay. All right, we'll
Okay, I
bypass
think
for
that's
now.
fair.
We'll bypass for now. Yeah. Miami Dolphins.
I think that's neutral.
It's neutral. I don't think they won or lost anything.
I don't really know what they
Philadelphia
needed.
Eagles.
Philly lost. They
Neutral.
haven't added anybody. You trade away.
They've
They
CJ.
lost
lost.
Chauncey, but I mean, I
They've
think that they can
lost.
replace that in the draft.
Yeah, I think for right
I-
now they kind of
We
have to
aren't
be what
taking
they
in the
is.
draft though.
Becton is a free agent, obviously, but I think that Kid and Green, they'll be able to get competent guard play after him with what Stoughton does there. So
Stoutland's amazing, so I'm not even mad at
I
that.
put them at neutral.
That's the only reason them niggas aren't
Do
even
y'all
like
think
that's not a bad
y'all
trade.
think they're still neutral though with just asking? Y'all think they're still neutral though with like some of the losses on the defense they've had?
I think losers is fine for now because they haven't. I mean, they haven't really. I mean, you lose C.J. Gardner Johnson for pretty much just a
I
replacement
mean,
level
look, they
guard.
re-signed Zach Bond. They
Okay, they
restructured
did sign
Saquon.
Vaughn.
It's hard for me to this hard for me to, and obviously we all different people, so we all look at things differently. But it's hard for me to say a team that didn't need to go into free agency needing to add this, that, and that as losers. Like they didn't go into free agency needing to add an array of different players at different positions. Like
that's true.
So I think
Well, I
losing
think it's
Slade.
less about what they needed to add because I think you can maintain I was about to say homeostasis. You can maintain and still not be a loser. I think some people might. I'm really indifferent. I think some people might say, but they have lost and they haven't replaced. And some of their losses aren't just like, oh,
Yeah,
no need to
Sweat
fucking
and
worry
Milton
about that
Williams,
losses.
obviously.
So
Yes.
But some of their
Those
losses
two
are
are
already like their replacements are already on the roster. Like Josh Sweat, you already got Jalen Hunt on the roster.
right. Exactly.
yeah,
And
no,
this is a good
I'm
defensive line
indifferent.
draft. So if you wanted to say that they were losers because of losing those two guys, I understand it. I would just say that they're more so neutral because I don't. The way I look at it is, are you doing the right things or the wrong things? And you know the Niners are different in this way because I don't think anything the Niners did either was making them losers either. But as far as the Eagles are concerned, no, I'm not. I wouldn't consider them losers because I think it's just fine what happened.
Yeah,
I think neutral's fine. Yeah. I think their roster is so good and so well put together that even though they lost, they're still neutral.
They came up with the Bengals being losers because of can't remember the reasoning.
It was because the fact
my issue with the Bengals,
Yeah, they're
it's not
losers for sure.
necessarily about the free agency period, quote unquote. It's more so about the general direction of the team and the things from that standpoint.
Yeah, they're losers. They have their best players are not paid except for Burrow. And
they're in a bad spot right now. Their best player wants to get traded on defense. They have significant holes up and down the defense. It's not like they're flush with a whole bunch of draft assets. And, you know, they have two of their best offensive, or their only really, I won't say only, that's a bit harsh because Chase Brown's solid, but their two best offensive weapons are without contracts and they want them, you know.
And they want to be the highest paid type shit. So
Jamar does, but yeah, T does not.
T probably got one more than DK though. So you got to pay a nigga 40
That is
plus
true.
and 30 more than 30 $33 million.
If you tell somebody he could seek a trade, that means you good with trading him. So,
and that's really the
$7
Trey Hendrickson part for me. Really like put it over the edge where I was just kind of like, damn.
and
Not only y'all just not paying people like
Bro, they
period.
it
really
depends on the return. I don't even think that Trey Hendrickson being moved would be bad process ultimately for them. It's just it's just going to be tough if you
I
want to
mean,
continue to try
Is
and compete in
Jamar
the
the
short term
process,
and then
is
pay
they
big
Jamar
shots
have
to
no
offense
one
as a
to
result?
replace his
What are you
production.
saying?
is Jamar
Joey?
that dead set on staying only if T is there? Like because I don't get it personally. I don't get paying one receiver 40 and one receiver 30 something. That's
I
It got to be
wouldn't
30
Oh,
do
I
or
it.
didn't know
less.
that. I
Respectfully,
didn't know
that's
that it was
wild.
said that
I,
Jamar was dead set
no,
on
no, no.
being
I'm
there
just
with
saying,
T.
like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Oh,
Like,
I ain't think
otherwise,
it
But
was
no,
why?
Oh,
Jordan,
okay, I get
I
what you're
don't
saying.
think
nah.
it's Jamar. I
Jordan,
think it's Burrow that said that.
Jamar wants to get paid. We have
Yeah.
not heard from him that he wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback. I want to make that very clear.
Yeah.
But the literal front office said that they wanted to make him the highest paid
No, I'm talking
non-quarterback.
about T. I'm talking about T right
He's
now.
talking
Oh,
I'm
about
saying,
T.
like,
T.
I mean,
why,
that's more of a dope
why pay
thing.
T? Why keep T or like even think about paying T? Like, I
That's more
don't,
of a keep Joe happy
I
thing.
think that's a Joe move. I
That
think
is
Joe
a
wants
Joe
to be
Bro,
the
move.
highest
Yeah,
Joe
paid
that's
said
not
he
a
non-quarterback.
don't,
Jamar
bro.
move.
bruh.
That's a Joe
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 is
move.
said
under,
he wants to keep all of them
bro.
boys
Listen,
together,
listen, listen.
bruh.
Joe
But
Burrow is under fucking.
Jordan, I think it has to do with Joe looking at the team and saying the team isn't doing anything outside of like
Yes.
they're the only reason they're floating is because of those three players anyway.
So I
And I
might as
think
well
that
keep
in
my
that
But
mouth
mindset,
shut.
it's
that's
like,
dumb because you're not
Yeah,
gonna
that
do
don't make
shit
no
with them
sense.
three
but
anyway.
they
Just them
haven't done
three.
anything with their defense either. Like they've not
Okay, so
drafted
then
well,
have
they've
that
not signed
conversation and
well.
do that and build a team. You don't say, oh well,
But
since
their
we haven't
front
done anything
office
in the
is
past.
not good though. That's the point. They're
Yeah.
not good at what they do on that end.
No, but
Go
what
ahead.
Jordan is
If you're
saying
not
is
retaining
that
the
don't
defensive,
attach it to T. Make the larger argument, which no one can fault him on, which is y'all not doing shit. Y'all not paying
yeah.
people to keep them. Y'all not bringing people here in free agency, and
I'm
y'all
not
not
drafting
drafting
well either.
nobody.
Yeah.
You're
Here is
not
the
doing
cold
shit.
here's
Yeah.
the cold hard truth
He's
and the
probably
reality
looking
that
at
the
it.
Bengals have to face. Their ownership group is not in a
Sucks, and they're
place to
cheap.
support a continual
Broke.
title contender with
Broke.
a quarterback that is getting paid like Joe Burrow. There are certain things that you have to be able to do from a cash standpoint. They are not in a position to do those things. And if you're going to
They
be
won't
living
sell.
that reality, you have to be lights out in the draft, and they're not good
They're
enough to do
not.
it.
They've missed on multiple
I
draft
think
picks.
Wes was
They
trying to
didn't
say
win a playoff
something.
game for 30 years until Joe Burrow walked in the room,
I
and they
think
lucked
Wes was
into
trying to
Joe
say
Burrow,
something.
and then they lucked into Jamar Chase because they sucked, and then they lucked into Jamar because Joe tore his ACL because they had a horrible offensive line, which goes back to all the way to Carson Palmer, as everybody remembers. Like they have never, ever
Yeah.
built a great infrastructure at any point in time in the last 30 plus years.
He could
Yeah.
have.
So it's probably not changing, honestly.
I
And
just
Jordan, I'm with you, bro. If they
yeah.
had like a competent like front office and like
See,
ownership,
that's where we
you might be
disagree
right.
though. That's where we disagree though. I don't think from our perspective from the outside looking in, sure. But from their perspective, you don't say, well, I've sucked at my job this long, and so I'm gonna sign T. Higgins for all this money. So because I think I'm gonna continue to suck at my job and not draft.
They
Well, that's
could have had
dumb.
him 2
But
years
then
ago, though.
Jordan,
This
them
is what I'm
niggas, they had
saying.
a
Like they
second
could have
round
got
pick
all these dudes at
on the
30
table
something and T
last
Higgins at
offseason.
25.
Yeah, no,
Trade
that as well. But that's already that's passed you by. It's
Yeah.
over. Like you missed the opportunity to sign these guys already. So I'm not gonna double down and I'm not gonna double down on a mistake that's gonna for sure lock me into not being able to build the right way.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm with Jordan on that.
But
I
I
ain't gonna
also
hold you.
like it's
If
just
I'm
not the right
their front
niggas
office, I'm
aren't in the
telling
front
T,
office
hey,
to
bro,
even
I
build
love
the
you,
right
but
way though. So they're
30
just
is
gonna
too
fuck
steep
them
for me,
people.
But
gang.
you
I'm
can't.
be
I want you
real.
to,
yeah,
but
like
Lo,
it's
think about this though, Lo. If they suck again this year, which they probably will, and it's all Joe Burrow's having another great season, like a great season again, and they have Jamar or
Trailers all
whatever,
day. I
right?
appreciate that.
And say they get rid of T, then they win 7 or 8 games again next year. There's a real possibility Joe's like, bro, I don't want to do this no more. Like I'm completely.
But listen though, with the
But he
money, if
locked
they
in, and
get
they're
rid of
not
T,
gonna
with
trade
the
him
money
those
they gonna
fighters.
Man,
save,
We
I'm not
don't.
gonna
We
lie to you,
don't have
bro.
that.
you
No, you
would
don't
hope
see
they
prime
get some
quarterbacks
they,
ask
they
for
could get
trades
some
like that.
defensive help in there.
They wouldn't trade him anyway.
They
Man, I
don't
don't
have
know,
to
bro.
trade them. They don't have
We'll
to
see,
trade
bro.
them.
We'll see, bro.
Even if he did ask for a trade, they would not trade Joe Burrow. They're
That's like
dumb, but they ain't
Trailers, I'm gonna
stupid.
lie.
what is he gonna do? Sit out for 3? Like what
Hey,
is he gonna do?
I
Like
think
what?
they're
even
more
if
broke,
not,
bro.
Yeah,
Like
like
Jordan,
he's
it's on
not
This the
gonna
YouTube
get
NFL,
sometimes.
bro. This
Jordan,
traded.
it's
ain't the
on YouTube
NBA, bro. We
sometimes.
don't
Trailers,
give a
Jordan,
fuck
it's on
like that. You
YouTube
want to know your
sometimes.
that nigga
side, you gonna sit
frustrated,
your
bro.
ass, you gonna keep playing.
He will be a Bengal
I
until
appreciate that.
the
Until they decide they don't
2029
want him no more.
season when he's a free agent in 2030.
Well, no,
And they
He's
can still
stuck.
they'll
franchise
franchise
that
tag
nigga
him.
too. Like
At that
He ain't
point,
going nowhere.
they're not
he's
going to trade
All
him.
stuck
right,
there.
bet. You
Yeah,
good? You good? Then you can rock out on
Well,
flip.
so
actually, there's an option in 2028, so maybe then. But he ain't gonna going nowhere anytime soon.
But they could just franchise that nigga.
They would franchise tag the shit
Yeah,
out
at
of
that
him.
point,
Yeah.
That
facts.
nigga stuck.
That's what I'm saying. Swiper, like what
Yeah, I
what
hate
you
franchise
saying makes
tags,
sense,
bro.
bro. But
His
with the
only
money,
hope.
they saving
Bro,
from not paying T, that's $30 million
why do
you can
y'all
use,
keep
bro.
Yeah.
saying that they can't do these things, bro? Like I don't
Yes,
We're
I
I'm
don't
not
not
get it.
saying
saying they
can't.
Because
can't.
they're
Y'all
owners.
It's
don't.
just
They
if you do, you
okay,
can't
yeah,
kill the
yeah,
defense like
But they're
that.
they
owners, though.
don't.
That's the
Look,
thing.
they don't.
But the point of why people want to sign T Higgins right now is because if you sign T Higgins, it lowers the cap hit going into the real free agency. So that will give them way more money to sign niggas, bro. It's not a thing that they can't do it. Now I do agree with you niggas. Will they do it? I don't know. But saying that they can't, they don't have the money, they don't have this, they don't have that to build a team. They definitely do. That's the whole point of niggas of why niggas
Yeah,
wanting
but
to
I think
sign
I
I'm
don't.
T
also
Higgins
Well,
right
everybody
look,
niggas.
now.
I would
Decision
disagree
makers are
on this
not giving
standpoint.
out
I
that
think
kind
I
of
don't think
stuff.
anybody said that they don't have the money to pay T. Jordan just questioned why would that be the way that you go, and
Yeah.
absolutely
Why
when
allocate the resources that way? Like, I
right,
don't.
and once you do pay T, to your point, absolutely that does lower the cap hit. That gets you more cap space to be able to operate with. Does that allow you to build a team
No,
properly to
because you
compete
still
again?
got to pay
No,
Trey
I don't think that
Hendrickson.
that's necessarily going to happen. I don't think you draft well enough to do so. But
Yeah, you
again,
can
that
still
doesn't
build a
They have
change
team,
this
they
thing.
but
have they have enough money to sign all three and still go sign, bro. Like do y'all
I
know
just
that?
but I don't get when they have as many holes as they do. I just don't get allocating the resources like that over like years. I don't get it. I don't see the
So,
rationale.
hey, Taz,
And honestly,
are you
hold up.
advocating for not trading Trey then from that standpoint?
Say
I
that again.
think
Sorry.
yeah, you said do like basically do I want T do I you said T, right?
No, I
Trey.
said Trey.
No, Trey Hendrickson.
Oh,
Oh,
Trey.
Trey,
Yeah.
my fault. Ask that question again. I thought you said T, my
No,
fault.
are you advocating for paying Trey Henderson?
Yes, I will pay him.
So keep him, and then you would say around everything that's going on right now, because he's on a very team friendly cap it right now from that standpoint. Are you
Yeah.
willing to give him that $30
And
million?
he's been
That's
better than
probably
Mike in
end
the
up
last 2
increasing his
years.
cap
So
hit.
like he's gonna ask for 40 plus.
That nigga want money. He
Who's
wanted to
gonna ask for
pay
40 plus?
Trey
Trey.
Henderson has been a better
No,
football
he
player
does
than
not
Mike.
want 40 plus. He just
All
wants
right,
a
well,
reasonable
he has
deal.
not been
Okay,
a better
hold.
What
football
is
player than
reasonable?
Miles
These
Garrett.
35?
niggas, these niggas
35?
never
I think he realistically would ask for 30,
Trey
35
for Trey
million.
Hendrickson?
T Higgins never asked for 30 plus. Trey Henderson never went in there and asked for 40 plus. They
That's
came
the
out, they
No, I
bar.
don't
The
came,
think he would.
bar is at 40 though for elite pass
But
rushers.
so
And
you
I'm saying,
got
well, how much
so
lower is
bro.
it going?
Bro, he's 30 something years old,
bro,
bro.
Well,
They're
what?
bro.
not,
Then why would I
he
take it?
Is
Why
never,
this
would I
shit
take
gonna
a
he
sound?
chance?
This shit
never,
almost
bro,
sounded like
let me
150.
talk, my
Yeah,
nigga.
bro.
Like, let me talk, bro. Them niggas, both of them niggas never went in there and asked for a set number, bro. They already knew that the set number was going to be for Jamar Chase, which is rightfully so. They both went in there and asked for just a reasonable deal
So then why haven't
with
y'all signed them
guarantees.
niggas yet then?
But
If them
even a
niggas didn't
reasonable
want
deal.
top,
But hold on. But even a reasonable deal with Joe getting paid what he's paid and Jamar pretty much reset the receiver market. Reasonable deals for the other two players is still gonna be really fucking high. So you got Jamar, Joe, Trey, and T. Four players making what? Average annual a year? 140, 150?
That's like 40. I don't know the number, but that's like I know percentage wise, it's like 45% to
They,
the
I was about
to
to
the
say they
book.
would take up a large amount of their cap space. I
Yeah, I
think
don't
that
know.
is where
I
you
don't
get
know,
into,
bro.
which is why I think the
But I
Bengals
know
shit.
I
But
know
the
I know
Max
the T
Crosby's
Higgins.
getting
I don't
35 mil a year. Nick Bosa's getting 34. These were deals signed last
No,
year.
I was about to say, but that swiper what you touched on is the real issue with this Bengals shit.
No, they did
Right.
It's
not.
not.
They did not offer. They did not offer Trey Henderson 28. They actually lowballed the fuck out of him. His incentives would have came up to 20 to 28 million. That's not what they offered him. So that's what I'm
But that's
saying.
And
the
they
Like
don't
issue.
guarantee
But
that.
Well,
that's
I
the
don't know where I'm
issue.
wrong then.
But that has been the long-standing issue with the
that is
Bengals.
like, bro, what
Period.
y'all just be talking.
Going back
How is that
years.
just talking, Tez?
That is
I'm
What are
the
not
you
talking to
issue
frustrated
with.
you.
about?
I'm not talking
Oh,
to
yeah, I
you.
got you. I got you.
All right.
Well, I'm just saying, Tez, though, like I'm looking at the money. I'm with Ari and I'm with Jordan. Like Matt Crosby is at 35. Miles just got 40. Nick is at 34. If I'm Trey Henderson, I've been better than Nick and Max the last 2 years. And I'm saying I'm getting at least 35.
Yeah,
Is what
it's
I'm
got to be
saying.
that's the
35 plus for
baseline.
sure.
Yeah,
Like
it's gonna
that's
be
the
in that sweet
minimum
spot,
he
I
going.
think.
And
But
that's
that
low.
is
That's
the.
and I think that's low for what he could get. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's
So I'm
what I'm
Like
saying
saying.
30.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
really
I
deserved like
think that another
37.
team maybe wanted to give him more to
Bro,
so
attract him.
that
But
that's
if
the
teams
probably
point
if
is,
teams was gonna give him more, the trade would have already happened and niggas would have already
what?
paid him,
No, no,
bro.
no. That's not what's happening. They said that the asking price in terms of draft capital
Is
has been
high.
more than they're willing to pay right now. And on
exactly.
top of that, since
No,
it's
it's not
already
high. They only won a second.
that's not, but that's what has just been reported as of this morning. What I'm saying is, on the other side of this, as somebody who not as committed as you, because I don't obviously whatever I'm saying, I watch every one of these games and I've been plugged into what they're doing. What I'm saying to you, bro, is
I
that
have two.
that's why I said not as much as you. This is your team. But I'm saying, like, in this situation in particular, though, Tez, I guess what I'm saying is the teams that are looking around at trade know he already asked for a trade. So they're already going to try to lowball the Bengals as it is. They'll pay Trey because Trey is worth the money. But I'll also say this to you, bro. Like, I don't think like Zach Allen, he just made second team all pro this year. He's getting an extension this year, this offseason too. He's probably going to get around 30. And I think Trey's better than Zach Allen with a better resume than Zach Allen. So he's going to see players underneath him touching 30, and then he's going to see players that are better than him or in the same class as him touching 40, 38, 35. And I think that for Trey, he's going to get that money. I think Higgins at this point, if they would have just offered, and to Ari, what we talked about earlier, if they would have just offered T and Jamar,
it's 25.
You know what I mean? We would have been clear. Like it would have been 25 and 35.
Can y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear me? I can hear you, Ari.
Okay. The issue with this Bengals shit, the unspoken thing, is the fact that they could have did, like, I saw a breakdown. They could have did both T and Trey, just T and Trey's deals, like a year or two ago. They didn't. They are the reason why shit is so expensive right now, which is where I say with the Bengals thing, like, we can talk about it in the moment, but a lot of their issues that they're having right now is from years of not drafting well and just not paying people when they need to pay them to get ahead in the future. They could have paid these niggas a while ago and not had this shit run up into Jamar. They could have. They
But
didn't.
I also I can say this to you though. I give you the Trey shit. I don't like that. That's just what they do, bro. I don't know. I can't control that shit. I'm not working with them niggas. But the Trey shit, I give all of y'all. The T shit, y'all gotta remember the year that T was supposed to get paid, he missed damn near half of the season. So that's why they didn't throw him to 25 to 26, because remember he was looking at he never even asked for a number. All T Higgins came in and said, just give me something similar to the Michael Pittman deal. That's all T wanted. But at the same time, I can't give you 26 to 27 million when you're missing half of the season. That was the point of the T Higgins shit.
This is the issue with that. Hold on. This is the issue with that though. And especially in the NFL, but in the NBA too sometimes, but especially in the NFL where it's even more injury prone sport. Sometimes you don't always get to decide whether you're gonna pay niggas at the perfect time. Like when they coming off a B plus B season and stay healthy all year. Either a guy's gonna outperform or a guy gonna get hurt.
And that's what he did. Then that's what he did. I think T Higgins missed. Yeah. I don't know. I think 4 to 5 games. I think he missed like the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you have to make that decision. But you have to make that decision.
Was it 4 to 5? I think it was 5. I think
you got to make that decision though, because if you don't at that point and he comes back and he plays better, then you're gonna have to pay him more than you did. So you gotta sometimes you gotta make a decision. It's a crapshoot.
How much is
what's the name? Jordan, like the Broncos got the DPOY this year. They paid him 23 last year.
Yeah,
because that was like they paid him early, and bro, they would be looking at 27 right now.
Oh, no, you don't always get to pay. You rarely get to pay guys at the perfect time. You either gotta pay them early or you pay them late, and you're gonna pay them more. You don't ever really get.
It's one of those the deals age well type shits. You would rather be one of those people where like people are like, oh, that might have been an overpay.
Yeah, I would have paid Jamar Chase right after year 3, Ari. Like as soon as he touched after year 3, he would have been highest.
Would have been locked up.
You could have gave him. But the issue is, if your ownership doesn't have the ability to do those things ahead of time, then they can stay within their cash budget year to year.
Yeah, with the money in escrow.
That's a larger question.
I will say my thing with T though, like if you're not like financially, because I'm 50-50. I don't think I'm with Jordan in the sense that you should not let a wide receiver, a quarterback, and an edge rusher defensive end take up like 45% of your cap. That just financially, and then like 2 wide receivers actually.
Yep.
Like that just financially is not smart business, especially for a team that does not have the ability to give out large guarantees to lower down the cap number and to lower down the average because you have such large guarantees. I understand that that's not smart. My thing is that when you look at the Bengals as a whole, it would have been smart to trade T last year, and they did.
I agree.
And I don't, because that way you at least give yourself some flexibility. You get a draft pick or you get some picks back. You let him go. You're not having to franchise him again, so it's not this ongoing situation. And then you can focus on, okay, fuck. Now I really got to lock into what are we gonna do with Jamar in terms of how much money we're gonna give him, what are we gonna do with Trey? Like, to me, because you have to get something back, and I think that's what we've also been seeing with the Bengals is that they're letting players just walk
hundred
and
percent.
not get
Walk like
shit
DJ
back.
Reed walk.
And Ryan,
It's
I,
like
you
you
can't
gotta do one or the
you
other.
can pay at the
Jesse
perfect
I
Bates
time
think I
walk.
sometimes,
think I
Like
but I
think I
think
think
in this
Jordan
case,
Jordan 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 really hit it on the head, bro. Like granted, because you remember not last year, but the year before, Trey Henderson missed games. So
yeah,
it was
Yeah.
like, and I and
yeah,
I think and I think Jordan really said it perfectly, bro. They so fucked up, they don't get ahead of themselves, but at the same time, T
What
missed the
do I
four.
know?
T miss, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You just want to
Brothers,
be
I'm
heard.
not saying nothing to you,
You just
gang.
want to be heard, bro.
Gang, leave me alone, bro.
Like you just
Do
want to
your
be
thing,
heard,
bro.
dude.
Do
Like
your
you
thing,
want to be
bro.
involved so bad. What you
Bro,
got to
do
say, bro?
your
You want to be
thing,
involved.
bro. Do
Since
you,
you want to be involved,
bro?
what you got to
Leave me
say?
alone. I'm not bothering you, gang. All I said was,
Yeah,
what do I know?
Then you put what do I know on the screen? Like, come on, you trying
no,
to be like you trying to be
man.
involved.
the
But
one
but
thing
look, hold
though.
on. Let me
Go
finish. Let
ahead,
me finish.
go ahead,
I
Jess.
think I think what Jordan said was perfectly. Yeah, granted, boom. Last year T Higgins missed games. The year before Trey Henderson missed games. Boom. You know you don't get ahead of schedule because you don't know people's health going to the future. But what they did, what I salute T and Trey for, they outplayed they outplayed they deals, bruh. And I think that's where the shit got fucked up. Yeah, T Higgins missed what the first 4 to 5 weeks of the season, but still ended with damn near almost a K and then 10 touchdowns. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
now you gotta give
yeah.
him
You gotta,
28 to
But is
30.
it
and
the
I
thing
think
is
Yeah.
they
sometimes
should have
says you
Trey
got to split
Trey
the
Trey
difference. Like,
Henderson was hurt 2 years ago, still got 17 and a half sacks.
Back to back seasons, bro. Like
Off missing 2 to 3 weeks the year before. Last year was the most that he was ever healthy, and he went back 17 and a half sacks
that's
again.
crazy.
So now you outplayed the deal
hmm
again. And I think that part right there is why they're fucked. Because you 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 prolonged their deals because of health, which I
you
get it.
didn't pay both. That you didn't pay both of them.
Like if you
Like
would have paid
both of them
one of
didn't
them,
get
it wouldn't have
paid.
been as
Gotta pay
bad.
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think you might have to split the difference in that scenario. Like, and you can do
Pay
that
one and
based
let
off
the
of how you
other
want to
go.
build your team, where you have need, whatever. But not paying both and not kind of hedging against like the philosophy, I think it puts you in this spot. It's a crapshoot. It puts it more of a crapshoot. Like it can go either way. Like if a guy just performs regular to relative to the deal you already wanted to give him, okay, then you get him on the deal you want to get him on. But if he outperforms and they both outperform, like this was the case, yeah, you fucked.
You're gonna have to pay him even more money.
Yeah,
Like and
but
you end up in a situation
I think
now.
the trade Henderson shit that shit is bogus. But I will say the longer that all these edges, well, they kind of already gone now. But the longer all these edges go, get traded or whatever get paid, and no deal is still set for him, that lowers that maybe lowers what he gets unless you get a team.
No, because the team is
Maybe
gonna overpay.
maybe next week, or when all this shit like officially start, or in the draft, if a team get greedy, that I mean, I think that's what they're really banking on, like trying to prolong, trying to see what all the numbers gonna be, trying to match the numbers, and then trying to see if a team gonna get greedy and just bite and throw them exactly what they want.
But here's the
I
thing.
think that's what they're gonna do.
But here's
But
the thing
do
though,
I think it's
Tez.
smart? Do I think it's smart? No,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
actually dumb as fuck. Actually,
I will say like I hear that because that could be what they're trying to do and see if they can lower his value a little bit. I don't think it lowers much. One, I do think if anything does happen with Trey this season, because like he's a free agent after this season, right? Or
yeah, he still
right?
got one. Yeah, he still got
He
another
has one
year.
more year. Here's the thing. Here's what you don't want to do. You don't let him test free agency. You sign him or you trade him. You let him test that market. He not coming back.
At all.
He's done. Because I
Yeah.
promise
Of
you,
course.
teams like the Commanders and the Patriots, who will continue to have a shit ton of cap space going into next season, wholly over, not even overpay. He's going to reset the market again. He's gonna get a shit ton of money because guess what? TJ Watt's deal is also up next year,
Oh
which
shit, I
means
forgot about
he
that.
also has to get paid.
And
How old
Micah
is
got
Micah
TJ
has
paid
to
Watt?
get
too.
paid. You don't put him out
Well,
there and let him test the market. You trade him or you sign him. That would be the smartest thing the Bengals can do. And you
I
trade
agree.
him, and you know it might have to
What
be a
do I know?
compromise. You might not be able to.
A
You
year
might not be able to
Really?
get all you want for him, but you get something. You get
And
something
that's something
good.
they haven't done the last 2 times. Like you have to get something.
I wish Shaggy was in here, bro.
Nah, they're going to get something. They're going to get
You
something.
gotta get something.
They're not just going to let him walk.
I could see him being a day of draft.
This not a
I
Jesse Bates DJ Reader
Yeah,
situation.
I could see this being a draft day situation where somebody
That,
trades for him on the
that's what I
draft.
said. I
Yeah,
think, and I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to bank on a team getting greedy once the draft come around. I'm saying if they don't trade him earlier.
yeah,
If they do wait, a team gonna get greedy because niggas boards will probably fuck up when the draft happen. It happens every fucking year. Niggas boards may fuck up and the team get greedy, and then that I think that's when the trade may happen around the draft.
When
Y'all think
when
he'd go for a
yeah.
2
when
or you
was
go
the
for like a
last
3 and a
like
5 or something?
big name like draft day
He can go
trade?
for it too. You find the right team.
Yeah, I agree.
And I
Who
think
was
that's what they
He's good
that's what they
enough.
want.
You know, he's fucking
who
He's
was the
like
great.
last
wait
like
like
big
a
name to
two
be
to
traded
me.
on
I think
draft
it's a
day?
little bit of an underpay.
Yeah, I think for the in a vacuum for the player for sure. I think
Yeah,
given the contract, I think that's probably like the
yeah.
appropriate
That's what's
price.
the problem. Yeah, because if I'm a team, I'm not gonna give you a one and I still gotta pay him.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah, I'm
no,
just
fuck
not
out
fuck
of
gonna
no.
do
here.
that.
No, if
Fuck
it's a
out of here.
one,
But
no. I give
yeah,
up a 2 and pay him, no, or a 3. But
I'll
I ain't gonna give him
absolutely
a
give up
1.
a two.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
two is
but
a 3 is a
that's
steal.
what they want though. They
I'll
want
give
a
you a
two.
two this year, a four this year, and a three next year, or a
Yeah,
five next year.
but then Tez like if a 2 is what y'all want and like a 2 is what a team is willing to do, why would you even just wait? Just why not just get this shit out the way now?
Because I just explained to you, bro. I think they're trying to. I don't think. Honestly, I don't think they really want to trade him, bro. I think that's why the deal hasn't happened yet. I think they're gonna prolong
Y'all
to
talking about
see
Trey?
how
Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna prolong this trade as long as possible, just to see where all these numbers for these edges round out at, and then come back and see if they can match it. Will Trey and his agent take it? Or I think that's when the trade will happen. But I think that's why to answer your question why it hasn't happened yet. I think that's why.
Okay.
All right, back to the activity. Good talk on the Bengals. We're putting the Falcons where?
Neutral.
Losers.
Neutral.
Well, they did lose their center, but
Lost Grady Jarrett too.
oh yeah, and they lost Grady, and
They got Leonard Floyd back in place of Grady.
And I think Justin Simmons is not back on their team.
he's a free agent.
Oh man, they got they re-signed Mike Hughes, I think, or extended. And then got another corner, and then got Leonard Floyd in place of Grady. Also added Diablo as a linebacker. Yeah, I think they're neutral. I wouldn't say that's a bad. Yeah, I think they're neutral. Anybody else think they're in the loser side?
Oh, you said anybody else?
No, I think neutral's fine.
Nah, they're actually neutral. They're not even losers. But
New York Giants.
Neutral.
Neutral, because we got younger defensively. We
what
I
I
got
do
mean,
like.
they overpaid, but like they overpaid for Paulson and Debo for sure. That's a little
And
crazy.
they got Javon though. That's a good
They
one.
got Javon though, which evens it out. They've
yeah.
done some shit. I just can't remember what they did, but they've
They
done some
We
shit.
got
they
I was
we
get
kind
got
of
the, we
like,
Slayton.
got
They
the D
re-signed
tackle from
Slayton. They
Seattle.
got them niggas, and then I think that's it though.
We just basically got defense. Really, we really got defensive players so far in free agency, and we went younger for the defensive backcourt because most of our young guys are under the age of 25.
I can see y'all winning 7 games next year, Josiah.
it could be neutral.
I can see that for
We're
y'all.
Okay,
neutral.
let me jump real quick. As I'm scanning these teams, Houston Texans. Am I by myself? I think they're a winner.
You're by
Christian
yourself.
Kirk.
They neutral.
Wait, what?
Oh no, neutral, neutral.
Wait, because they got
I'm gonna
Gardner.
say they're
No,
neutral.
no, neutral.
I mean, they lost. I don't know.
Lost
Like, I think
Laramie.
losing
Lost
Laramie
Laramie.
Tunzel was way
That's
more
big,
important than losing than getting Gardner.
but
Oh
They
they
also
yeah,
got
they also got
Christian
Kirk.
Kirk too.
They
They
can't,
got
but they
Kirk
can't
too.
block anybody
and it's
though.
fucking Christian Turk. I will say,
But
actually, no, they
He's
are
coming off
losers
an injury.
because
That's a good
they're
weapon.
giving away.
that what do
They're
you mean? It's
giving
fucking
away.
Christian Kirk.
I
What does that
know, but
mean?
they don't have the ability. Like Stroud
No,
struggled
we
last
They
year
agree
can't
with
because their
what
protect
you're
offensive line
CJ.
was
saying.
horrible,
Yeah,
When
and I
she
think it's
we
going to
just
be even worse.
retorted to
Yeah, I'm
they
like the
it's Christian
CJ
Kirk.
trade makes it neutral,
Like
bro.
I think that's a good weapon. But we
They're
agree with what
responding
you
to
all are
me.
saying. Yeah, we agree with the overall statement. Although a lot of Houston fans don't feel like Tunzel is a loss because they felt like he was really bad for the locker room and the culture, and he didn't really care about the team. He only cared about his individual stats and like fit picks and stuff. So
But
they
think
weren't a
about it
fan of
this
him.
way though, Wes. They already had an issue blocking CJ. I hear them with the off the field shit or the locker room shit and just being like, ultimately he didn't fit the team culture. He wasn't that. But on the field, he was their best O lineman. And they traded him
With
away.
all the penalties, he was still their
And
best
then
player.
let another O lineman go. You already had issues blocking for your quarterback. You haven't really replaced them. It's kind of like, I get why you let him go. I get why you traded him. Fair. But you now have an even bigger hole in terms of protecting your quarterback. I hear the Christian Kirk ad. They signed Braxton Berrios. They got Chauncey, which I think is a great ad for them in their secondary, which was already a pretty good secondary towards the end of last year. But still, I think there's a very big glaring hole in terms of their protection. There was already one there, and then they just kind of made it bigger.
And then,
And they haven't really
and that's
done
at the
anything to like
premier.
Yeah,
dissuade that.
That's
I
at the
agree with that.
premier offensive line spot too, and it's not a draft where you're able to get a tackle that potentially could even replace him.
Yeah, I'm with you
Okay.
all there. I'm with you all there. So we'll see. Um, what are you all feeling? Loser,
I
no
know.
I'm
I
at,
loser?
I think the
I
Chauncey
asked.
shit is
I,
neutral though. I think the Chauncey with all the picks they got from the shit, but it's like I mean, like even if it was bad, you still got picks and you got Chauncey, so I think that offsets it.
yeah, I think I
For
was settled
me,
there with Fredo.
For me, it doesn't offset it, though I think it's a good ad because it's not like their secondary is really an issue last year. I'm thinking about the issues that you had, and did you make? I don't think this is a Chargers thing where they just didn't do shit. So it's kind of like where they're the same. Their O line got worse,
No, it definitely did.
and it was already bad.
The O line got worse, but you got a better pass catcher that you can bank on as a second wide receiver two to go into the season, and also
Is
you got a better
Christian
space.
Kirk at his position, Larry Tunsil at his?
I'm hearing your Laramie Tunsil point, but I'm still also saying that speaking to the offset thing. Now, granted, it's not the whole entire 50-50 type of thing, but you can sort of kind of cancel out because you lost Tunsil, but then you also got a reliable pass catcher as a wide receiver too. Where we saw in the playoffs, they needed another pass catcher. With not having Tank Dell or Diggs out there, Kirk should come back, be healthy this year, and play alongside Nico, where he can probably thrive. And then also you get Chauncey Garner Johnson, who's better than the safety that they just lost. I cannot remember who it was that was playing with Petrie back there. But either way, now you have Chauncey Garner and Petrie, and we've seen how Chauncey's been effective in the defenses that he's been on. Detroit he got hurt, but yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. His last two stops in Philadelphia. So I mean, on top
Like
of the pick,
Chauncey makes them to where like if they get a DT, they have the best defense in football. Like if they get one more D tackle, they have like the best defense in football. So I think that addition just makes it neutral. Even though losing Tunsil is big, like Chauncey with the picks, with the receivers you got, I'm fine with neutral. It's very close to being a loss, but I'm fine with neutral.
a team can have a hole or multiple holes, but if you address one hole instead of addressing neither, then I can say like okay. And I think they at least got another wide receiver, which they desperately needed, while also still obviously having to address the offensive line
I
issues that
guess
they
I
have.
think they could have did that in the draft,
They definitely could have. No, they could have,
Yeah,
but
they could have.
I think they still could. Oh no, you need a tackle,
and
so
they
it
still
really
probably
depends.
will take a wide receiver sometime in this draft. Like they
Probably
probably
That,
round
will.
two.
that's not a negative though. That's just a plus.
Yeah, I don't really
I never said that was a negative though. F.
I don't consider the Kirk thing is a positive, but I don't how can I put it? I don't count it as much in this exercise if your O line is already like worse and your O line was already
Yeah,
bad.
do
Like
do do Christian Kirk outweighs losing Larry
no,
Tunsil?
hell
No, he
No.
doesn't.
I'm,
no.
I was talking about
It,
in totality of
it's
like
No, but
yeah,
I don't.
it's
That's what
not
I'm saying. I don't even
one
count it
for
in the
one. It's
totality part though, because you got to be able to have protection to throw the ball. Like I don't.
No,
but
I
he's
know the
saying totality
totality
with
thing. I'm saying does it
Chauncey as
outweighs
well.
them? Do you think it outweighs that? Like,
no.
No,
No,
okay,
and I know
nobody
they're
would
not
think that.
saying it does either. But I'm
Yeah.
just
okay,
saying like it
okay.
makes the fact that your O line was a weakness and got worse makes me hard to even count the Christian thing in a totality argument. Like the value as far as like being a positive, because I think that positive kind of just gets trumps by losing your best O lineman.
No,
It's
that's a
more
good
so.
point.
It's more so speaking to how also I said also how Fredo labeled it as an offset.
yeah, the hole got bigger, but then you also addressed and also got better in other areas as well. So therefore, it'll be a neutral
You,
off. It'll be an offset.
it's like
I got
it's 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 a thing
but
where
that
like
particular
they
area, one of the
increase
particular
their
areas
strength.
that got worse, I think,
What's their
impacts the other
problem?
area.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it as like, yeah, you weakened your weakness, but you also increased your strength. So I'm kind of
But
going
we
like
need to
it
stop
gotta
acting
be.
like these two
But that weakness
positions,
directly
But
undermines
why
the
does the
but
strength.
they're not the same though.
why does the trenches part not matters the
The
most?
weakness
Like
the weakness
it's
getting
a
work
big ass
undermines the
weakness to
strength even
have.
more. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a fair point. Like often, like protecting CJ is bigger than
Yeah,
your
like
Like
overall
it's great.
defense.
since when we like the trenches
I'm
should
so
outweigh.
confused. I thought I
Yeah,
was tripping, Tez and Jordan.
If you
Yeah,
telling
nah,
me
no,
that,
nah.
if you telling me that this was the worst part, and then you give up the best nigga on the worst part, what the
And
how
it's
does
not
that?
like and it's not like an Eagles thing where like their worst unit is still really good. Their worst unit is just
oh, their worst
bad.
unit is the worst unit on their
Yeah, it's
team
just
too.
bad.
Yeah,
It's not just that it's the worst in the team. It's just it's bad in a vacuum. Like
but they also but they strongest unit was their entire defense, and they made that better.
yeah, I'll hear you on that.
Like
I,
and they
To
they
me,
made. I
Chauncey
mean,
was
basically, I
a
was saying that.
cherry
They
on top of
Basically, all I'm
something
saying,
that was
they
Fredo, is
already
I'm
defense.
not.
good.
Basically, all I'm saying,
I
Fredo, is
get
I'm not
that
putting the Kirk shit in
addition.
this at all. That's all I
Yeah,
was
I
saying, for
get
real.
that addition, but the defense was already good. Like they weren't shitty. They was one of the top. They was one of the top in the NFL. Like they didn't just add no crazy shit. Like they was already good, bro. They got CJ Gardner that makes them the back end more. You could say more elite, depending on how you feel about him. But you telling me that the line was the worst part, then you give up the best nigga on the worst part of the team. I don't see how that even correlates, bro. But that's just me though.
no,
Yeah, I think it's like
that's a good argument. That's a good argument.
it's like I think it's like the opposite of diminishing returns, right? Like if you're already really fucking good at an area, and you add another good piece. Like at some point, you only can get so good,
So
and I
much
think this
better
definitely made them better. But did it make them more better? More
than
better.
losing their
Yeah, I'm gonna
best nigga
then
on the worst
yeah
part. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I think like because I was like I said neutral, but like barely. But if you arguing like that, I can see them being losers too. Because you pretty much got two holes instead of one now at your worst spot.
Jordan Woods, Tez, Ari, and I believe Fredo now saying losers. D-Mac, you still present? D-Mac, you still present? Wes, you present?
And then too, one more thing, Ev, because when did Diggs get hurt out here?
That nigga got her mid
He
season.
got hurt like mid towards the end of the
Yeah, and then
season. He
then
got
you
hurt
lost
right
Dell.
around the
So
time
like if
Nico came back.
yeah, and then you lost Dell. So if you're yeah, definitely loser because if you're judging relative to the like mid season last year, like they're rostered last year, then when they were healthy, then the Kirk thing is whatever. Because like compare him to Dell, Diggs, those
Odell
guys
was
are
better
out,
than
but
him.
you get Christian Kirk. Dell's not gonna play this year. Diggs not there, so it's like I don't. Kirk thing is just whatever. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's almost like slightly worse.
Yeah,
No, it definitely is slightly worse than you were healthy last year.
Kirk
And
is
then the
more
O
of a
line is the
replacement
same as it was like.
for
Now the O line is worse than
Diggs.
last year.
Yeah, Kirk is more of a Diggs replacement. I think they're gonna replace Dillon. They got to
Yeah,
replace
and
him
he's
in the
worse.
draft. Yeah,
Yeah, Tank gets replaced in the draft.
yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I was just saying
That's a
like the
Diggs
receivers.
replacement.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing.
yeah.
Like their receiver room is
It's worse.
better, but like not
Not by
like
No,
much.
no, it's worse.
not
No,
great.
it's right now. It's worse than it was midpoint last season.
Oh yeah, okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah, like when they were healthy, it's worse than it was last
yeah.
year. They
I
just got
think
hurt though.
I think again, like it's been said before, it's great to have Christian Kirk out there as somebody for him to throw the ball to. We saw CJ's issue was even being able to look to see where the fucking ball needed to go because he was getting rushed pretty much. He was getting pressured pretty much. I would say like a second after he snapped the ball. That's what we saw all season. And
Yeah,
at the end of the day, he's a good enough quarterback to where I think we've seen him work with wide receivers, like wide receiver rooms that are like less than spectacular. So I don't think again having Christian Kirk is a plus in the sense that he has another target out there for him to throw the ball to. Adding Chauncey to an already good defense is like the cherry on top of a sundae. The issue was y'all had a problem protecting him. That is an extremely important position. And that's one, the trenches as a whole is important. That is also a high value
On offense, they
position
don't got a cup
on
to
the
put the fucking
line.
Sunday in. That's the
Like
problem.
That's like the
on the
most
line. Yeah,
important
you ain't got
position
no
on the
cup.
line, though.
You ain't
Yeah.
got no cup, no
We
bowl.
got cherries, we got the syrup, we got all that other stuff. We got all
Shit
the
just on the counter.
toppings. It's just there. Like you ain't got shit
Yeah,
to put
that's
it
true.
in.
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I genuinely just disagree with some of the things that were said. Honestly, I understand your viewpoint, but I don't think Jordan Woods' point where he was trying to compare the last year wide receivers to now with Dale and Diggs. And then I actually sort of I was going to wait till he finished, but I agree with Black put in the chat. Whatever you thought Diggs would have gave him this year healthy, I just think Christian Kirk would do this, could do, and would do the same thing. Diggs is coming off of a torn ACL. We know what Tank Dell injuries were, so that's not a negative to me. I cannot say their wide receiver room got worse because it technically got worse because of
Mm,
injury.
Yeah, no, no,
And
no. I was comparing their wide receiver room when healthy last year to now with Kirk and saying, okay, if you're comparing that to this, even if it's the same, your O line got worse. So I think your offense from this year to last got worse.
okay, all right, it was a good combo. Honestly, I heard both points. To be honest, both sides. When I heard both sides originally, it was only me and Fredo, and Fredo just flopped over. I got Fredo to switch over, so that's cool. I didn't hear from. I think Tez on y'all side too. Low not even active for. Uh, Wes, did you have any thoughts on the Texans?
I'm always active, bro. Trust.
I mean, I said it.
Bruh.
I said that I felt like excuse me. Said I agree with somebody up here around oh the Tunsil thing, how the fans were looking at the Tunsil thing, and that I agreed with Ari about how dire that loss is. But I love the Gardner Johnson move. It's so funny. Like I hate when people speak about him like he's buns.
That
That's a
nigga's
good
good.
player.
He's good. He's really
He's a
good.
Very
good
good
player,
player.
man. He's not
Nah,
great. I'm not
hey,
trying to
that's
And
gas
He
him.
Just say
BJ
you
be
hate
talking
when
about
you
fits
him
hear
like
BJ
that,
D'Amico.
talking
bro.
about him. That's just BJ ass.
He
Yeah,
fits
Nah,
D'Amico
nah,
perfectly.
nah.
talking
You
about
know,
him
y'all
crazy.
know I'm in the chat with a lot of Houston fans,
Oh yeah.
and not all of them, but some of them are trashing it. And it's like, bro, he's a good player. But anywho, um, yeah, I like the Kirk
Regular
move.
player.
I was with
Here
you,
this
Ev,
nigga go.
about the Kirk
But he
move.
did have that man as his profile picture for about 2 years, bro. That's the sad thing about all of this, bro. He really switched up on that man as soon as he got traded off the team.
Crazy.
Having it. Okay.
What you were
But
saying
yeah,
was?
Bro, but I don't
that
know.
was
I
it.
don't know how y'all can say y'all can call them losers just by losing Tunsil and adding Chauncey Gardner Johnson to the strongest part of their team. You lose Stephon
Well, at
Diggs
best
and
that
you
would
get
be neutral.
and you get Christian
It's no
Kirk who will
argument for
give you the
winning to
same
me.
production.
Yeah, it's no argument. It's that's why I don't know. But I get y'all make good points,
I
but I
I
just can't.
No, yeah,
I
no,
think
and I'm not saying
I can see
I don't think
neutral.
the
You lost
neutral
Tunsil. You
argument
lost
is a
Tunsil.
bad one.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think it's like a oh 80% like no, it's closer than that. But I just with the trenches, I lean loser. I lean loser though. I lean loser. But if somebody lean neutral, that's cool. Like, that's not
What you
bad.
what,
But yeah,
what you were saying on the back end real quick though? What's your last point that you better point out?
I mean, I agree with you with the Kirk move. I think Kirk is a very underrated move. I think he has a lot of juice, and I think that obviously he never peaked out where Stephon Diggs did, but Stephon isn't who he was. Like even last year, prior to the injury, he wasn't peak Stephon Diggs. He was a different player. I think Kirk can provide some of those things, and obviously it's a hole that they needed to fill, given that Dale is down, Diggs is gone, and he suffered an injury as well. So at worst, I can only go neutral. I get again, I'm a Tunsil fan. I think he's very important. I agree with everything that was said about that loss, but they had additions that were additive to the team. So again, I can't. I think it's just too early for me to call them losers based off of that one thing. If they don't get Kirk, they don't do the Gardner Johnson move. I think it's fair to call them losers. But they traded Tunsil, got a decent return for him. I won't lie.
Their
The
return
second
is
or third
more
and the fourth,
that
it's a
third.
decent return.
The thing for their
And
third is more they just moved up. It wasn't like they got an extra pick though.
all right, swap. So regardless, though, I think they got a decent return,
Now
and I
you
think
move up
that
closer to getting the guy that you want.
yeah,
Look,
that's how I
Hopefully he
feel.
plays off.
for me, I was about to say that. For me, it's like this because I hear what everybody else is saying. It's like this. I hear the addition, I hear subtraction, I hear all that other shit, all the arithmetic. If you lose $200 and then you find a 50 and then you find 70, that added up, that 50 and that 70, cool. There's still a deficit in what you lost. And I think
You
that's just where
missing out
we're
on
at.
money, but I got majority of my money back.
Yeah, but again,
Majority.
is a loss or still a loss? A negative
Shut up,
still a
man.
negative. If you're negative
Well,
$200
that's a
in the
good point.
bank and you add that 50 and that 70, though you add it, you're not as much in the negative. You're still in the negative. It's still a loss. It's called a
But
difference.
but I still don't look that bad.
So what are the votes?
I
Like,
think
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing now.
Nobody
D-Mac,
said they
D-Mac,
looked
what's your
that bad though.
D-Mac, what's your thoughts on the Texans? Where you putting them at?
I'd put them in losers. They needed to improve their offensive line, and it's gotten worse since we started free agency.
All right, so that makes them that's like 5 losers. Seem like 3 neutral. I don't know where low stands either, but either way, low is not swinging it. So Texas
I'm
going
probably
to
not, bro. I'm standing on neutral though.
you're not swinging it. We're gonna jump back to the Giants. Where we at with the Giants now? I thought well, as we're looking at this, is there any team that we know without a deep debate that we can just slot in the necessary spot?
Put the Patriots at winner.
you said put who at winner low?
The Vikings. The
Put
Oh yeah,
the
Vikings.
Vikings are
Patriots
Oh,
winners.
at
Vikings,
winner, bro.
Vikings winners.
Rams
Vikings
are
winners.
winners.
Rams, Adams,
Yeah,
and
like
what?
But why
Yeah,
is kid? I
Adams is
think I'm
enough.
trolling now.
Adams is
Ad-
enough. I think
yeah,
yeah,
like
Yeah,
Rams,
round one.
Rams
they
are
didn't lose
winners.
nothing.
Steelers are in a weird. I don't know.
I'm putting Steelers in
Steelers
neutral
What
won.
team?
right now.
I'm
Wait,
putting
what team
Steelers
are
at
y'all
winners,
on?
bro.
And there's no team, no set team. We're just saying
I'm
what
putting the
team.
Steelers in
Oh,
neutral
either
too.
remaining.
Okay, let me
D-Mac,
ask, let
but
me ask, let me ask one more question then, because I'm trying to make it to where we're just getting through this. Not saying like I'm in a rush,
Right.
but like what team
Yeah.
we just flat out putting a winner? Just look at this, just winner,
oh,
without a
the
doubt,
Pats
no
did.
debate, no
Pats.
debate.
Patriots.
England,
They're a winner.
Steelers,
New
Patriots.
England.
Patriots.
Yeah,
Patriots
Patriots
for
for
me.
sure.
Patriots. Everybody agree with Patriots?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Patriots are
Yeah.
winners.
Yeah, I
yeah, for
think
the
that.
most part.
Yeah, that's enough.
I
That's fine.
think the Panthers are neutral. Yeah, no, they're not winners. I think I'll say
All
neutral.
right, so I think that's it. That might be it for the winners then. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't like the
The
Steelers
bona
as a winner?
fide.
the Steelers still don't have a quarterback.
I don't know what their quarterback situation is. They haven't solved that, so I'm
Yeah,
not
I
definitely
can't put.
putting them in winner.
Yeah, I can't put that as a
They
winner.
they 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 neutrals for me.
Yeah,
All
they
right, so
won't go
that's
where I
it.
really want to put them, but yeah.
They
Now,
signed DK. They signed DK and got Slay.
now next, any team that's here that's left
Only
remain
him
on
that
this
really
list,
matters. But
who we penciling that's flat out losers? Like 1,000%,
The
you're a loser.
Saints.
Green Bay.
Seahawks.
Green Bay for
Wait,
sure.
what?
The
I'm going
Saints.
Seahawks and Saints.
Yeah,
Thank you for having my
same.
back.
Yeah, you might as well just slide the Seahawks there,
All right,
gang.
Can
That
I
shit
also
over.
no,
actually real quick,
I
Ev?
have questions
go ahead.
about why we
Before
think the Seahawks are losers.
I
Just
mean,
questions.
losing
we can discuss it. We
Probably
can
neutral
discuss it
that
too.
quarterback and you lost your best weapon.
your two best
Can I
receivers
really
I
quickly
forget about
say that
Lockett.
I would like the Jets as a winner personally.
as a
I
winner.
like the upside play on Justin Fields
Justin
compared
Fields.
to not having to deal with Aaron Rodgers bullshit
Who
anymore.
else did they add?
Brandon Stevens makes them a winner too.
Lost Reed.
They lost DJ
I
Reed.
They lost DJ Reed, and that was a downgrade as well.
Yeah.
So probably
Yeah,
more neutral than winning.
I'm
yeah.
saying neutral is fine. Yeah, I wouldn't put them in a winner.
All right, so since we have everything set in stone as far as the winners out the way, all the remaining winners out the way, I know the rest is going to be debates between losers and neutral. So we're going to go ahead and go back from left to right. I just wanted to get a couple of teams out the way real quick. The Giants, where do you fall on the Giants?
I think neutral. I think we all said neutral.
You said neutral for the Giants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with neutral.
Yeah.
Losers.
They
They
have a
picked
quarterback
up. They
before.
picked
They
up.
ain't got one right now.
They picked up Holland, bro. Holland. You know what I'm saying? Nice
Holland's
part
a
of their
solid
defense.
addition.
They
Yeah,
still
Holland.
need a fucking quarterback.
No,
Though.
they should have just paid Xavier McKinney the year before, but
Facts.
I know that's
Yeah,
And I
crazy.
like
facts.
Javon
Facts.
Holland,
Facts.
yeah, I like Holland too.
but nah, McKinney
They start,
Jacksonville
they about to go trade.
Jaguars.
L.
neutral.
They made a lot of cuts.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in neutral. I still have offensive line questions, but I do think De'Ami Brown was a fine upside play as well for them. So I leave him in neutral.
And well, they got that guard from the Tampa that knows the system at least, so it's something of it's just an addition. But they haven't done nothing to make them a losers. I think.
How?
All right.
What team are y'all
Jaguar.
on? I'm sorry.
Jaguar just got slotted in neutral. We get to the Jets. Brandon Stevens, lose DJ Reed.
What did the Jets do?
They really didn't do nothing.
They got
They lost
McCurry, Jordan
Kirk,
Lewis. They added
McCarry,
Brown.
Jordan Lewis.
They got rid of
Yeah, I
Evan
mean,
Ingram. They
got
traded
rid of
Kirk.
it.
So are we doing? Are we looking at the? Are we just doing whoever added? Like whoever added
No,
niggas neutral?
No.
no.
Relative to their needs and the resources they
Yeah, it's
had.
really about did you solve a need coming into this for me?
It's more.
Than this. If you
Yeah,
added a need and then lost something, then I'm probably just going to end up putting you in neutral. Or if you're like a team like the Giants where you added, but you still don't have a quarterback, I'm probably still going to leave you in neutral. Like it's just.
I think that's the best way.
I don't know
I
where
think
you're
that's
at
the
right
best.
now.
That's literally how I've been thinking about it, to be honest.
yeah.
All right.
Like for the Ravens example, I know we're not there yet, but they would just be in neutral. Like we didn't.
Yeah, they haven't lost
Yeah.
nothing. They
Not
ain't really
losers,
did
not winners.
nothing
D
either.
Hop is not enough to say, "Oh, we're winners." Like no, I think we're just
Yeah.
neutral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neutral is fine with that.
Yeah, but we're not there. But anyways, yeah, for the Jets, added Brandon Stevens. Not saying that's really much of an ad because they lost DJ Reed.
You got worse at corner.
So yeah, that's the worst at corner. Got Justin
You
Fields,
lost your tackle though. You lost your starting tackle.
Morgan
They
Moses, right?
added Cisco as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did
Yeah.
add Andre Cisco. I saw that.
Oh yeah, okay. Cisco. So you got safety. You lost your tackle. You got worse at corner, but you still got a corner.
We obviously know Olu's going to take over one of those tackle spots. Obviously, Tyron is still a free agent, so the
Oh
tackle is still a question mark from that
yeah,
standpoint.
Who?
Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith
Okay.
is still out there.
Gotcha.
So I don't know.
Gotcha.
I would be neutral on the Jets, but I do like the addition of Justin Fields.
Yeah, I'm neutral on them too. The Lions. Who's that corner? Who's that corner they signed the other day?
DJ.
DJ Reed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DJ Reed. Damn, that was nice for them, Mo.
That's a really.
I think
yeah.
they added DJ Reed. They obviously brought back Skipper. They got rid of Smith. I don't think that's a big deal. They brought back Derek Barnes. I think you could argue DJ Reed is enough to push them into winners because I do think that really does upgrade.
That was
their
a big
secondary
help.
where they
I
need
mean,
another corner.
I think the Z that's still a position of need. They need another edge for sure. But I think getting some of the guys on the interior of that line back, like we had a pretty good rotation of guys,
and they all got hurt.
Everybody just died. So it wasn't necessarily that it was a glaring hole. I think
wasn't
we got a
available.
better corner for cheaper, and the secondary I think was a concern even when healthy. Like the corners were a concern even when healthy.
And I would say really it was more so the secondary than the defensive line going into this because defensive line is more of a draft thing.
Secondary is really the only weak part of the weak part of the defense. The corner is really the only weak part. Like good safeties, solid linebackers. The other edge is a position of concern, but the interior of the D line is really good, and then you got Hutch on the other side. So the defense has a lot of talent. Actually, it was really so upgrading that corner is I would put them at like top of neutral because I do still think they need an edge, and Z was good when he was here. So
and y'all can still bring him back on a cheaper on a deal later on.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I just like DJ Reed a lot, so I would go winners, but I'm fine neutral.
Yeah, like that's such an upgrade over Carlton. And Carlton played bad,
Carlton was. I don't even know how he got them. God bless him. I don't know how he got
got
the
a
money.
bag.
Yeah,
They just need a money. They had money.
He was not.
Who he go to the Patriots? I think.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
money. He said, fuck it.
20 a year.
Yeah, like it was like 3 years, 66 with like 40 guaranteed or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they had the money, so shout out. But he was
and
not
he
that
played
good.
solid too, but that's like
He was solid to slightly below average. He was not that good.
Y'all talking about Carlton Davis?
Yeah.
We paying him like it breaks down to like 18 a year.
18. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a fan of getting DJ Reed and also keeping other guys back intact on the team. And I think he'll be more of he'll be more so like an immediate impact player for the Lions, especially defensively, because the secondary question marks that they had as far as the cornerback position. So I'm more so like a low end winner. Like just because you're a winner, I mean you're a winner. Like I think
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a low end winner.
That's
yeah, that's
that's a
Yeah.
good
cool.
argument.
I'm cool with
Yeah,
that.
I'm cool with that.
Because
I'm cool
Derek
with that
Barnes
as well.
plays edge sometimes too. So like you kind of get
Hmm
two positions with one nigga. Yeah.
If we get
I'm
another
hearing the
edge,
neutral thing. Go you
what you
good.
say?
No, I'm hearing the neutral thing though too, but I'll just put them like low end winner, like just low end.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what I'd have him too.
Man, we get another edge. That defense don't have a lot of holes.
Just hey
Really, any.
Jordan. They saying Mike Green might fall to 30 in your range, man.
Man,
So what y'all want to do with the Lions winner or neutral? I know the
I'm
I'm
niggas
cool
cool
want
with
with
low
being
end
a
winner.
winner, like a low
Honestly.
end winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put
Yeah, I
him
was
at
saying neutral because I thought we were just doing a loser or neutral thing at that point. But yeah, low end
yeah,
winner
I
is
know.
fine.
Yeah, I did word it
No,
like
no,
that.
that's fine because I think that might be the only team that we upgrade, but we'll see.
Yeah, you're right. Green Bay Packers. I
more
think they didn't
neutral.
weird
they
spot.
didn't do
I
anything.
do
Neutral.
like them bringing in Aaron Banks. But
For that much
I'd say
money
more
though?
so neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
He got-
have the ability to do so from a flexibility standpoint, and I think he's a good guard. So
Okay.
I
Ooh, I
think
mean,
I'm in the neutral ballpark with them as well.
yeah, I put it in neutral.
And I
Mm-hmm.
know Ted definitely wants us to circle back to the Bengals for sure. But Packers,
again.
you can tell by his questions. He asked something like 5 minutes ago.
I,
He's like, but so how was that? But all right, okay. But watch, you gonna see. Ted was good.
Man,
My bad.
I just asked a question. That's why I
But I
asked.
could tell it's
Are
around
we just
Cincy,
doing it?
gang.
I guess I'm just saying is we just doing because a nigga added somebody or like I didn't I was confused, bro.
Okay. I thought it was like a Cincy thing. All right, my fault, gang. Carolina Panthers.
What did they do? They got Bobby Brown. They got Wharton.
they
All right,
got
let's see
they
what
got
we
Wharton
Resign
from
J.C.
us.
Horn.
They got Morag,
We
which
saw Horn.
We have Resign Horn.
Wholly overpaid for Horn, but yeah.
they paid a lot of people a lot of money, and I think that
So
they added to the defensive line, which they could have used.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know if I'm really up there as far as full winner. I'd
No,
probably
I
still
think
land them in
neutral's
neutral.
fine.
No.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah, I
definitely
think
not a
neutral's
winner.
fine.
yeah, I'd land them in neutral.
Yeah, and like the money thing, I'm like they're a bad team. You don't have no one else you paying. You got cap space. Pay the niggas that just to keep them at that
Yeah,
point.
absolutely.
So yeah,
With you. Las Vegas Raiders. They traded for Geno Smith.
got
I
Gino
mean,
Mm-hmm.
they upgraded that quarterback.
for sure.
Mm,
Nothing else of significance though, right? As of right now, at
He
least.
I
said,
forgot who they. I mean, you kept Max wasn't a free agent, but I mean you kept Max.
Max Crosby, Gino, and then they extended Max, Gino, and
I
nothing else
forgot
of
what else
significance.
they got
And
Alex
they do
Kappa, but
else.
neutral. I would go neutral or low end winner, but that winner don't mean shit. But
it
wouldn't
don't.
mean shit. But
But I feel
And
like they
I
signed
mean,
somebody else on
I'm
defense. I'm
so
forgetting
you
they
who
know
gave
that
up
they
a
is.
third round pick to Geno.
for
I'm
Gino.
sorry.
That's
Can't do
that's the
that.
big thing. They did get Geno Smith, which does solve their quarterback position.
Yes,
But
I
that
am
for
third, but
now.
that
I'm
was Green. I mean, that was
supportive
the
of
Jets
Gino.
third, so they didn't. It wasn't like they gave their own third up. They still have a third round pick still.
I'm not really moved by any of their signings. Like Chin is fine. I'm not moved by Kappa or Stokes.
Oh, they got Jeremy
I
Chin.
think
Yeah.
I
Okay,
probably
I
move
think neutral's
the
fine, man.
Geno addition into the low end winners, but I'd also be fine with neutral from that standpoint.
They're neutral
But
to
I do
me.
think that it does win to
Yeah.
get Geno.
They got Eric Stokes. Okay, they signed Eric Stokes. Okay. I mean, yeah, neutral's
Jeremy
fine.
Chin
I
had a
think that's
solid
good.
year last year in DC. So
He
Chin,
did.
Yeah,
Stokes,
I think that was fine. Yeah,
He
I
did.
think that was
Gino.
that was a fine signing.
Okay. Did they get a running back or wide receiver so far?
No, that's what they
Nah,
need
No.
in the
they need
draft.
both of those. They need both of
No.
those.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Seahawks just added MVS, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Late to
keep
big
that.
doing that.
move, big
Keep getting
move.
them checks, MVS.
Yeah, I don't know how he
Two
just.
rings and you get to just make money. He having a good career, bro.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to MVS, dog.
I'm crying.
Where
I want to say they're low end. I think.
yeah, same.
Yeah, I
I
want to
like
say
the
they're low
Geno
Gino
end.
is
addition,
so
man.
much better
Yeah.
than what they had at quarterback.
I
It's
like
crazy.
Yeah.
the
It just
addition.
don't
I do.
mean
I
shit
like
in the
the low
scheme
Yeah,
of
it
the
don't
end.
mean
conference,
nothing. Yeah,
but
yeah.
Bruh,
it's
it's
definitely still
no
an
way in
upgrade. It's still
hell.
an
It's
upgrade
no way
though.
in hell they not neutrals, bruh.
It's still an upgrade though.
Like, what are we doing?
It's
Like,
tough.
It's
It's
neutral to
winners?
about
me. I'm
It's
They
sorry.
got
definitely a
better,
winner,
Low
but
bro.
end gang. Low and
They got
they
better.
got
I've been
better. They dressed
woo.
in.
I understand the point though, because in the grand scheme of things, as far as the direction of the franchise, do you know if it really matters? But at the same time, they took what was the worst position for them, possibly the worst position in all of football
Coming
as far as
into it.
quarterback.
and then brought it into Geno Smith for a 3rd round pick, that is a good thing.
That wasn't even their 3rd round. It was the extra 3rd they had.
Right. So I would put them in low end winners, but I understand why it'd be neutral from the standpoint of does it actually matter? I understand that argument.
Yes, facts.
Well, now, but if you want to factor they're gonna pay Geno $45 million, then that's a whole different conversation, though.
What
No, that's part of this conversation.
what is that deal like? What's the structure of that deal? Like when can
I
they get
think it
out
would
of
be
it?
like a
What's
3-year deal
guaranteed?
for like 45 a year.
Is it one of them fake 3-year deals? Like
I
Daniel
hope
signed?
so.
That's the question mark is what does
I
it look
hope
like as
so.
far as
Yeah, because
Let
Daniel
me
signed a
see.
3-year deal, and I think that shit was fake as fuck.
Looking it up
Because
on
I mean, the deal he
Spotrac.
signed, with Seattle was front loaded as hell. That's why they didn't care about moving on from him.
Mm-hmm.
right.
No, this year's kind of fake. This year's kind of fake.
When can they get out? That's what I need to know.
Next
Oh,
season, I thought.
yeah, next season,
Yeah,
2026.
I
So they
thought.
can
I
get out
thought
after
he got
this
one more.
season?
I
Well, no,
thought they.
they're going to sign Geno Smith to a new deal at some
Yeah,
point.
Yeah.
At
to
some
help
point.
out with
Oh
their
yeah, yeah,
cap
it's still to come. Yeah, so we don't know how fake
hmm
it'll be.
But the thing is, his cap hit right now is $31 million. So like that number is going to go down. They still
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
$40 million in cap space as far as that's concerned. I think
Oh,
they
they
can
still have
afford to
money.
pay him. Yeah, I think
yeah.
they can
Oh
afford to pay
shit.
him as a bridge guy right now, and it'd be
Yeah.
fine with me.
They
It wouldn't
won't
change it in my opinion.
yeah,
You
I
know
would be
what, bro?
shocked if they
Amari
signed him
Cooper
to
might
a
come
deal they
back
couldn't get
on
out
some
of
cheap
after
shit.
at
Then they
least
might
two
bring
two
Amari
years at the
back.
most. I would like they're not gonna sign him to no shit. That's
I agree. It's a
prohibiting.
2 year.
Goods, we not going back to that convo, bro.
Yeah,
That's
because
funny.
of where
What
they're
you
at from
brought
the
up
financial
the
set.
Niners?
Yeah, the
Yeah, we
Niners.
like how we
Where they're
lose
Bruh,
at,
like
I'm gonna
that.
be for
they're
real. Goods, I fuck with you, right? You ain't talked about your team since like y'all lost at the end of the season. I'm not talking this shit with you. We tried to talk this shit with you yesterday. Don't talk to me about the Niners, guys. I'm focused on the Thunder. Focus on the Thunder, then, nigga. Don't ask no questions. You
Next
don't
time
get
the
to ask
Lakers
no
lose,
questions.
next time Lakers lose, I'm
be,
gonna say I'm focused on Duke then. Fuck it. That's what we doing.
because of where the Raiders are financially, I think I'm perfectly fine with whatever that extension is probably going to end up looking like. So I would
Yeah.
still that wouldn't change my
That's
opinion on it
See,
from that
yeah,
standpoint.
I didn't know
Jesus.
they had that much money, so because they could front load the shit out of his deal then and be fine.
Yeah, they could
So
if they wanted to.
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
no, that they're yeah, low end winners is fine. Yeah, low
All
end is
right,
fine.
a lot of us are agreeing with low end winners for them.
Okay,
Um,
bet. So
FYI,
put
Cincy, Iowa
Texas
State, good bump.
drop Texas down. Drop Texas as a neutral there.
why you say that? Although I do, although
I
that's
don't
the
mind.
stance.
I
That
mean,
was my original stance. Why do you say that though? I'm just curious.
Because this shit just not making sense to me. But so I think if
Where
that's
you confused at though?
just
We can have a
just the
convo.
quarterback shit, like okay, like they got better, but they still not
How much
doing
better did
shit.
they get? I'm
Like they
sorry.
still not doing shit. So since Laramie Tunsil left and they still got a Christian Kirk added to their back end, but the offensive line is still shit.
Well, worse, but
Make
yes.
But it got
well, yeah,
worse.
hmm
worse. Okay, good word, worse. Then move Texas down. Move Texas down to
I'll
neutral.
say this, Tess.
So
The
let me.
reason
So
why
okay,
most
go
people
ahead. Go
probably
ahead.
think these two are in two different situations is that the Texans, as we talked about, the Texans got worse at a position they were already at. I don't think anyone is saying that Geno Smith is
But
gonna be. I'm gonna get you.
go
I don't
ahead.
think anybody's saying that Geno Smith is going to be like this world beater, but he is better than Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew,
like
10 times
better than
significantly
them.
like
so. Yeah,
significantly
that'd
better.
be.
I
Okay, and
Yeah, he do.
personally
Yeah,
have
CJ
them
Garner just made
neutral,
their defense significantly better too.
but that was a
Well, the defense
position.
was
The
already
defense was
really
already
good, and they were
good.
already good in the secondary too. So I don't know how
Their
much that
quarterback
moved the needle from
position
that
was
standpoint.
ass, like
Does it
horrible.
does if I could present from a different standpoint as far as like the 30,000 foot view, the Raiders are in a situation in which we know that they have, a transitional period that they're working with Pete Carroll, and they're not necessarily trying to get all the way in as far as winning a championship right now. The Texans do have a ticking clock that is CJ Stroud's rookie deal to try and make things happen within this window. They got further away from it, in my personal opinion, because their biggest glaring need, that offensive line unit, got worse than it was at the beginning of this period. So for me, that's why they would be, if you want to put them in neutral, fine. I would have them more so in loser. And that's why I think the Raiders are fine to have a significant upgrade at quarterback as far as winners, because there's not that pressure to win in a immediate short term answer, in which the Texans are operating under.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then there's also like there's no question depending on I mean, we can debate like how much. It's no question the Raiders got better as a team. Even if I give you I do give you the Gardner addition being a big one. I don't think anybody can say that there's not a debate over whether or not, as a whole, they got better as a football team. Right? There's a debate there. So one being clearly better as a team, and then the other one being at best debatable, and I think most people would say worse. It's two different situations to me.
Good point. Good point. Me as a Ravens fan up here, Malik Harrison gone, Brandon Stevens gone, Michael Pierce retired. Add DeAndre Hopkins, not really, they didn't lose anything. They didn't really add much significance, in my opinion. DeAndre Hop will be a cool wide receiver 3 for us, but that's not enough to put us in the winner as far as free agency period over this last week. So for me, the Ravens are neutral. I don't think anybody up here will say losers. Also, cutting Marcus Williams, and that's pretty much it. Saints, where we at with them?
They got Eric. I mean, they got Justin.
No, that's a loser. Ever for friends, put us in losers.
They re-signed Jawan Johnson.
Chase Young too.
They overpaid for Jawan Johnson, the tight end that has not stayed healthy, a tight end that is severely underperformed. They extended Chase Young for God fucking knows why, but extended Chase Young, whoop-de-fucking do, Mr. Almost Sack. They restructured Derek Carr's contract, again, keeping him a Saint when they could have cut him this year and saved some money on the cap both this year and next year. They restructured hella contracts for niggas that don't fucking make sense. Oh, they signed Dante Pettis, whoop-de-fucking do. Yay, Saints. Kill it. Oh, and they signed Justin Reed. Great. Wonderful.
Y'all not losers though. Y'all can't.
And they don't actually have a cornerback number 2 on the outside because Delonte should only play inside. And Paulson Debo is no longer on the team. That is a loser.
I think neutral is fine as far as just in a vacuum, but I mean they're going to kind of be perpetual losers until they figure out a way to stop being in this cap hell that they are and build a real team. So it's tough for me to say either way. Like I can see the argument for losing, I can see the argument for neutral either way.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll lean neutral for Saints personally.
Yeah, there's just niggas.
What did y'all lose? Like I didn't lose. Y'all didn't lose nothing.
I literally just said what we lost.
Ain't lose
are you just not listening, or just you gonna just say AP neutral?
Yeah, I heard you, but who Adebo and who did y'all lose?
We don't have a corner. We literally do not have a starting corner.
Okay, what did y'all lose?
Neither of these players, neither of the corners that are starting right now on the outside, started on the outside at the beginning of last season. We don't.
Okay. Who did y'all lose?
Adebo is not. Alontae Taylor is not a good outside corner. Anybody with 2 eyes that watched him for 10 minutes
who did y'all lose though?
Could tell.
Bro, that doesn't matter, bro. The Bengals ain't lost shit.
I just can't pencil. Well, that's okay. Cool. I hear you. You're losers for the Saints. Anybody else with losers for the Saints? Anybody?
Probably so. Slightly loser.
Yeah, like loser.
Okay, Tej, Jordan, Ari. Who else? Anybody else? Saints. Anybody else want the Saints? West, Low, D-Mac?
I'm going with loser for the Saints.
4. Then that's the stage of 6 people up here. Saints will be losers. Seahawks.
Losers.
Sam, well, okay. So I thought that Sam Darnold gave the Vikings competent quarterback play, and that was in the most ideal possible circumstances. Obviously, the offensive line had to struggle, but still, I'd lean towards losers because it seems like they want to more so continue to compete, but with different guys. I don't like the way that they necessarily went personally.
Yeah,
they didn't get better as far as the offensive line was concerned either. So I'd probably put them at the low end of losers.
Well, D-Man, how you feel about Tunnel though? I think he got injured. He got injured early last season. Like, they're probably just banking on him coming back and being a tackle?
Yeah, but
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. How quick y'all just put the Saints in losers because of XYZ. Some of these teams in neutral should be losers. Like with the logic for the definition for the Saints, some of these teams right here should be losers. But I'll shut up though.
I wasn't here for them.
I'll wait till we finish.
Such as which ones?
I'll wait till we finish.
So
we got 3
who
more to
would be
go.
a loser then?
Real quick, Cooper Kupp is getting released. Who would you say that applies to?
Don't worry, he gonna be a Patriot soon.
3 more to go. I'll wait till we get
either that or a Charger.
Three more. Seahawks. I heard some losers for the Seahawks.
I think so far
They low end winners.
Yeah, but I mean, Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold better than their previous quarterback, I feel like that's a winner. That's the biggest win you could have.
Is he?
Yeah, low end winners.
He
You gotta have the
is?
same. You gotta have the same thing for the Raiders, bro.
Wait, but he's not. He's not
They
better than.
lost.
Yeah, is he better?
But we don't. He was last year though, so I'm saying we don't know.
He was in the most ideal circumstances.
Yeah,
That's not even close to what Gino
but
was doing
D-Mac,
with in
I'm
Seattle.
saying that we have to. I'm just assuming, like
I'm not
production.
assuming. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. If you're
that
assuming
he
it,
can
I'm not.
carry over. Again, I don't
That's
believe
a
in Sam
disconnect.
Darnold.
You want to assume it? I'm not assuming.
Well, that's fine. I'm going off his body of work, not the last two games. But I think the Chiefs are losing. But
Geno
we get
Smith
that
has a better
conversation
body
later.
of work. Geno Smith has a better body of work than Sam Darnold.
Better body of work.
He does actually.
In his career,
Bro,
yeah, for
Swiper
sure.
was
Well,
being
yeah, of
clear,
course,
though.
of
Swiper
course.
said last year Sam was better than Gino. So
But
He
that's
had
even
more
then, I'm not
production.
gonna.
He was not. He was
He
not a
wants to
better
take that
quarterback.
my
and
gosh,
project that
bro,
he's
He
gonna
had
be better
He
this
had
year.
better numbers. He was not a better quarterback, though.
No, he was a better quarterback.
That's very,
No, he was not a better
very,
quarterback.
He was
He was not a
clearly
better
a better
quarterback.
quarterback.
If you put Gino
very
what
tainted.
Minnesota was
But
dealing with,
it
put
almost
Sam
You can't do
doesn't.
that.
This
Anthony,
is
you do
yeah.
that
This is a
though.
lot of pushback. This is why you.
Yes,
This
you
is why
can,
you. Know,
because
this is why you don't
Sam
survive
Darnold
in
cannot
NBA
handle
spaces.
pressure on a consistent. Sam
Almost
Darnold not
doesn't matter
being
because
able to
you're
handle
using
Who has
that.
on a
played better
consistent
quarterback play
basis.
last year, D-Mac? That's what
Geno
it comes down
Smith. If you watch the tape, Geno Smith was a better quarterback than
Gino
Sam
was
Darnold.
not good. I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sick of
Y'all are
this
losing
Gino,
the
man.
plot,
This is
bro.
bogus.
Yeah, like
Because even if he was
That's
better,
fine. I know y'all love
let's
Sam
say he
Darnold.
was
Where are
better.
we gonna put
It
him,
doesn't
man?
matter. It doesn't matter to this upcoming season. Like I don't. It's one individual year. If he was better, he was, like you said, in the most ideal situation possible. So he's going from that situation to this
and
one.
clearly the
Bro,
Seahawks
can y'all
agree
stop
that
lying
one of
about
them is
that
clearly
shit too,
better.
bro?
What
Half of the
talking about?
fucking
What?
O-line was
That doesn't mean that
dead.
the Seattle
Half
Seahawks
of the
are right.
O-line was dead.
No,
Okay, so
I'm
it's
just
very
going.
similar.
Okay.
down.
Okay, cool. I grant you the.
The
Okay,
most
cool, Wes.
ideal
Let's.
situation
Okay,
ever.
cool, Wes. I grant you the point. It still does not matter to moving forward. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't.
Sam Darnold did not play better, so that is
Hold
wrong.
on. Hey,
His
besides
numbers were better.
besides that nonsensical point, D-Mac, do you think both teams are
It's not
slight
nonsensical.
winners?
Actually,
No, it's
watch
like
this thing.
spot
No,
on.
hold on, Jordan. Do you think they're both winners because they both now have quarterbacks? Like the Raiders have a quarterback, they're a winner, and now the Seahawks feel like they have their quarterback, they're a winner.
No, the
Based on
Seahawks got
No.
worse at quarterback, and the Raiders got significantly
I
better. That's the
disagree with
difference.
you 100%, but
That's
fine.
perfectly
You're
fine.
one
But
person.
you
You're
just
one
said
person.
based on what
I think the
Wes
general,
knows football.
numbers.
but
I understand that's why you're the
we can
analytics
have a
nerd.
debate
That's what you
amongst
make fun of,
us.
Swiper, in
We can have a
NBA
debate.
spaces, and then you look like an idiot coming over here to NFL spaces. But that's the difference.
Idiot. Bro, I was right about everything. Like, if
Oh,
we're talking
wow.
about
says
matter
like,
of fact,
you were so worried
Now
about
I
the
can't
Bengals
wait.
being so great, right?
I
so
can't
worried
wait
about
for
the
those
Bengals being great, weren't you?
bum
How good
Chiefs
are the
to go
Bengals?
back to where they belong.
And what are the
I can't
Broncos
wait
going
for
to
this
do?
year, Wes.
Who's again?
I
What are the Broncos
cannot
going to do?
wait,
What are the
dog. I'm
Broncos
so
going to do,
ready.
Swiper? What are the Broncos going
I'm
to do,
so
Broncos?
ready for this
Duh.
season to start,
What are the
bro.
Broncos going to do,
Please.
Swiper?
Can we
Lose
just
the
find
division
out where the
again.
Seahawks are
Patrick
going,
Mahomes
bro?
getting put
What
on
are
the
the
helm
Broncos
on a
going
Super
to? What
Bowl,
are the
bro.
Broncos going to
You
do
ain't been
again,
here since,
Swiper?
dog.
What are the Broncos? That's not true. I was in here yesterday. Keep lying.
What did the Seahawks do on defense?
Exactly, Swiper.
Nothing.
You keep lying.
They
You're gonna make
didn't.
up
They
stuff.
didn't do anything. They didn't
Move
do
on.
anything.
That's what I thought. Move on,
I don't
Swiper.
think they got no one on defense.
So, like, I think is that the team we were just doing? Or no? I got lost. Who were we just?
I
Yeah,
did
we are on
too.
Seattle.
But,
Yeah.
but if any, but I'm sorry. However y'all feel, everybody's different. Everybody watch football. Everybody watch whatever. I think if anything, it will cancel out the quarterback.
Agree,
play.
100%.
Yeah,
They both
absolutely.
are positive. They're
I'm
both
not
positive.
going to say they got worse. Like I'm sorry. I mean, somebody could
I
think
disagree
No,
with
but
that. But
D-Mac, somebody could think Sam is better. Somebody could think Gino is better.
So move the Raiders
that's fine.
down.
I'm giving my opinion. I said I disagree with him.
We don't only
No,
put the Raiders.
the difference
the
is
Raiders
if
get
you
moved down
think
because of that. Because
the
they
Raiders
literally got
on the
better.
field
the
better.
Raiders still upgraded
Yeah.
significantly to Geno Smith, regardless of if you think Sam Darnold's better.
Yeah, exactly.
It does not change.
But did the Seahawks add anything outside of Sam? Because they traded
And they
DK.
lost-
I'm looking at it right. I'm looking
added
for it right
MVS and
now.
Josh
I already
Jones.
got
They
it.
just re-signed their guys, I think.
It was
But
MVS
there's
and
value
Josh
in that.
Jones.
MVS. I'm sorry, I can't hear everybody. Hold on. What you saying, Ari?
I said I'm looking for what they've added right now
All
to
right, so
give
what
like
we
a
know,
full thing.
MVS cut Lockett, traded DK. Anything else?
They added Josh Jones, and obviously they traded away DK Metcalf. So in my opinion, even if you think that this quarterback is
Did they sign
neutral,
a
they
running
got
back?
worse.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I saw Josh
Yeah,
Allen in demo
yeah,
receiving
yes,
last
Did
D-Mac,
they
year.
sign
yes.
a
That's
running back?
the end all be all right there. Even if you think say that again, even if you think the quarterback what is better, it's still
Even
neutral,
if you
correct?
think the quarterback is better than neutral, they
Yeah.
got worse. They have a significant hole as far as wide receiver is concerned. That
Well,
Oh
the
yeah,
season,
they still
the
have room
season
for.
started
Yeah,
last
that's
They
true.
year.
haven't
That's
gotten better
true.
as far as the interior
That's
offensive
Yeah,
true.
line.
yeah.
It's Sam,
That's how
Josh
y'all did the
Jones,
Texans.
and they signed a
No,
linebacker
it's not the
and a
Texans. It's not the
defensive
Yes,
same.
that's
tackle.
only the Texans.
That's not.
Bro, the
Who?
Seahawks was sort in not the same way, but
It's not
it
the
will fall in the same.
same.
Sharon
It will
Reed.
fall in the same a little bit though.
No,
But
because
But
I think you go ahead.
my disagreement
Ed,
there
you
would be that
understand
I think
now?
There's
okay,
not the
my
Texans, bro.
no, it's
hold on
different. It's not the Texans. Not the Texans. Not
hold
the
on
Texans.
Yeah, not the Texans.
disagreement.
Maybe you could probably pick another
Oh
example though.
Lord.
You could choose a different one. The Texans
Yeah,
had a bad offensive line and got worse. The
yeah.
Seahawks offensive line
Not the
was
same.
bad, and they didn't change much there from that standpoint. They
Yeah,
still
it's
have
not
a
the
bad
same.
offensive line, though, of
Even
course. But
even if we think Sam is better than Geno or the quarterback play cancel out, at the end of the day, they made they formed a big hole at the wide receiver position.
Yes,
So therefore, they'll be
I'm
losers.
fine
And
with
then
it.
add no
Wait,
other.
who you talking
I am
about?
fine with it.
Seahawks.
You said they have a big four?
Big
Hole.
Big
hole.
At wide
hole.
Big
receiver.
hole.
Oh, okay.
At wide receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah.
I don't know what they doing, but shout out.
I don't know either.
I don't
Now,
either.
the Seahawks, they're screwed. I think they should go right back to the bottom where they
I
belong.
mean,
in
it
the
could.
AFC West.
The only way it works is if Sam it does end up being a slight upgrade, and then are they gonna draft the receiver?
They're gonna have to. They have no
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. So
Do-
if they hit a home run with that
Well,
guy,
Jordan,
and
I
you
do
add
think they
slightly better.
signed. I do think they signed like. I think Amari Cooper is probably the next wide receiver that gets signed in free agency.
or
I
Cook.
do. I think it's
Cooper
going to be
get
like a
first. Cooper
huge
probably get signed
upgraded.
first.
Yeah. I think it's Amari. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
Cooper,
yeah,
Cooper
it
Cup.
is.
Cooper Cup. I'm sorry.
Cooper Cup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cooper Cook.
There's a scenario
Yeah.
where they can end up
I
as a
agree
better
with you on
football
that.
team.
So I think Cooper Cup. But
Hey,
I'm
Jordan,
just
in
like
that
nigga. I'm
scenario,
saying his
hey,
name.
that
hey,
could be
but
like
Ev, I
The
will
scenario
say,
is like 70-30, 80-20 though. Like
I will say,
But I
he
do
just
think.
had
I
an
do
experience,
think.
Jordan.
I do
say
Jackson
think
what?
Smith
in
and Jigba
this.
could end up being a wide receiver one though, and I think that would be like
who?
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jason.
Oh
Sniper,
yeah, for
that
sure.
I
doesn't.
know. I know. I'm just saying, like, if he does upgrade, that's going to be for them. I think they'll have a legitimate number one. But even then, that's a neutral at best. Is what I'm saying.
I mean,
I think
it's
they'll be
a
number
right.
two.
It's a
For less money
neutral.
though.
It's a neutral at best, but I think right now that you have to, keeping the same logic, you have to put them in losers.
Quick
Oh yeah,
side
they're
note:
losers for sure.
it's just a yay or nay question. Don't gotta
Yeah.
have no combo on it. As reported, one of the
Yeah,
teams that's been
Seahawks are
waiting on
losers. Yeah, put the organization.
one of the
on.
teams.
Damn, Sniper.
One of the teams that's been waiting on Cooper Cup to get released is the Packers. Yay or nay?
Sure,
Oh
I
my
guess.
gosh.
I mean,
Random.
Another
I don't
wide
know
Man, that'd
why
be
receiver in
they
that
great.
need
wide
another wide
receiver room.
receiver.
That's not a one.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
don't
but they
I don't
do need
care.
someone to
Respect
catch the
Coop.
ball,
Respect
though.
Coop.
Can I say
They
I
need
don't
a
care less? I
one.
mean,
I
like
respect
goods.
Cooper,
I
but
mean, I'm
that
calling
is
you
a pack
everybody by
ass
what your
one.
name. Ev, can I say I don't care?
I don't care.
Yeah, that's. I'm
Okay.
sorry, it's not
It
your
doesn't
name, but
in the
like,
long run. It doesn't matter,
I
but
don't
they
It
give
need
a
doesn't
someone to
fuck
really.
catch the
about that,
ball.
bro.
Okay.
They
So
have
more
Actually,
so
is
than
it somebody in the division? I love it if they sign him thinking he's gonna be like a one or a two. I
I
love
was
that.
about
Man,
to say that. Like
if he's
that
healthy,
nigga's
he's
a
a one,
three,
y'all.
bro.
Y'all
He
not gonna
won't
keep
be.
disrespecting that.
he's
the
not a
He won't be.
one. He's not a one if he's
the
healthy. He's a
Packers'
three.
issue isn't
If he's
necessarily
healthy,
that
Yeah,
they
he's
need
it.
another wide
It
receiver. They
doesn't
need
get in and
another
out of the
no,
one
all right,
wide
all
same
right, all
receiver.
right.
leagues too.
First off, all right.
Oh my
I
gosh,
Doesn't
y'all
get
disagree.
in.
loud.
They already have a one. I want to be clear about this. They already have a
Who
one
has a
over
one?
there.
What the
They just
Jesus.
don't throw him the ball.
Who has
All
a
I'm gonna tell
one?
you.
Ooh.
Romeo Dobbs. He's
that
clearly
nigga
Okay,
is
yeah.
not a
No,
We
one,
can
bro.
agree
no,
to
sir.
not
He's
fucking
not a true
agree.
number one on that one.
We
No,
agree.
but I'm saying they don't give him the ball enough.
He don't
Okay,
catch the ball.
cool. Well, again,
He
Swiper,
doesn't
they
thanks
do
deserve
not
it.
have a number one.
thanks for your input.
He's
They
not number
still
one.
need a bona fide number one wide receiver. That's their issue. They don't just
Like
need another wide
they should be
receiver. They
sick
need
that they
another
couldn't
number
get
one.
Devontae to come back, bro.
That's what they should be. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. But
All right.
yeah, it could have been
Two
one
more
for
to
them.
go so far. Pittsburgh Steelers, Darius Slay, DK Metcalf, Malik Harrison, NF Gainwell, lost Najee Harris, no quarterback.
Oh,
Kenneth
Yeah, that doesn't
Gainwell.
affect. I want to put them in losers.
by the way, Malik Jefferson was the player I was talking about that got signed. That went to the Bengals a couple years ago. Ted, that you just reminded me of.
If it's not
He's
A-Rod for them, who's it gonna be?
It's Russell Wilson.
Russ,
Wilson
most
is
So
likely.
he's so same. I would. I mean, winners, but again, it's like the
Well, what
Raiders.
about Zach?
It's
What
like
about Zach Wilson? What about Zach Wilson?
it's like the
And
Raiders.
he's on
Zach
He's a
Wilson
Dolphin.
is on the Dolphins.
He's
It's
on the
like the
Dolphins.
And then
Raiders winner though to me. Like it's like so
I don't
what?
even think the Ravens or the Raiders are
But
winning.
it's like,
But
it's
they
like
have a nice roster,
you said
bro.
he
They
won this
just
with no
Niggas be
quarterback at the moment.
Geno Smith, but advocating.
But they're gonna either have A-Rod or the same quarterback they had last year, though. I think we can
So
pretty
so
confidently
so
say.
so far. Let me just, so far. I know this is the one. Thank y'all for coming to the stage and doing this activity. Just I wanted to do this yesterday, but I was reading a room was proper.
You're welcome.
I was reading a room was proper to switch.
You
But so
stayed,
far,
Jamari?
I did.
DK and Darius Those are positives, right? Well, how y'all feel about DK, Darius?
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely
positive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hundred
Positives.
percent,
And we don't
100%.
really care about them losing
In a
Najee Harris.
vacuum,
Najee Harris. Do we care about
yes.
them losing Najee
at
Harris? Out of
all,
here?
No,
at
don't care
all.
Okay.
one bit.
I mean,
yeah.
I
well,
mean, look, Kenneth
just
Gainwell and
to be
Najee Harris.
fair,
I'm be for real.
just he
He can do it.
yeah,
Najee did though.
Najee Harris
Yes,
is
he's a
a
1,000-yard
consistent
rusher.
running back. You know what you're
Yeah.
getting stuff from.
There are
Yes.
so
But
many
I'm just
running
saying,
backs in
like
this
that's
draft. They
important
can
to
get
have
it
back
from
there.
him,
Yeah,
Warren, and
Man,
Gainwell
that's the
just
most
fine.
replaceable running back
100%.
of all time,
Like,
man.
bro, Damian
Nah, you're
Martinez
tripping.
can
You're
do what
tripping. You're
Najee
tripping. You're
Harris did
tripping.
last year. Like,
That you
Who,
mean
Najee
CEH Jordan?
Harris?
That's what you meant.
You said Najee? No, I meant Najee Harris is the most replaceable running
Uh,
back like ever.
yeah, they can go get
I
niggas
don't
from
agree with that.
Miami and be good, bro.
What were you saying, Eva? You was going down the
No.
line of
Yeah.
Mm.
where you want to
D,
put him. I,
D,
I got him as a
DK.
winner.
I'm leaning low end right now. DK
Yeah,
and Darius
Oh
That's
are
my
fine.
true
God.
misfits. I'm leaning low end. I'm not gonna lie to you.
it's just it don't again. It don't
It's not a
mean
winner
I'm
shit.
not
winner.
gonna lie,
It's
bro.
not a winner
Based
winner
on
chicken
based
dinner
on how
though.
y'all did, based on how y'all did the Raiders, bro, they
No,
gotta
yeah,
be
that's what I'm
winners.
saying.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
Raiders
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
this one
yeah,
I'm with you
yeah.
with this one,
They should
Chad. Yeah, it's
both
the
be
Raiders
I,
thing.
I'm
neutral.
It's the Raiders shit.
I'm fine with the low end winners. I don't have any issues with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
See,
that's
Now the
here's my
fair.
question
thing. I'm
now
gonna be
now
for real. I'm gonna pose this question. I'm gonna pose this scenario. The
mhm.
Giants are neutral. The Giants did well, not the same thing, but the Giants added to their secondary. Even though I think Paulson was overpaid, they added Javon Holland. They also added other places. They didn't necessarily add to their wide receiver room, but they have Malik, so they're kind of okay. And like we said, you can go get a wide receiver two in this draft for the most part, two or three. Um, they also have a question at quarterback. They're also in a better position to draft a younger quarterback or sign a quarterback in free agency. But the Giants are neutral, but the Steelers, because they added DK and Darius Slay, are not. They're
I think
winners.
the quarterback. This might not because you make good points. I think the quarterback thing for the Steelers is different than the quarterback thing for the Giants. I
In what
think this.
ways?
I think the Steelers are at the very worst going to get the same quarterback that they had last year, or get someone who I think, even though A-Rod is washed, I think he'd be slightly better than Russ, if not just the same. So they're either gonna have the same quarterback or someone who probably could end up being slightly better. We don't know what the fuck Giants are doing at quarterback. They're gonna have A-Rod or someone who they didn't have last year, or we
They've
think
been
they would
talking
draft
to
a guy.
Russ.
You said what?
They've been
They
talking
have
to
been.
Russ
And
for
so
like
the
a week
thing
now.
They got a worse
the,
receiver room and a worse.
Yeah, with worst
the,
receiving core, and again, I do put value into having a guy you already had the year before.
the,
Him
the one
going to the Steelers and versus him going to the Giants, I think is a little different.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
he's
at
the
least
same
with him
guy.
on the Steelers, I mean, I guess the benefit is saying that you know what it was, but it wasn't good. What we saw, it wasn't
You
like,
didn't have
oh
DK either
well.
though, and I know
True.
Russ would have Malik, so it's like you could say that cancels, or it's tough to mire through. I think I think it's slightly different him going to the Giants versus the Steelers. That's kind of where I land with
I
that,
just
even
think
though it's the
both
same
of
guy.
them. I get what you're talking about in terms of which there's merit to that. I get what you're talking about in terms of having a guy possibly come back that you already had. I also think on the other end, even though the Giants don't have that, they do have way more flexibility to go and get a quarterback, regardless if it's in free agency and they either sign Russ or A-Rod, or they actually are in a position to actually draft a quarterback. The Steelers are stuck. They have zero flexibility trading up to
She
get
cut
a
out.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Hello?
that's a fair point.
You cut
Am I
out
Yeah,
back?
just slightly. Say that
Oh.
last part again.
I was gonna say, like the Steelers, on the other hand, though they have like the comfort of falling back on a quarterback, potentially falling back on a quarterback that they've already had before,
Hmm.
that's their only option. So it's either Russ or Aaron.
I
They're
think part
not
of.
going. They don't have the flexibility that I think the Giants have to
Hmm.
go and get a rookie quarterback, a good rookie quarterback, who I think we can all agree both of them would be better than kind of what their options are right now. So I do think though they don't have the level of comfort, they also have way more flexibility than the
Yeah,
Steelers
I
have.
think that's fair. I think that with the quarterback play though, I think if you were talking about any other team with the Giants, to me, um, I'd probably be with you. Y'all are sure if they don't get one of these two that they're going to draft a quarterback. I believe when I see it.
I
That's
think well
just
my thing
yeah,
is
that's
that
me.
they also have to. They
Why
don't
they
have a
can't
quarterback
get
on their
Dart?
roster.
Huh?
They can.
Why they can't
I'm
get
talking about
guards?
first round. I'm talking
Yeah,
about the
right
first
before you
round
they,
with their first
yeah.
round pick. Yeah, like
Well,
I,
apparently
Y'all
I
still
believe
Darnold's
got
it
going to
to
be
when
a
take
first
I
round
y'all
see
pick.
still
it.
got to take
Like
into
y'all can
No,
account
say
Kevin
Yeah,
apparently,
Austin.
I get what
yeah.
you're
they have.
saying.
Yeah, he could say
Apparently
they have
after
the
Justin,
flexibility.
But if we
But if they
break
don't
them
like them
both down
dudes,
by
I wasn't
teams, like
I wasn't here for the Giants thing. The
yeah.
thing about it is for me, I think
that
for
was
me
pretty
the
much the
difference
conversation thing that
the difference
yeah.
for me is the Giants have made some small depth additions and along the roster, but
Which
at,
ones? What moves have they made again? The Holland? That they got? They got Holland?
they added
They
Holland.
signed two corners.
They added
Um
Golston as well, James Hudson for some depth
That's
thank
pieces,
right.
you.
or Robinson Harris along the defensive line.
Thank
I
you.
think I think there's some small additions there. The difference for me, the Steelers really needed a second weapon in that offense badly. And again, this could all change if they end up trading George Pickens. We don't know. But that was a significant hole that they were able to
So do
address,
that
and therefore
they
that'd be
don't
a
both do
difference
the
from the
same
Giants.
thing to you? Pickens and DK?
No, yeah, but that's what Arthur Smith
Because they
wants.
still
So
are
it's like,
missing a possession wide receiver, which is what they were
yeah,
missing
for
last
sure.
year.
No, I mean, and again, they didn't play Roman Wilson. We'll see from that standpoint. But
Yeah.
this adds the other type of wide receiver that this is what Arthur Smith wants. He wants two vertical guys. He wants two bigger wide receivers. That's the way he wants to run the offense, for good, bad, or indifferent. But that is a roster hole that they had, and they were able to address that. So that would be the difference for me in the Giants and Steelers. But if you want to put the Steelers in neutral because of the quarterback thing, I could understand that. But
Yeah,
that would be a difference of why you can maybe
and the
see
other
the
If
thing with
they
the
Steelers
get
more.
Aaron
oh, go
Rodgers,
ahead.
are we saying positive?
I don't know.
If they get Aaron
I
Rodgers,
don't
No.
know if I
because
am. I don't know if I am, to be honest with you.
I
Because they
personally
both
think
still
Aaron
have
Rodgers
O
is like
line issues. They're gonna if they
yeah,
get Rodgers,
that's
then
true.
they're gonna have to index crazy on their O line
Hmm.
because their O line right now is not is not good. Which is why you have people saying that it might actually be better for them just to go back and get Russ instead of putting A Rod in that position because Russ is still a bit more mobile than Aaron is, and you're gonna for sure need to build up that O line in ways for Aaron than you won't need to. I guess for me, it's just kind of like, okay, the wide receiver room did get more talented. Not going to take that away from them. But essentially, it's a net because they still do need a specific type of wide receiver in terms of a possession guy. Because right now, that's just fire move. That's just what they use Pat for. Your running back position, I mean, I think it got a little bit worse, but y'all are saying it's kind of still the same. It's still Jalen Warren
It got worse, but not
and
by
a guy, right? But still, you can
Negligible
yeah, you
worse.
could say that's a wash, right?
yeah.
The holes that they have on their O line, both, and I think the Giants O line might have been a little bit better this year. I'm not sure, but again, both aren't good, right? So they both still need to do things with their O line. They both have a hole at a quarterback position. People have different perspectives on what that looks like and what that means. To me, it's just kind of like I get it, DK and Darius Slay. I'm sorry, I didn't heard the way, not you, Jordan, but I heard the way some of y'all didn't talk about. I've heard the way Darius Slay has been talked about in here. I've heard it,
As a yeah,
and
I
it's
think
just.
I think most people talk about him that way as a CB1. At least that's how I was talking about him. Like,
So who's their
because
other corner?
Uh,
Somebody remind me. It's Joey
Porter,
Porter Jr. and
Joey Porter, and Slade. That's it. I mean,
Slay.
they got a nigga but he got potential, but he's always hurt, and
Okay.
they
So they got
slap.
a guy. They
Yo,
got a guy that could really be a guy. Could be like a legit CB1 and Joey Porter Jr., right? Who I think is still going to be CB1 on their team, but could be like, if he stays healthy, for sure, like a legit CB1. You have an aging Darius Slay.
so I'm right on the so I think you made a really good point with the O line, right? And how many receivers did they have to actually shore that up?
huh?
How
Resources?
many who?
Like cap space. Like what was the cap space situation to be able to shore up the O line, even
I
though
think
they
they
didn't?
had a good amount of cap space.
For the
Okay,
Steelers, Giants,
the Steelers.
The Steelers, but DMAC will probably know that more. So I'm looking at it right now. Give me
they
two
had a
seconds. I'm
moderate
pulling their
amount, I
spell
believe.
Yeah,
chart.
so not addressing that,
Yeah.
I think that's the best point I think you made. I think the quarterback play, and that might honestly sway me more towards new, but I'm still right on that. I'm right on that borderline to be honest. I'm right there. But I think
I can go
the
either
Yeah,
way
QB
though.
they have the
play.
eighth highest remaining cap space. Just
Okay,
to like
see,
add that in.
so there's that. And they haven't done anything with that on the line yet, so that's a point towards negative. I think the quarterback play, and I haven't decided how much I'll factor this in. I think the difference in the quarterback play conversation we were having before. I know for a fact that the Steelers, or at least in my opinion, I'm pretty confident that the Steelers will either have the same or slightly better. I don't think there's a scenario where they have worse quarterback play than they did last year. What that
Mm-hmm.
means, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I think on the other side of the Giants, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're doing at quarterback. I don't know. They could end up having some. They could end up getting somebody like Dart, second round, third round. Have just a guy who starts a few games and you throw the rookie. Like I don't know. I have no clue. I really don't know. They could use their second or third pick. Their what do they pick, fourth or third?
Third.
They could trade up and get one of these top prospects at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They could sign A-Rod. They could sign. There's much more volatility of their quarterback position being the same, less, worse, or better for next year.
Yeah.
They don't need to target offensive line. They have a pretty set offensive line plan with who they got last year in the draft,
Who you talking
especially Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Because
their
a
offensive
lot
line
of
is
their
fine, to be honest with you.
a lot of their top capital went into offensive line. They just got hurt beginning of Fuantu, one of the top
Yeah.
guys
That is
last year.
true.
Right.
Mason
Yeah, they
Rudolph.
were just hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
they'll
true.
be
That's
be
true.
fine as far as offensive
Yeah,
line
so
is
I
concerned.
don't
It
think
really
they're
does come
gonna
down to the quarterback.
put that capital towards, or at least money wise, offensive
Yeah,
line.
not big capital. Yeah.
Yeah, not yet. It wasn't
I
like
think
they need to
they could still
completely.
they could
They're not. It wasn't like a completely rehaul their O line. There's things they can do, but you do make a good point though, Z Farm, about a lot
They
of
just
their
need
O
like a
line
swing
being
guy,
hurt.
maybe a
Yeah.
swing guy.
they
Somebody can play
they
both.
could use a
And you can
guard if
find
they
that in the
wanted to in the
fourth round.
draft, but I don't
Yeah, I'm
think
gonna
it's
stay
anywhere
with
in
Yeah.
free
slightly
agency that
positive.
I was going to tell them that
So
they
you can
need to
find, but
upgrade.
and that's another reason why I think Rodgers will just go to Pittsburgh. You have a better offensive line and better weapons, well, as a room, than just going to the Giants.
I just,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but
he'll
he
be
also
slightly
could be in
better,
New
but
York,
don't.
to
and
me,
that's
it's
a big
all
against the
neutral.
offense.
This is all sounding like wash, 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 wash.
Let's take a
Jordan,
break.
I just think what Jordan is talking about. He looks at the flexibility. He looks at their cap situation and all their options as volatility. I look at it as flexibility, and that's just. I think that's where we're gonna differ.
Oh, you
Here,
talking
I'm not
about the
gonna say. I'm
Giants?
not gonna even. Yeah, like I look at you. Look at it as volatile. Like there's a lot that can go wrong, and I think that means there's a lot that can also go right.
Yeah, I'm also factoring in their history in my
Trusting
not
them
I'm
to
not and
do
I'm not
stuff.
talking about the black quarterback
Oh
thing.
yeah, no, their
I'm
history.
talking
Yeah.
about yeah, like their history
Mhm.
of what they do
Mhm.
with set flexibility. And because I look
Yeah.
at different teams having flexibility differently depending on
And
who the
then
GM, the owner
I
is.
will. I can give you that for
yeah,
sure.
and then even with the flexibility, like they coach and they GM or coach are literally they're playing for their jobs right now. Like them niggas, like a quarterback could buy them niggas more time in the position.
I'm gonna
So
be real. Some people would argue Mike Tomlin's playing for his job, but we're not gonna
No,
get into that.
that nigga's locked in. He's
Jordan,
not going
Jordan,
nowhere.
We're
wait,
not gonna get
are
into that.
you
Yeah.
alluding when you say the black quarterback? You talking about the Giants that never drafted a black
Yeah,
quarterback?
yeah. I'm saying I
Yeah.
think that's the thing, but I don't think that's not how that's not one of the reasons I'm
Man, if
using
they don't
to
draft Shador
downgrade how I
Cam
view their
this year
flexibility.
with the opportunity, then I mean I don't know how they beat the allegations because those are two of the best
Oh,
quarterbacks.
for sure,
They
Yeah,
might
they
not
don't
care
fuck
about beating
around.
the allegations. That's
Yeah, they
what
might
I'm
I
not care.
know,
saying.
but I'm saying, but they would be either one of them would be the best quarterback they've had in the building since Eli from like 08, like 9.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you know what I mean? Like
think.
Yeah.
that's
I don't
Yeah.
disagree with that. The thing that people do need to just say here is that, and Jordan alluded to this, they are coaching and GMing for their jobs. And it's not
Mm-hmm.
that they are
Yeah.
doing so that the owner feels happy about it, or he legitimately said, you got to win this year or you're going to get fired. They're on
Yeah.
the last year of the deal. So
Yeah.
whatever path they take to that could lead to desperation, or to Ari's point, it could
Yeah.
lead to, success from that standpoint. For now, it's a mystery box. I would still leave them in neutral ultimately for the reasons I discussed compared to the Steelers. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it could go good, it could go bad, it could go good. We don't know from that
It's
standpoint.
crazy because their best option, to be honest, I know they're coaching for their jobs, but this could be a scenario just because of who's available and who's already off the board. Their best option could just end up, even though it would be a rookie, could end up being a rookie. Because if A Raj,
I think it is too.
yeah, because
Jordan,
if
can
A
I
Raj is a
I think
Steeler,
Jordan, can I
yeah,
present you an alternate scenario?
yeah.
Mhm.
What if they had traded the third round pick for Geno Smith?
Oh,
that
well
would
then
have
yeah,
been
then
Oh
no,
yeah.
yeah. Then we
Different.
talking,
Would have
yeah,
been,
that would be
hey,
different,
you
yeah,
compete
I mean,
2025.
I
You
thought
use
about
that
that
early
for a
pick if you
second,
want to.
D-Mac. I was thinking
yeah.
about what
That would be
teams
different.
have quarterbacks that could be expendable.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about that. I was like, maybe Gino could have been good. I actually
It's
thought
kind of
because
a
we
mixed
Gino.
know,
bag with it.
Gino in the
granted,
league neighborhood have been
this isn't a
fun.
huge move, and some people might be like, fuck, what the fuck, this fucking Joe Milton is out there. He's available. I don't think he would cost
Boy,
a
that's a
lot.
hell of a
Yeah,
thing to bet your
y'all high
job
like
on,
on
though.
I don't know what
I'm
y'all
not
see in
that
that dude,
high,
bro.
but
He's got good. He
Nah,
got good
I
tools.
fuck with
He
the
got
fat
good
people.
tools.
there's
People,
an
He said, "Give me a
there's
pick
a
for him." Fuck it.
I mean, it's not gonna be the third, so you get to keep the third.
Only get like a 5th round pick
But
for the nigga, but hey,
you
it's something.
know, there. What I was saying is that there are. I would be interested. I can't even fucking remember. What if they signed Jameis? Don't do that. But
I thought
he's a
Jameis
free
signed
agent.
somewhere already. Oh no, he
Nope, he's
signed
not. He's a free agent still.
it?
You know what? I
Um,
could. I don't know
they
how
could
I could
trade for
see
Derek
that.
Carr if they would like. He's available.
I know you would love that.
Be jumping for joy. I wouldn't even take their third.
I
Like
might could see
they're
them. I
number
might
three.
could see them doing the
Get your
Jameis
fifth.
thing. I'm not gonna hold you.
The
Even though I think
I
they
Davis
will.
think Jameis
I think they
or the
ultimately
Jameis
end up.
thing.
breaking
Mhm.
Casey's
Yeah,
record.
I don't know because I think they could. I think if they do the Jameis thing, they could pretend. Where did they sign DeVito to? Could that is he gonna be their second quarterback for sure?
What
Danny
Tommy?
DeVito
God bless.
Yeah,
or Tommy? Not
yeah. Cause
Danny.
he.
Damn it.
He was like a
Yeah, he did.
what
I
late
knew what you.
round pick.
You said what?
He was a really late round pick. I don't think he was nothing
No,
like
I'm
No,
just
that.
saying,
he's
is he for
asking
sure
about
gonna
his
be their number
contract because he got
two?
a
Oh, his
contract.
contract. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
like I
gave him
don't.
like
I'm
Yeah,
$2
looking at
million,
I'm looking
and
at it.
yeah,
It's
but
'Be
3 years,
their backup theory.
like no money. 3 years,
yeah,
2 million.
yeah.
He
Like no cap.
I could see a Jameis in a rookie scenario. I could see a
Jameis and
Jameis
Dart.
only scenario. I could see a Russ
Oh,
only
he's
scenario.
a wait, this is looking weird. It says he's on the team, but he makes no money.
He must not have no guaranteed money left.
He said they said he signed a 0-year contract.
Huh?
Yeah, and reason I'll bring that all up to say
He
like
probably still
the
working for
the
something.
win now thing, D-Mac, I agree with you on. I think just this
That
year in
was a
particular,
1 year,
I don't
one
know how
million.
much it with the
Whew.
people off the board. I don't know how much it means because it's like, okay,
Yeah,
win now, cool, bet. Aaron
they'll get.
Rodgers,
I don't think they're a
Russ,
win now team though.
Aaron Rodgers, Russ,
Well,
Cam
they have to
Ward.
be, or the guys are getting fired. That is my only point.
You said what?
Well, so you think it's win now or be
No,
better
he said my
now?
The
my
owner said it's a win now. That's what he said.
But like, what's winning? Is it winning more games than you won the
Yeah,
past few years, or
probably
is
like
it
Somewhere around
competing?
500, I
wild card
assume, would
spot,
be
fighting
their
for that
standard
last
of
I just
winning.
think the
Okay.
options to do that. I think
Well, then
with
they
the
getting
people left.
fired. That shit not gonna happen.
Yeah, but even them trying to even but they don't want to do that. They don't want to get even though it probably will happen. But they're not going to say, "Well, we're going to get fired." They're going to try to probably do what DMAX said. But I just
Yeah.
think that like the options within doing that, you probably better off betting on
Oh,
one of these young guys
Dayball,
having
hold on,
upside
Jordan.
as opposed to Russ or Aaron
Dayball is
Rodgers
the one that made Daniel Jones
or
work in the
Jameis.
first place. That doesn't
You
make
are
sense
in
to
a
me.
blender.
Yeah, you
you
in the
said
blender.
something about Dayball. That's all I
Some
heard.
All
Dayball
I
is
heard
the
was
one,
Dayball, and
and
then we're
that was
bye.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
I
he about to
think
make a Josh Allen point?
he's leaning to Dayball is the one that made them like even be competitive in the first place. But
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
Saquon
they'll
think
make.
that might be
Yeah,
clearly
what
that
I
he's
don't
shit
saying.
ran
disagree with
out.
that. I don't disagree with
Yeah, I
that.
don't
But
disagree either.
Yeah,
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 but
but
he
the
clear, but
reality of
he
the
also
situation
needs
is,
talent too. The nigga has Saquon and a healthy Saquon, and Daniel Jones wasn't terrible. He was okay, and they haven't had that since then.
I mean,
Yeah,
well, look, Dayball is unfortunately came into a shit situation, had a GM that made an incredibly dumb decision in choosing to play Danny Pennies over Saquon, and just they've done a slightly better job recently drafting in some positions. Kayvon Thibodeau is turning out to be better, not what they thought he was gonna be, but being
adequate.
adequate. Yeah, I was trying to find the word.
For the first round pick being adequate.
Adequate, you know. So there's been some upside, but like also I don't necessarily think it's all Dayball. I think Dayball has some shit to
I'll be
do with
right back.
it, but I don't think it's all
Yeah, it's not all
I
him
don't think
though.
it's all Dayball.
Like but even their success it wasn't all Dayball because Saquon was playing amazing too. Like
Yeah.
yeah, and like I mean clearly you niggas didn't bring Saquon back and they tanked. You yeah, like
Can
you said,
can y'all
prioritizing
can y'all hear
Jones.
me?
Stupid. Now,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah, we get you
But
now.
yeah, but the issue is Dayball that Daniel Jones had what 15 touchdowns that first year.
He was
Ari,
very mid. Very
no,
mid.
he
It
was
was
not. He was. It wasn't even mid. He was below average that year,
Right.
and Saquon was elite, and that's why they gave him that contract and then didn't sign Saquon. But I'm saying Dayball is the only reason they're even like competitive. They had Tommy DeVito. Who? Like, bro, what are we doing, bro? That's the worst quarterback room in the league.
them niggas, but at the same time, their owners like, I don't really care. I want results, and like them niggas are
Which
gonna
is
try. They're gonna
stupid,
try
but
to make shit
It's
happen,
very
they got to try
stupid.
and save their job.
and that's why they're gonna try and say their job. That's why I really think they're gonna trade up to one for Cam Ward. I think they're going to go to one.
It feels like they're getting pigeonholed into doing so.
Yeah,
They are.
because I like I said, I don't see Rodgers coming to the Giants just for the fuck of it. And then there's no other quarterback. I mean, Russ is cool, but Russ isn't saving their job. So
Here's the
there's no
thing:
other quarterback.
Aaron nor Russell Wilson will save their job. It's just not like it's not one of those situations. Hell, I don't think Cam or Shador is gonna say, depending on what he thinks about what Mara is calling winning,
That's
what
true.
he's defining as winning. Neither they're gonna save their jobs either because they need more. Like the quarterback is their biggest need, but they still need a bunch of other shit
And then
as
the
well.
shitty part is you're gonna have to give up assets to even get up to one to take the nigga. So you're gonna limit how much better you can make the team. So they're
I
just
just think the
fucked. Yeah.
flexibility in their options. And again, this isn't me arguing for the Giants to be winners. This is me arguing for the Steelers to be neutral,
Neutral.
like the Giants.
Mhm.
That was a good combo. Good combo.
Yeah, I'm ultimately fine if you want to put the Steelers in neutral. Ultimately, I just think that difference in upgrading a big need that you need in your offense was the delineating factor for me.
Bro, I was talking the whole time. My mic was muted. My fault.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh damn! I was
Yeah,
like, what
y'all
happened?
were having a great convo. I do want to say that great convo. Um, college basketball is on. Y'all do not forget to tap into college basketball. Illinois, Iowa State just got to win over Cincinnati, and Arkansas and South Carolina is about to wrap up, but North Carolina is about to play Notre Dame right now.
Who won in that Arkansas
Yeah.
game?
What channel is that Arkansas? Is that
Arkansas
on?
up double
Let's see.
digits. I don't know. I'll be on YouTube TV. I don't even be knowing.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
To be
Arkansas
honest.
put
Yeah,
up though.
same. I
Bro, you
think
know
it
what's
might be
crazy?
you.
I just got
Yeah.
sold by Davidson
I have to play
spread,
and
bro.
see.
But
Daisy
Pittsburgh, they
Oh,
fell in
BYU.
neutral. Pittsburgh fell in neutral.
I don't think we really came to a
Everybody okay?
decision.
I'm cool with neutral.
Jordan was
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
Jordan said he'll be back unless he's
Yeah, I'm
back.
right here. I had yeah, I just got back. I had slight winner still.
I think that's what I
I
had
would land on
originally
side
fell.
winners, but I'm good either way.
I think I'll go neutral.
All right, I heard. And Wes, where you at for the Steelers? Ari Swiper.
For the Steelers, I'm neutral with the Steelers.
Neutral's fine.
Neutral Steelers.
Okay, they're gonna. Last but not least, the Tennessee Titans.
Real quick before we do the Titans, it would be hilarious if the Giants, did the little toe dip as far as letting Tyrod Taylor start a game and then just went head first into the black quarterback pool and traded up for number one to get Cam Ward.
I'm crying. That'll be
That'd
fun.
be funny.
Notre Dame, North Carolina. Ooh, that's
The
coming up.
Tennessee Titans.
Damn,
They
bro.
overpay for a shitty
I
tackle.
be looking so sweet right now, bro.
What?
I could say.
He's talking gambling. Tennessee Titans, y'all.
Yeah, he talking about gambling.
Oh, okay.
They overpay for a tackle. They
Dan Moore.
Dan
like the Cody
Moore. They
Barton
got
move.
Sebastian Joseph Day, which I actually don't think is a
They
bad
did.
ad.
They brought him back, and obviously they got rid of Landry.
They got Xavier Woods, right? Didn't they? Xavier Woods.
I'm putting them in neutral because really it's about the Dan Moore thing. I think Dan Moore gives them an option to left tackle and will make their right tackle better because they're going to move J.C. Latham over there, which makes the offensive line better. It's just so much to spend. It's difficult for me.
A lot of money for not good.
And I didn't see a significant upgrade elsewhere, so they're neutral for me.
Yeah.
I also think that first overall pick. I also think having that first overall pick really helps my view of them because they could take a quarterback or running back with Levis. They could take Abdul Carter, which would be a big ad for them. They could do this number one overall pick. They can do what the fuck they want. They could also trade it.
I think Abdul is locked in there.
Get a haul for it, and then
get a haul for it and completely fix because they do have a lot of shit that they need to fix. I don't think they got worse this offseason. I'll say that.
If the Giants don't get a veteran quarterback and they can hold the Giants over a barrel and get a haul for him, I understand why they would do.
I think that's what's going
to
happen.
And go to 3. I agree.
And go back to 3. I like that.
Who's the furthest team back that could trade up to 1 for a quarterback?
The furthest? The Giants.
I don't think there is a furthest.
I think 3 is the lowest they're willing to go. I think they want Abdul that bad.
It's just we most likely going to trade up to first if we to get a quarterback.
He said furthest. He was saying the furthest back.
Oh, the furthest
And I
Vegas.
think 3 is the furthest.
Theoretically,
At
I
the
don't think
Raiders?
anything that the Raiders or Jets have done would preclude them from doing so if they felt like it. I don't necessarily see that happening, but that would be probably the lowest end in which the Titans would be willing to consider. I think the Titans are just going to pit anybody that they can get against the Giants
I
until
agree.
they get a haul for it.
Yeah, I would say about 7. 7. Yeah.
Who picks at 7 then? Who picks
The
at 7?
The
Jets, I
Jets.
believe.
The Jets at
yeah.
7. So
Mhm.
if they trade from 1 to 7, you're not getting Abdul, you're not getting Travis Hunter. At that point, like what? It's
Why
what like
would they get Abdul?
because for everything I've
Carter
seen
should
from the
go
Titans, them
before
niggas
then,
want
I think.
Abdul. Like you already let go of Harold Landry.
Oh, you're talking about for the Titans. I was thinking
Yeah,
about.
for
I
the
was like, why the
Titans.
hell wouldn't the Jets draft Abdul?
Not for the Titans. I mean, the Jets
Yeah,
just
Oh,
don't
but
want Cam
my only
Ward.
concern with the Travis Hunter
to
thing
get
is
Abdul, you'd probably go 3.
Yeah, that's
That
why
would
I
probably
said
be the
Because you
go
get
farthest they
three.
would
I
go
Odell
think
back.
they're that much in love with Abdul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna use other teams and they're gonna use the desperation of the Giants to try and get back to 3
Yeah.
for a haul. Unless they like Cam Ward. If they love Cam Ward
Yeah.
and take him, I understand it as well.
It's just the news doesn't sound like I haven't really heard them sound like they're in love with either, quite
No,
frankly.
I
I mean,
think
when
I've
you
heard
hear
they
you're
love
open for
Abdul.
business, it always and teams lie
Yeah.
all the time, obviously, when
Yeah,
talking about this, but it doesn't necessarily scream that we like one of these guys a lot.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
the most it says is like I think they're just like I said they're that much in love with Abdul. I think they want him that bad.
Yeah. I think the farthest you can go to get Abdul is 3.
Yeah.
All right. My last question while we're looking at this list. Don't know if anything NBA related as far as for playback. Might just wait to watch party. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think there's anything as far as to bring up NBA relations right now. But it's gonna be a fun time tonight. OKC, Boston, Denver,
Better put
Mini.
on
I
that
can't wait.
Paradise.
It's gonna be fun.
Bro,
I'm
Paradise
thinking
is
about
so
putting.
good.
I'm thinking about putting on. I was thinking about putting on Paradise and playback. I don't know because
You
I'm
should.
also going to. I'm also watching college basketball right now too, though. So it's like I don't want to. I
So
need
yeah,
UNC to
your
win
Nigga,
this
what
attention
you
not
game.
gonna be on
watching?
them.
Ain't nothing really on.
I need UNC to win this game. I ain't gonna lie. I need them to win
If
this
it
game.
if it's
We'll
if it's
put
not
that
a
on the
game that you just
side.
want to
We'll put
watch,
on
Ev,
Paradise.
catch up in Paradise, bro. That shit
See,
is
you
so
not
good.
locked in. That's why I'm gonna finish this thing before
Well, you bet you
you
said
go.
you need who to win, Ev? No way you put UNC on. I
That
hope you
Chuck
lose
pick
your
is
money.
crazy. That
I hope
Chuck
you
Yeah,
pick
I'll
lose
is
your
put
money.
crazy.
UNC. Nah, I might go.
Yeah.
Nah,
You hope he
all right.
lose.
I mean, all right. By the way, you watched episode 7. Once you watch episode 7, you're a champ. Like it's over with. Like you only got one
I
episode
mean, it
left, I
was
think. So like,
technically. I mean, I actually did finish it, but I want to watch it again.
You talking about
all
Paradise?
right. If any,
That's too
yeah, I might put
funny.
Paradise on the
I
You
guess I
screen.
gotta
started a
lock it.
whole watch party yesterday.
I had
Finish episode 3,
I
and not
left
not a peep for
and I
waiting.
left because I couldn't lock in
Is
for
the
real.
entire season of Paradise out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's done. Season 1 is
I don't
done
believe
now.
it. I don't
Yeah,
believe it.
I'll be
Season
caught
2
up
is
by
being filmed.
I'll be caught up by
They
the day
announced that
tomorrow
shit
by
after
Man,
tomorrow
episode 3.
afternoon.
it,
I ain't gonna
it,
hold
it
you.
was kind
I
of
got the
short, but
season 3
I'm
last
good with
night.
it.
I mean, I got the
Hold on. Hold
episode
that
3
for play.
last
I
Hold
night.
that for
actually
playback.
think it
Hold that
was
for playback.
perfect.
Hold that for playback. Hold that for playback. Hold that
Okay.
for playback. Real quick.
Okay.
Is there
Okay.
any team? Because I do want to post this on Twitter. Obviously, early thing. Cowboys losers. Are we firm with that? Because
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
How
the
were
everything
they
y'all
not?
Cowboys
agree on.
haven't addressed
Why,
any of their needs and Micah Parsons got more expensive, that's a loser.
yeah, how were they?
Again,
How would they
bro.
not be losers?
Like, that's why
Mhm.
I said if the Cowboys are neutral, then the Bengals have to be neutral. And we already
I
like
agree with
had
that.
a
We
whole
broke
hour
down why the
combo on
Bengals
how.
are neutral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All
Cowboys
right.
State
Everything else we
loser in my
completed to
opinion.
get Seahawks.
Hold up, stop.
49ers.
Let me look. I'm trying to all the winners look. Y'all killing me with that goddamn Steelers and Raiders shit, but okay. The okay winners.
My only pushback would be the Niners and the losers, and the reason why I'd say that is I think that they purged their roster of some dead weight, especially as far as the money is concerned. And I don't think that they will be a worse team next year than they were last year from that standpoint. So, for me, I would say neutral personally, but I understand why the people that they've lost that you point otherwise.
Okay. Fair. Fair.
No,
Okay.
nothing else jumps out like really immediate.
I will hold it. The playback room title is literally just going to say open talk. If it starts off with sports talks or NBA talk, and that's also going to have Paradise in the title as well. So open talks like episode 4 and 5 of Paradise.
Oh yeah,
Granted,
I won't be there.
I watched a lot of episode 4 yesterday, to be honest with y'all. But I'll probably just throw it on and not really pay attention to it in the beginning until we get to 5. 'Cause I got 18 minutes left in episode 4.
Y'all niggas in for a treat, man. That shit good.
Yeah.
All
Again,
right, other
Paradise.
thoughts.
Paradise episode 4 and 5. Again, this is going to be on in the Facts and Stats playback room. It's playback.tv/facts and stats. It's going to be floating on the bottom of the screen for y'all. Actually, I'm just going to drop it in the chat for y'all. It's an app you can easily download. It's free to sign up and join the Facts and Stats playback room. Again, I appreciate everybody for all the support on the YouTube side of things. Great NFL talks today. Great activity today. And I see majority of y'all right now in playback and also for the watch party tonight, which I can't wait for. Do not forget to pull up to the Do not forget to pull up. Hold on. Do not forget to pull up to the Facts and Stats playback room tonight for NBA watch party of 2 great games. Peace, blessings, and love. I'll see y'all in playback, y'all. Peace, blessings, and love. I'll see y'all in playback. Yeah, I'll see y'all in playback. Yeah. Sorry, my computer looking a little slow. You want to see my computer looking a little slow. My goodness. Subscribe to Fact and Stats.